stream video stream is streaming. We'll let it sit for just a minute. Oh my God.
Are we doing this live?
It's like we have a 2-year-old. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I never edit anything. It's always live. Just go through.
As Javier would say, "Well, do it live."
Yeah.
God, that was still loud as shit.
Was it really? My bad.
Oh, yeah.
I edited something a few weeks ago for the first time, but that's when we were on the road.
He's edited
and I
me
took
before.
something out. That was on the way to the
Not video.
Ween show
Best band.
where you went out ever.
Front of the fridge, left side, about half little.
Misfits? Yeah, no.
No, under them.
What are you talking about?
Misfits. It's definitely Misfits, is what you're talking
No,
about.
it was
When
under
we
them.
were into Ween and you
Yeah.
went off.
I hate you.
On what?
Misfits.
Oh
is the
yeah,
shit.
yeah. When we,
I don't know if you really want me
yeah,
to
when,
say.
when I ranted.
Yeah, you're a
It's
little
also
rant.
on his shirt,
I know. I saw it. I just wanted you to
Greetings,
say it.
RoboTuner. He's in the room.
and it was on his too
We're
when he
doing it.
came to record.
Yeah, I know.
What?
When we talked about it.
Yeah.
Dillinger.
Yeah, where'd the poster go? We had
You
a
guys have a
poster.
Dillinger poster?
We had a Dillinger
It's over
poster.
there.
Oh yeah,
It's next to that disgusting fucking scarf.
Uh,
If I knew there was going to be a
Beautiful
scarf
scarf.
there and on him, I would have worn my Liverpool one.
I
You
don't.
should have.
I don't own
I
scarves.
should have.
At least the red side's out, not the blue side. The baby blue side.
Should be the baby blue side that's
Yeah.
Oh,
actually
is it
out
both
because they
fucking
It's a
won.
Manchester
split.
teams?
Yeah, when they
Ew.
did the Manchester Bowl down in Houston.
Actually,
Gross.
that should be flipped over.
No,
they
I'd
won.
rather look at that
Yeah,
bullshit.
Do I
Fuck
need to play
Man
some-
City, dude.
Do I need to play some Oasis? Maybe.
Fuck City.
You want to be the
Yeah.
one that says
The
it.
football.
I'm not even in the
No,
league.
Don't. Are you going to pull that down?
Yeah.
No,
Please
don't.
don't.
It's a pain in the ass with everything up, and I'm afraid. No.
I'm just gonna look.
I'm afraid of the wiring.
Oh no.
Oh, it's right on.
on the
yeah,
other
it's back
side.
behind the other side.
City,
Oh,
yay, City bought
baby.
another title.
Susie.
Fucking losers.
He sounds like Jason.
What?
Hey, baby. He is. He's a Liverpool fan. Him and Jason get along great.
Yeah, he sounds like a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He talks so much shit about me being a hater, and then you talk about something. He doesn't
Everybody's buying their team. That's the thing that's so funny. Everybody wants
Liverpool's
to bitch
not.
about City, but
No,
Liverpool don't got
everybody's
fucking
fine.
money.
wow, they
Uh,
blew it all on Salah.
Yeah, and look how that's
Fucking-
gone.
Right.
The best.
Like, was that your team?
Eh.
He's fucking
Liverpool.
incredible.
He is
He's
awesome,
better than goddamn Rashford.
but he's
Look at
anti-Semitic.
numbers. Look at numbers. Look at the numbers.
Eh.
Yeah, you can't be a Nazi and you know
Yeah.
play
See?
football.
See what I was telling you
Tell
about?
all the Valencia fans.
yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going, whatever, dude.
La Liga is
Yeah.
just fucking racist.
La Liga sounds like something sexual, right?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
is that
La Liga.
like
La
a
Liga.
sex organ?
La Libia.
Like a labia.
RoboTuner
Exactly.
wants
It
to
sounds
let
like
everybody
it
know-
sounds
Yeah.
Spanish for labia,
That
for sure.
Richmond blew their budget on Zava.
Yeah, they fucking
They-
did.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thomas.
Are y'all all
didn't-
caught up on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got caught up today. It's
That
so
f-
fucking
that show is-
good.
I did not expect.
What show?
I didn't expect Jamie to
Lasso.
have
Oh.
that kind of a fucking like a character arc. I
Yeah,
didn't
me
expect him
neither.
to come back
Yeah.
and be like awesome.
Yeah, really, really cool.
And I don't want them to make me like Nate again.
I
But
know.
That's what I'm
they're
scared
gonna
of.
It's
do.
I
so
know.
frustrating.
That's exactly
like,
what
you
they're
just
gonna
want to
do.
punch him in the face every scene he's in. You're like, oh, I hate that dude.
But then when he did that shit and he set up all of the players' jerseys and shit at the end of this last episode, you know they're gonna bring him back.
they are.
yeah.
He's gonna give them like he's gonna
be the
tell them
coach.
how you can
He's
take
gonna-
down West Ham. They're gonna win the
Yeah.
fucking title by beating West Ham in the final fucking match.
And then
And that's it. That's
and
the
that's
end.
the end.
Yeah, and then
There's
and
no
then-
more Ted Lasso.
Right,
after that.
Lasso's going home because he's going to get back with his wife and be with. Because everybody in this whole storyline, like everybody's storylines, is getting back together with the people that they were with at the beginning.
except
So-
for Jamie. Because
I
Jamie was with fucking what's her face at
Yeah.
the very beginning of the
Guys,
show.
But he would like to. You could tell.
spoilers?
You're not gonna watch this show.
You don't know that.
The show
Are you
needs
gonna
to
get- are you gonna
like
get Apple
Ted
fucking
Lasso
TV?
needs to fly back to the
There are
states
other ways.
and become a coach of a football
You're
team
gonna
over
watch
here,
You're gonna watch this.
like
show?
a
I heard it's really
NFL
fucking
team.
It's one of the best
Okay.
shows
That's
I've
the way it
ever
needs to
watched.
be.
Well, then why wouldn't I watch it?
He's going to be an NFL
and
coach.
It's about
then
soccer.
the spinoff is the show keeps going over in England,
Yeah.
but
Sports
now
anime.
it's just Roy Kent.
Anything Roy Kent does, I'm going to be in on. If they do a spinoff and he's just the coach, they do a show kind of like
I don't
the
know.
old school coach and he's the coach, I'm in.
That's all we did yesterday at Thrice.
I think Mandy thinks that's how I communicate now. It's just she can tell my frustration and where I'm at in the day by my grunt.
I got told the other day I say
Huh?
fuck too much.
I don't think that's possible.
That's not.
No, that's not.
And I
I'll
said-
take you to. I'll take you to work one day.
Yeah, look, I don't think
Oh
that's
no,
possible.
my office is that's all it is.
How
But I
can
was
you,
like,
you can't say fuck too much.
Yeah.
You,
but I
if-
got claimed that I put it in just too frequently now. Not as
That's
I
what she
never
said.
used to do that.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna reel it in? You're gonna watch
No.
it?
Stop saying
I blamed
shit.
it on
I
Roy
was with,
Kent.
like this shit, that shit in my like text. for,
Well, he
like,
said
other
fudge
commands,
this last
like,
week. He said
officers and
fudge.
Shit, like
He did
text
say
lieutenants,
fudge.
like,
I was
yeah,
hoping
this
that they
shit,
would just
fucking
go to a
this,
drop of
fucking that, and I'm
Christmas
like, I should
story right when he
probably
goes
not do this in text
fudge.
message to people when it's actually
Except
about
I
work.
said the real thing.
I like when she came up to him and told him to go to do a press conference. He's like, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's your boss.
Yeah.
It's the owner of the team.
It's
and
a
your
very
boss,
weird
and you
dynamic,
just straight,
isn't it?
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
It's like it hit him that, hey, this is actually my boss. I mean, fuck.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. All right, fuck it. Let's start it. We're 6 minutes in. That tool's late. Here we go.
The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed.
This week's episode of the Jerry Jonestown Massacre is brought to you by
Run
Geist
the
Note,
tools.
Victor Wrench, Plastic Object
I forgot
Photography,
about Run the Tools.
The Audio Head, and The Cicada,
And run the
Fort
tools.
Worth's newest bar and live music venue.
Totally forgot
The
about
Jerry
Run Tools.
Jonestown Massacre contains graphic material, including offensive language, partial nudity, and completely ridiculous thoughts and opinions that shouldn't be expressed or shared by anyone. Listener discretion is advised. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Now everyone relax your anus, because coming
All
at you from
AI.
the Temple of I, it's the Jerry
You should've-
Jonestown Massacre.
Is that Andrew? Fake Andrew. AI Andrew.
Fuck Andrew. I mean,
Man, I want to play a live show so bad.
Show number 526. It is May 23rd, 2023. 52323. Or M2323.
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday, Matt.
Dustin, happy Tuesday. My pronouns are fuck you and fuck you too.
I thought it was just fuck and you.
Yeah, that too. Well, I'll take that too.
Yeah.
I don't know all the rules and parameters of what you do with the pronouns. So.
I got some pronoun talk I want to get into later in the show. I got an issue.
I
with
knew it was
something
just
I
a
heard
matter
this
of time.
week.
can't wait.
Yeah, I got
Probably be
an
the
issue.
greatest segment we've ever had. Probably.
It probably will be. Welcome back to the temple. We haven't been in here in shit.
I wasn't here, so I don't know.
5, 6 weeks? 5
How the hell
weeks?
do I know who you fucked?
I think, yeah, a whole 6-week time period in school went by since the last time we were in here. We've
Yeah,
been
it's
on the
been a while.
road. We've been out and about.
It doesn't stink as badly as it
No,
did.
it got aired
Like,
out.
It got aired out.
All the DNA
I
stains
went
are
to a temple spa.
washed out.
Got its nails did and its hair did.
I should have had the ladies clean the room.
Lady, like you just have an army of women.
Actually, that I do every second Wednesday.
Okay, that's it. I'm getting the soundboard out.
They
You have
clean the house.
cleaners? I'm
I
getting a
don't.
soundboard.
I didn't hire them.
Hey man,
but yeah,
he had encyclopedias when he grew up too. So
You
fuck
didn't-
this guy. He's
you
not a common man.
I
You
did.
didn't have encyclopedias growing
That's
up?
what I'm
No,
gonna
dude,
say.
that was for rich people, man.
Nah,
No,
definitely
it was
not.
really for poor people.
Yeah, I was like, I think poor people had those. Rich people had shooters.
yeah, exactly.
We might be a little distracted tonight because
Not really anymore.
we got to get back in the swing of things, and B, there's a Stars game on that before we started the show just went into within 2 minutes of the game starting went into dismal
That's the quickest nut
hell
punch,
pit.
I think.
Thanks,
that we've
Jamie
ever
Ben.
had out of all three of the big sport, or four of all the big sports teams here,
God damn!
That's the
Everybody
quickest,
was
right?
saying, yeah. Everybody was saying that we needed to.
come back fired up.
This needed to be the year for Jamie Ben. He needed a ring and he needed to hold the cup and blah blah blah.
That's
well, you
your
just
captain.
fucked yourself.
That's your captain.
Yeah, he just decided he didn't want to.
He
play
decided
tonight,
he
I
wanted to
guess.
kill someone. He
Man,
wanted to kill.
If that would have been
Scuba
us,
Steve.
if we would have gone to this game, which we were debating, because it's in Dallas, and
All
we love
these
the Stars.
assholes that spend so much money on this game.
But we almost
go.
did.
Yeah.
And can you imagine if we just sat down to that mess, we would immediately have been like, whoop, we're out of here.
You know what I
Just
would've
turned
done?
around and walked right the fuck back out.
Not even caring, I would have Seth turkey legged it like he did at the Ranger game when he
That's,
was pissed.
yeah,
Just
he
go
threw
by a turkey leg
At the old ballpark.
at the old
in Arlington.
ballpark. He threw it at the ump and the first baseman or the first base coach,
Yeah.
the ump. And
He's
the
still
first
banned from
baseman.
there, but
That's
I've
awesome.
seen him in there.
I mean, he's in the new place. I don't think
Every
they-
time I see him, I'm like, and he's at a Rangers game or something. I'm just like, I could,
that guy's not
turn
supposed
you
to be
in
there.
right now,
Yeah.
man. I'd have go to
That
extort.
guy's banned from that.
Next
joint.
time I see Seth, I'm gonna say, dude, extortion time, buddy. I see you on TV all the time at those Texas Ranger games.
Yeah,
They know who you are, buddy. I want
your
some hush
picture's
money.
supposed to be plastered in there. But yeah, that's what I'd do at the Stars game. I'd be like, just go chunk a giant turkey, leg
yeah,
down on the ice.
or a corny dog.
And then they pulled our goalie,
Well,
Ottinger.
what are you gonna do? Something.
What are you
going
gonna do? It's a 5-minute major. What are you gonna do?
That's true.
You're
We
getting
just
pelted.
Very, very, very true.
Where's
This
your
is not like-
defense?
yeah, exactly.
So anyway, yeah,
We're not,
already hot under the collar, pissed
Well, I
off.
thought we were happy to be back from out of town, and
Yeah,
you seem upset.
I need to go back out of town.
You need to go
I'm
back
already
to Big
ready to go
Ben.
back. I didn't want to come home. I didn't want to come back to DFW. I wanted to
Oh,
stay
man,
out in the
just
desert.
freaking have spirit walks with tarantulas out there all night long.
When you stack every night, it makes you decide to just change your life and not be a part of this world and be a part of that world.
Yeah,
Were you like hiking
Down
out
there.
there?
No.
we've camped
Oh.
for 4 nights.
Was it actual
3
camping
nights,
or was
4
it like
days.
glamping?
Oh
No,
this
we
was
were
the real
hardcore
deal.
camping.
But then the last
shitter.
couple of days we went glamping.
If that gives you an idea. No shitter, no water, no electricity.
It
Oh, okay, so
was
legit camping.
amazing.
Yeah. We were doing it like men do.
Ah, okay. So I don't do that.
We put some hair on our chest.
I don't have that either.
Yeah. But it was also nice
You just
because
baby smooth,
Uh,
or
I
do you
got, like-
shave?
No, every now and then I get like 1 or 2 hairs around my nipple, and I'll pluck them, but that's about it. That's all I get.
you need to go
Man,
camping
that's
with us.
awesome,
You get a little
dude.
more.
It's cool.
We would like to fully.
Yeah,
Can we-
everyone
can we
says I
fully
shave
you?
it, but no.
What about you, man? Do you shave your?
No, no, I definitely don't.
Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
I am hairless man Antoine.
And I'm Lance.
And you guys are from?
Emo Otaku.
Look at this.
It's a podcast.
Yeah.
It's a
it is a
household
podcast.
name.
That's what we do here.
You need to go like and subscribe right now. Go hunt it down on all your podcast listening apps.
We
Fuck
curse,
yeah.
just
Grab
not as
it.
much.
Yeah.
No, not it.
Like
And
y'all
it's a
cut
lot
back
of
on
nerdy
cussing?
stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Huh?
a good show. It's a
Did you
great
say
show.
you curse, but not a lot?
It's just
No,
not,
not
a
as much.
lot.
That's
yeah.
a lot. Well, I curse a lot. I definitely curse
I
more
think
than
did
he
you-
does.
compared to normal life, when
Yeah.
we're at work, is
Uh-huh.
probably a lot more than on the show.
But
Yeah,
did you
so-
just like start off shows coming with the fuck shit,
No,
cut,
when
all
we-
that stuff?
When we first
Or-
started, we were trying to like be somewhat tame, and then like 10 minutes in, we started telling stories about how we met, and it was
That's well. See, we did the
gone.
opposite approach. We went and got drunk and decided to just jump on, and we did the same thing.
That was the idea. At
We
first.
did the shit, fuck, cut, and just thought it was hilarious.
Now
And then-
like I told you, the very first episode, 15 seconds in, this guy yells out that he wants to do coke with Ron Washington,
Oh yeah,
and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
It was
here we
when
go.
It was when all that was that whole story was coming
Here we
out.
go."
Just started with dollar
It was
bills
funny
and butt
though.
cheeks.
That was a
Yeah.
very funny joke. Though.
Wash
I
played in
thought
the
it went over
70s.
well.
We know what he did.
Yeah,
But yeah, so did y'all come to a place where you're like, we got to chill on the cussing, or y'all just don't do it?
No, I just
that
think
much?
cussing isn't as much a problem. We just try to like,
It's
I
the
don't know. We're
cutting.
trying not to offend people as much as we can.
Yeah.
We
say-
gave that
Why'd
up a
y'all
long
come
time
on
ago.
our show then?
Yeah.
I say a lot of
To let it all out,
Yeah.
they can cuss as much as they want over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on other people's podcasts.
Yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
what the fuck ever. Like, I don't fucking care. It's not my listeners.
I cleaned off the dry erase board up there, the top one, and the bottom one because we kind of
Did you?
well, sort of. I mean, there's still a
Is
penis
it the
and a
poop
butt
snake
and poop
thing
two
you're talking
penises.
about?
and some stuff. But I think I need to start writing down in real small font all the people we've offended and pissed off on this show.
You're
through
gonna
the
need a
years,
bigger
you know.
board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably so.
I'm already offended.
I'd love to
Out
have a
here.
plaque, but
There'd
I
be
think
pictures of us up there.
the plaque would be as big as a Polaroid
Offended
wall.
at ourselves.
It'd be crazy.
Just
Yeah.
put Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've offended anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, second period. Here we go
Fuck it.
for the live
At this point.
listeners.
If you're syncing your podcast
Syncing
to,
your podcast.
to watching
To the
NHL
to
replay.
watching
hockey.
the NHL
Yeah.
hockey game. We'll be your
we
announcers
just
of this
started. It's
shithole game.
19:45. All right, now. So
And
we're
the
all in
Stars are
sync.
get- Stars are getting fucking whomped, and I'm so
Yes.
excited. I don't even like sports, but anytime any Dallas team is losing, I just get excited.
I don't
Every time
like
watch
you
it.
anymore.
Why? Why do
I
you
don't
hate-
like you.
Why do
Get
you
out.
Why do you hate so bad?
He's just like that.
It's what I
Any-
do.
Sounds like
That's
you're
what
a
I do.
hateful
Any
person.
city,
Oh, yeah.
any city.
Thought we were
No matter
friends,
where you're
man.
at?
Get out.
Yeah, he was the same in Seattle.
Yeah.
No matter where you're at.
You hated all the Seattle teams?
Oh, when I was
or you
there?
just hated all the Dallas
can't
teams
hate
in
the
Seattle?
Supersonics.
No, in Seattle, I hate all these.
Don't tell me you hate the Supersonics.
They weren't around
They
anymore.
weren't
were they?
around when he was stationed there.
Oh,
It was
oh.
like a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah, I
So
forgot.
all
we're
you had
I always
two to
forget that
worry
we're
about.
old.
They got a hockey
Four.
team.
What about the
They
They
didn't
didn't have
Mariners?
the hockey team when
You
you
hated.
were- when
You
were
could.
Yeah, that's
no one
only-
hates the Mariners.
3 seasons. 2 seasons.
No, because the Mariners barely have fans.
I was like, they didn't. Yeah,
for being real.
it's the fans start getting excited, and then I'm like, now I hate this. I need the fans to get excited for me to really feel the hate. I need to like direct it at something.
You're a
Seahawks
Sith.
fans
The
are
Seahawks.
annoying.
Oh yeah, fuck them.
It
Fuck
sounds
those-
like he's a sports Sith.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I don't even watch sports. I just hate people that like them. That's literally my
Yeah.
like. I will watch a game hoping that team's gonna lose just so I can go to work and talk shit. And then if they start winning, I'm like, I'm not watching anymore.
So-
Not even worth
What
it.
if? What, have you,
Does
do
he
you not
watch
have any
F1
friends
with
that
you?
are athletes?
No, he wouldn't like F1.
I like F1.
Do you have any friends?
You
that
like
are,
F1?
I like race. I'd much
Oh,
rather
we
watch
should
racing
definitely
over
watch it with
sport.
him because he'd
Yeah.
hate Max Verstappen.
I want to watch him hate
Oh,
everybody.
did you,
that he
did you
likes.
see that video of everybody giving Verstappen a hard time?
Good.
Like, so,
Fuck
fuck
him.
Verstappen.
Fuck him.
Fuck Verstappen. It was like on, I think, their Instagram. So, do you have any athlete friends or anything? Like,
No,
do you just hate them
absolutely
too?
No. All my friends we play video games and watch anime. We don't do man things.
Well,
like,
because I'm
at all.
wondering. So, if you met someone and they're an athlete, you would be cool with them though until you'd be like, oh, he's probably pretty cool, and you start hanging out, right?
Yeah,
Probably
no,
just
whatever.
talk shit.
But then when
Yeah.
you found, and then if you found out he was like a professional, let's say he was a professional baseball player, right? You found out he was, you would be, you wouldn't have any animosity at all.
Towards him? No, I would just
If
hate
he-
whatever team he played for.
Oh,
Yeah, like on
Hey,
principle.
but what if he
You-
told you
you-
he didn't like baseball? He was like, I just play it for money. I don't even care.
Doesn't matter. Still
I-
gonna hate that team.
I would like to meet.
You wanna go to a
whoever
Cowboy
that
game?
Person is.
Oh, I would
Yeah.
love
Those
to go to a
motherfuckers
Cowboy game,
love
especially if I
that
think
money.
they're gonna lose.
You need to go, and that will make your hate grow stronger.
Oh, yeah. Just and that's like
It'll feed your hate.
yeah, I've even been to like Seahawk games, and I'm just
Yeah.
still like, fuck this team. Like,
I
Last
agree with
time-
that
It's just
statement.
weird seeing people just splurge all this
Yeah.
money
yeah, and it's,
Last time
to
I went,
billionaires.
yeah, it's like you're just throwing your entire paycheck
Right.
at this team and
Yeah.
watching them just
and they do,
nothing
and
with
people do. So the last
It's like
time I
Ice
went
Cube
to,
said.
what's
Stop
that?
giving juice to the Raiders because Al Davis never paid us.
it.
That's
They're
right.
getting
True.
getting Brady.
True.
Calm
Well,
down.
now he gives them money because Al's dead.
Yeah, Al's
But
dead. The son
his
took over.
son's a piece of shit too.
Yeah. Oh well.
So, what was I saying here, man? I forgot what the train of thought I was. Oh, I got stumbled up on the hate for.
yeah, it feels good, right?
Sports.
It feels good, right?
Yeah, I like it.
No, I go through it.
I think
I
you-
go through it.
I think you should do it throughout your life. Like, don't stop doing it.
Oh, I do it
because
with everything.
the last Cowboy
Yeah.
game I went to, I told you I was like, man, I don't know if I want to go anymore unless I get to go where you go.
Well,
Because
it's spoiled now.
I know.
I'll
I know
never
I'm spoiled.
to a
But,
Cowboy game
so,
ever again.
I went. I had
once
good
stop
seats,
working
right?
there.
I won him at a
Well,
place that I
'cause
was
you're on the
working and
sideline.
stuff.
I get to go
And
everywhere.
So my lady and I sit down. We're all like, yeah. You know, it's just normal, whatever. You're at a Cowboy game. We're like, our seats aren't terrible, but they're not great. All of a sudden, this family comes in. Every single one of them decked out, like jerseys and stuff. And you could tell they're like from East Texas. Like the dad had his jeans.
this was their
on,
family
boots,
vacation.
Had a
for the year.
Witten jersey. Had a Witten
Yeah.
jersey
It was,
on.
it was
and
their
a-
Disneyland.
is what,
Yep.
Yeah. So they walk in, and I was like, oh, man, this is going to be a beat. I could just tell right off the bat. I was like, I'm not going to dig this. And they don't even start the game. They were just showing like Michael Irvin or something on the screen. Like, come on, Josh. Like that. And
This
the
is
dude's-
our house.
the dude's standing up like in front of his, like has his whole family. He's like, get up. He's the get up guy at the sports. Like turns
Yeah.
around. He's like, come on. He's like, let's go Cowboys.
And he's the
Just
guy
had
that
my
falls
2
over the
beers.
edge too,
I had
and they
my-
make a statue out
I
of
have
him.
my 2 beers and I just kind of look at him like, oh man. And immediately, man, you just want to go watch it at the bar, and we watched the whole game at the bar.
That's when you just every time they fucking throw an interception or fumble, you just start cheering like crazy.
Yeah.
And just make like the biggest scene fucking possible and just look over at them every time.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I do.
So the Miller Lite level where the drummers are on the poles on the riser way up high,
Yeah.
that area, you need to go
Oh,
up there.
yeah,
and hang
but
out.
there's
it
a
would make
lot
you
of-
insane because that's standing room only.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And you got the fans that are walking in that
God.
want to out cowboy the actual cowboy employees and workers and
And that's where
dancers and stuff.
usually
You're
all
like,
the
what?
guys in costumes are, and their luchador outfits and everything, and they're all. It's a nightmare, man.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Cowboys fans.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, these people
It's
just
like
go
people
all out.
watching, you know.
Yeah.
But it's every time
people
I go
watching is
though,
a
I feel
sport.
the same thing that you were saying. Though I'm sitting there going, man, these people just drove here from Elkhart, Texas. This guy probably works his ass off every year just to get enough money for his whole family. Then probably some kid that isn't his in the crew.
Yeah.
Like coming up here, staying the weekend. They probably blew fucking $2,000 before they even went to the game, like alone. And then the game starts, and then he starts drinking, and then all of a sudden it just turns into this cute little Dallas Cowboy domestic abuse case.
Yeah. Because like they're
Out in the parking lot.
yeah,
because
they're gonna lose.
the Cowboys sucked.
Yeah.
The guy feels like he got gypped. And it's like when good things go
Yeah,
bad.
and she's gonna be like, John, calm down. It's like, don't fucking
John,
tell me to
don't-
calm down.
You gonna do this to me in front of
Yeah.
all these people?
Yeah.
And
Like,
the
dude,
worst
You know how
is,
goddamn hard I work.
is being there when the Cowboys lose against like the Eagles,
Oh,
and the Eagles
oh
fans
my gosh,
hang
they rub it
around.
in. Yeah,
and
I've been
no,
there.
they just want to fight everybody
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
parking
yeah.
lot, and it's a Monday night.
they're
Monday
rubbing it
night
in.
football
Yeah,
against the Eagles. Cowboys lose, and you're out in the parking lot at like 10 p.m. and everybody's drunk as shit.
Yeah.
because they opened up the parking lot at like 2 in the afternoon, so everybody's been tailgating before the game, and everybody just wants to punch everybody in the face.
It's sad.
It's so
there's
bad.
Reddit. There's even a Reddit like community of people that just post videos of NFL parking lot fights and NFL fights, like fan fights. That's it. That's all they do is
I
talk
don't
about
wanna,
that.
I don't want to hear shit until somebody dies.
You know it's
because-
gonna
oh
happen.
here
the
comes
Raiders-
the Dodgers fan. Oh,
No,
they're talking
that
about
also
the
the
Dodgers.
other
That-
a
yeah.
few years ago, a guy
Raiders-
was shot in the parking lot out here at the stadium.
That's pussy shit.
Yeah.
Raiders fans.
He died.
We wanna
Raiders
see it.
fans went to San Francisco when
Oh,
they
yeah.
still played at Candlestick or whatever the fuck they called it.
They
at
beat
that
the
time.
shit out of that guy in
And
the
they
BART train.
They did that, but they beat somebody up at the top and then threw him over the edge, and he just fucking hit the ground and died. Gangster.
Yeah, when I lived in Cali, I remember we used to get free Dodgers
That's
tickets.
not-
And then like you'd be like,
Raiders
well,
fans are fucking crazy, man.
yeah,
And I
they just
love it.
stopped selling Dodgers tickets because like
Yeah.
every game somebody was getting stabbed or shot. So they're like, yeah, no, we're
Especially
not
if they
giving
play
these
the
away anymore.
Giants.
Yeah,
That's a great series too. The Giants in San Francisco, the Giants and the
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
you know, there's a couple
I've
people with some
gone.
wounds that probably think differently.
Oh, I've gone and I wore all my because
I
I'm
wouldn't
from
do
the
that
Bay
shit.
Area, and my dad's a Giants fan. Tried to raise me that way, but I ended
Yeah.
up being a Dodger fan. I wear all my Dodger stuff. I sat
When
out
you
in
go
the
to
bleachers.
Candlestick, and all,
I
or
used to
when
go
you
to
there?
Candlestick all the time. My dad would take me, and he was fine with it, but I'd get shit talked as a fucking kid. I'm like fucking.
Did
10
they ever
years
give your
old.
dad shit too?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, kid, get
Oh,
that
yeah.
shirt off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Why you raising this gay?
yeah,
Yeah.
straight up.
What
Yeah, I
are
was
you,
So upset.
French or something?
Yeah, they were not happy.
Hey, no, we're just that way.
But I stuck around. We would go to like night games, and they at Candlestick, if you stayed for extra inning night games, they give you like this little pin that like you get these little buttons to put on your hat for fucking staying for extra inning night games.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
at Candlestick, night games,
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. You know, you're
you're on the edge
looking
of the
at
earth.
you know fucking 20 degrees with a 10-degree windshield,
Yeah.
and we would go and we'd sit in the upper deck because we didn't have a lot of fucking money. And my dad would want to go to like 10 games a year, so we'd buy fucking upper deck tickets.
Wasn't it a bunch of Dodgers fans a few years ago, like on bat night? They beat the shit out of someone
Yeah.
on the BART. Also, like
Yeah.
everybody gets their ass beat on the
Yeah.
BART.
You don't take the BART at night anymore.
You'd always be at the
Was
up
it
in the
Dodgers
upper deck.
Giant?
You'd always be in the upper deck.
Yeah.
Did you ever take an upper decker on the upper deck?
Oh my god.
No, because at Candlestick they had the troughs.
Oh,
They had the
Oh,
troughs
nice.
just like the A's still do.
So you're just
Yeah.
sitting there squatting in
that's
a
the
trough.
way Irving was. Where the Cowboys played before the whatever that fucking thing is. The-
Stadium?
Yeah,
AT&T Stadium.
AT&T Death Star.
Talking about the new one or the old one?
New one.
The
Well,
old,
he
well,
was
the
talking
old
about
one.
the
The old
one
one had
now.
troughs.
Well, it also just
It was
was
nasty.
benches out there too and stuff. So
Yeah.
I never went to the old Cowboy Stadium. I only went to the new one.
I still haven't been to the new one.
I'm not gonna lie.
I want to go.
They
I want
put
to
a
watch them play
trough-
the Raiders and lose again.
There's a trough in the Rusty Nickel. It feels pretty good to use a trough again
I like
Where?
being in troughs.
at the Rusty Nickel.
Where the fuck is that?
It's a new
Right by
place.
Lola's, the new bar they opened up.
Oh no, I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's real open and stuff. It's
real
like,
open, real cool.
Got that
What city is it in?
Austin
Fort
type
Worth?
feel. It's like where people bring
It's
their
like 2
pets up
blocks
and
Oh, that's
shit.
good.
north
It's
of
all like-
Lola's.
Isn't that what Lo?
it's a lot
Isn't
like
Lola's
Lola's.
is
Yeah,
open
it's
now,
it's
right?
yeah, and it's a lot like that's right by
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So same type bar, but it's fucking cool place, man.
I used to like going down to
We did a show there a couple of weeks ago and had a blast.
Texas Motorplex. Their urinals were all trawl.
Oh yeah, I think they
That was
still are,
great.
aren't they?
I like
Yeah.
it. You
In
just
feel
look
like-
over,
in
make
between
eye
top
contact.
fuel
See-
dragsters,
yeah,
you go out
they-
there and just
yeah,
20
they-
guys would
they
be
don't
taking a
care
piss
about-
next to each
yeah.
other.
They don't care about voyeur.
No.
At the race cars.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I
there's
feel
those
like-
race car stories.
And
They're
we're
like,
we're old enough to where fucking troughs were so fucking normal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now they're not.
The
oh,
only
no.
thing that threw me out was ice. When you have ice in the
Yeah.
trough, that always like you
Yeah,
go to
I never
a
understood
bar
that.
every once in a while and be like, why's there ice in the trough?
I
Rick's
don't
did
know.
that.
It's just fun.
Rick's did that.
I guess so.
It's just fun to
Like,
melt
you're
the
melting-
ice a little bit.
I thought
Yeah.
it was to stop like splashback.
Is that what
Well,
it
it's
is?
all
that
different
is.
angles, right? Like
Yeah,
it,
who's
it
to
would
say
splash
that
back.
you're gonna?
I mean, that's what I don't. I
Nigga.
never actually asked. I just
Who did the
assumed that.
engineering on this?
Splash the neighbor instead.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather pee on you than myself.
You guys ever have a dream that someone next to you turns over
I
and
had
just
a
kind
dream.
of pisses on your foot?
I've had someone
Oh.
actually do that. I
Oh,
didn't
really?
dream about it. I pissed myself
just
once in a bar.
I've pissed myself in bed.
I did it in a bar, like standing up awake. I was super wasted, and I like, you ever just when you're drunk, you just like undo your zipper,
Yeah.
whip your dick out.
Yeah.
I pulled it out.
Go
of
rape.
Pulled it out. Yeah. I pulled it out of my boxers, but
Whoa.
not out of my jeans. So I'm holding my dick in my jeans, and I'm just like peeing down my leg, and some dude's like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? Get off me!" And I look down, and my whole side of my leg is just soaked with piss,
Yeah.
all in my sock and
You,
everything.
you weren't drunk enough to do the old like you're 8 years
Well,
old at a urinal. You just pull your
nah.
pants all
I'll
the way
give you
down.
guys an update. It's
Stand there.
4-0
Power move.
now.
Nah,
I saw a guy do that at a Mavericks game once.
That's
What's that?
awesome. That is a
Just-
fucking
what'd he do?
power move, man.
Pants around the ankles, standing at a urinal, pissing with his butt and his shirt hanging down,
Yeah.
so you see the bottom of his butt, and he's just standing there.
Full,
Yeah.
full Winnie
Yeah.
the Pooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
looking
full
around
on.
at everyone. Say something.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Wait till I pull my pants up.
I
This
bet
is
you're looking at
awesome.
my ass right now.
I wonder how
Yeah.
many times people took shits at the trough out at Texas Stadium.
Or at
Because
the,
you know that happened all the
All
time.
the
I
time.
bet,
or
man.
at Motorplex.
or Rick's
Yeah,
and didn't.
just back up to it.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen
it's
shit
like a
in
dump
urinals.
truck, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen people shit in urinals. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Pretty
I
often
paid a
in the
girl to do it
Navy.
once.
Yeah. I mean, seen it on plenty of urinals.
I
You
mean,
called
on
her
the
urinal?
ship,
yeah.
on the ship, they take shits in the shower.
My girlfriend's name was Urinal.
Hey, ma'am, how about I give you $50? You go in there and take a shit in the urinal in front of us. What? Oh, I'm sorry. You're not into that?
It is intimidating when a girl backs up to your urinal while you're taking a piss. And they're just standing there looking at you, and you're just like, "Hey, how's it going?" They're just like, I had to go, and I couldn't hold it anymore. The girl's line's too long, so
Yeah, yeah, I've
I'm
seen
just
that.
going right here."
Especially
and
at rock
it's like, "Oh, okay,
shows.
neat.
I've seen
Oh.
that at
I had a
at-
friendship, one of those
rock shows.
those whiz cups, where it's like the
Oh,
like,
yeah.
little thing that girl, and she used to always come in the guy's bathroom up and watching at the bar, and she would just stare at me, and I'm like, why? Why are you in here? Why do you make?
Why
this
do you
so
have to
That's
make
weird?"
eye
awesome.
contact
Yeah.
with
But
me?
she would literally like get in the urinal next to me,
The
just stare at me,
shiwi?
like I'm doing, that thing, and she'd be like, I'm doing what you're
The
doing, and I'm
shiwi's
like,
awesome.
cool, like get away from me. Nobody
Yeah.
wants
I'm
you.
just
in here.
like you.
Can you get a shiwi at Walgreens now?
Probably. I think they're available just about anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's nice.
they're great for camping.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, I've never used one personally.
Yeah.
I've never needed
think
one.
I'd
I
like
have
to.
a
Yeah.
unit that'll.
Yeah.
put it
I'd
out
like
there,
to. I think I'm gonna try it out next road trip. I'm not gonna pull
You're
over
gonna-
to piss. I'm just gonna get a shiwi and just drive it like the last trip we just went on.
I think you already
Huh?
have the equipment for that.
but yeah, you don't have to have it.
What do you mean?
It doesn't
A
hold the
shiwi is
pee.
for a girl.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
Oh, it
just,
doesn't?
It's
No,
just
it's
a
just like a-
funnel
Yeah,
thought
it,
it-
just,
that
it aims
funnels
it.
out.
where they can stand
Oh.
up and pee.
It just
Yeah.
directs the flow.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Oh,
actually
so
So
capture
you think
anything.
you were thinking like it was just like a bag?
I
where it
was
holds
thinking
your
like
piss.
F1.
Well, they make those
No,
those
but they
catheter
do have
bags.
those.
Well, drivers
Minus
have
the
said.
catheter.
And would you want that?
Drivers said most of them have never peed themselves because they get dehydrated anyway
Yeah,
while they're racing.
they're sweating all
They're
that water
sweating
out.
all
of
the
them.
shit out of
You
them.
ever pissed in Depends and sat in it? Like that shit fucks you up.
It depends.
Yeah.
Have you?
No,
Why?
that's how you get bed sores, man.
I had a friend that used to piss himself whenever he got drunk. So for his birthday, we all wore Depends to like.
And you did it,
Yeah,
just
and
to
then
see what it felt like.
well, I was sitting on the couch and I was drunk and I was like, "Fuck it," and I just did it. And I just sat in it for a while and I was like, "Yeah, it felt pretty good." Like an hour later, I got
just
that
living
chafing.
in the moment, huh?
And all that like little bead shit that comes up, it started chafing and like all in my taint, like that crease in your thigh, like it started eating that shit up. And I was like, I gotta get these fucking Depends off, dude. And they're like, did you really fucking do it? I thought everybody was doing it. I thought that was the plan.
You didn't get the memo
Oh,
that
they-
it was a joke. Huh?
They
Well,
tricked you into it, huh?
Well, I mean, the Depends were the joke, but I was like, why am I gonna wear Depends and not pee in them
I know a guy that'll do it going to festivals, big giant festivals,
and just pee on himself?
and just instead of fighting through the crowd, he'll like be up against the stage or whatever, and just whatever. I'll piss, and
Yeah.
when I get a chance, I'll go change this out or,
Yeah.
or
Is
like
that-
get rid of it.
Is that
It's weird.
genius-ness? Is that genius or is that
No.
madness?
I would just piss in a bottle.
It's very uncomfortable. Like
Bet.
like I get why
Yeah.
babies
And people know they
chafe
do
and
it,
cry.
so-
Like it's
It's still kind of awkward for me when I piss in my shower. Like,
no, I love it. I
you can
love-
just do it with on command. You can be like, I'm just gonna piss.
I
Like
can
that,
pee on
because
command.
it takes me like a few seconds for
Oh,
my
no.
head to like kind of flow. Hey, TT hole, open up.
like if it was a job and someone pointed at me like go pee on that, I could do it at any point in my life.
Oh,
Wow.
if I was either
got
gonna
paid for
die
it?
or piss on command, I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm peeing on command. Like
You can
oh yeah,
I pretty much could too.
just a little twinkle, or are you talking about
No,
a full on?
I can full on
Especially
pee.
drinking as
Full-on
much
pee.
water as I am now.
yeah. Like I just peed
Yeah.
before we did this, and I could go pee right now.
I could go pee right now.
I also
too.
have a very
Sword fight? Let's go.
bitch ass
We
bladder.
could.
Can we cross streams?
Yeah, we'll three-peat it.
You never
Yeah.
cross streams.
And
You
we'll see
always
who gets all that
cross streams.
splashback.
No.
Damn it! Hang on.
Ghostbusters
Say that again
told
in a
us
second.
never to cross.
Let's
streams.
rewind.
Yeah, and then they did
Let
a
me get
shitty
my
remake,
let me
so
get
their
my Star
opinion no
Wars
longer
stories
matters.
up now. What were you saying, guys?
Yeah,
we can
You
cross
want to
them.
cross them?
that's another thing. Yeah, they do wear them in Times Square.
Oh,
Because you
during
can't
the,
leave during New Year's Eve. I know people
Yeah.
that have done that, and just whatever. That just, I mean, the place already stinks of pee anyway.
I don't know, man. Nothing's really that important that I
No.
would just piss.
I have no
myself.
desire to stand out there.
I don't
during
care about
Times
something
Square
It's
in
you
the
New
know.
Year's Eve.
major drawback
Yeah,
of
what a
like when you
weirdo.
hear about people flying around the world and shit. You're like, dude, it sounds really cool and all, like, but it's the pissing in the bag thing that I don't know.
That's why I don't
man.
like riding
'Cause
in
you know it's gonna
Cessnas.
start stinking.
I mean,
Every time I get in the air, I
Like-
gotta piss,
Right.
and you can't just open a Cessna door and piss out the side of
It's
the
a
plane.
it's like wearing
showstopper
a
for me.
wetsuit. You ever piss on yourself in a wetsuit?
But you're in the ocean.
Yeah.
Do you
But
have you just tried a bunch of things of
I mean, I've
ways you can
peed-
piss on
I've
yourself?
peed in the ocean.
What's the
no
most
big deal.
exotic
No, I'm like
way-
wearing a wetsuit.
Hang
'Cause,
on.
like on the West Coast, it's cold.
Yeah. What's the most exotic way you've ever taken a piss?
Exotic?
And it can't be
Uh,
sexual. It's got to be just fucking. Well, I saw these whales and I thought I'd take a piss while they were shooting shit out their spouts.
I mean, I peed on someone's dog once.
Oh my. Oh well, let's change this. Let's talk about this hockey game, guys.
In my defense, a dog peed on me first.
So you just peed on
It's
the
a
dog.
dog.
That's
bro.
not exotic though.
I mean, I don't. I
That's
just. I mean,
territorial
into
pissings.
dogs?
Huh?
You had to show your dominance.
Yeah, the dog
You're like,
peed
hey,
on
I'm
me.
the alpha.
Like we were outside, and the dog was sitting in my lap, and it peed on me, and I was like,
The dog crossed the line.
So
You
I
had
had
to
to go-
show him,
I
hey,
was
I'm
like,
the alpha.
Yeah, so I had to pee on the dog.
Did you remove the dog from your lap, or did you just like, okay, fucker,
No,
you're
no,
getting
no,
this
like,
right now?
I pushed him off, and I
Unzip.
was like, "What the fuck?" And then I had to
And
pee later, and the dog was like following me, and I was like,
Oh,
"I'm gonna
okay.
pee on this
Oh,
fucking
this
dog."
is later. This is retaliatory.
Yeah, it wasn't like
afterwards.
immediate. It was more of a like I was.
So it's
drunk, the dog-
premeditated.
Man, let
Yeah.
me Google
Yeah.
psychopath real
Premeditated.
quick.
Premeditated pissing.
I mean, I guess technically I thought about it, but it wasn't. It wasn't planned. It just the dog followed me. I had to pee, and I was like, "I'm gonna pee on this fucking dog."
That's still premeditated.
That's-
fuck. What the fuck?
I mean, I'm
Very
tomato,
interesting.
tomato.
So
Where'd you
okay,
done
what
it,
about,
Matt?
What the most exotic place that I've ever
Yeah.
taken a piss? Man, let me think.
I figured you'd have one
Uh,
ready since
yeah,
you
I
asked
figured
the
you
No,
would
question.
no,
too.
no. I'm amazed with his stories.
I did it in Guam, I guess, off the balcony,
What about?
Yeah, I've done that.
let me see.
looking at the fucking water.
In the Hilton?
If that counts.
I did it
I wasn't at the Hilton. I
I
was
did
at
at the
the other
Hilton.
one.
on
I
a
was, like,
mountain,
right on the beach.
standing
I've
on
done
the
it on a
ed-
mountain.
standing on the very edge of a rock on a mountain, just pissing into like 3,000 feet
I like
below
that.
me,
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
watching it vaporize and blow away.
I did it off the side of the carrier.
I
I've
pissed
never
on
done
a.
That's kind of cool.
I pissed on a
Yeah,
grave
that's really
once.
It
cool.
was cool.
On a grave?
Yeah,
I don't think that's
because I
exotic.
was
I think that's
black
fucked
metal.
up.
Was
I-
this
I feel like black metal artists are
Mystificus
coming
Go.
on them.
Yeah.
whatever?
And then eating it. I
Yeah.
guess
Do you like to know what
black
this-
metal shitting on them, and then,
what
And then eating
inspired
and
me?
then rolling it in the dirt, and then rubbing it on themselves, and then
Yeah,
Would you
that's,
like to
that's
know
what
what
corpse paint
inspired
is.
me?
It's just
I
shit.
guess the most exotic in that regard would be like
Satan.
the waterfall in St.
Satan.
Helen.
Yeah, that makes way more
Yeah,
sense than
I've done that.
I
you pissed on
a
Mount St.
dog.
Helen.
Yeah, so like the hiking
Oh,
trail,
man.
it goes up to like the waterfall.
You
and
thought
it's,
it'd
like,
put
the
the
highest point you can
volcano
safely
out?
Go. And there's like a waterfall where the snow was melting, and we all peed in that. Does that count?
What if it erupted out right after that? Like,
I mean, I think
My
they know
joke
when
was
it's gonna go.
genius.
I mean, I would have died, but I would have peed on St. Helen. Like
Yeah.
I used to go hiking a lot, and
Yeah.
the rule was every trail needs to get pissed on.
Imagine
It's
that
a
you are the
volcano,
reason
man.
that Mount
Yeah.
St. Helens
I think if
goes
we
off
just
again.
piss on it,
like,
it'll go
what,
away.
40 years later.
I have the same rule, but it's sex.
I think if we just
Never had
piss on the
sex hiking.
volcano,
Yeah.
Wait, where?
Huh?
Oh,
it'll go
hiking.
away. No, don't do it.
But also, I haven't had a lot of sex in my life because
You have had a lot.
have not.
Oh,
That's a fucking lie.
Like maybe 3 or 4 times.
I
You're
will.
Are you an avid masturbator?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
We are nerds.
Yeah. I mean,
You know, the most exotic place I've ever taken a dump though has to be in Big Bend, where you set the toilet up.
Aren't they amazing?
It was like 300-400 feet from camp, just out in the open, and
Oh, you're
down
talking
in
about
this
the
ravine.
personal one we did.
Yeah,
that I set
down in the
up.
ravine,
I set up a
we
good
had our
shitter.
little portable toilet set up. His portable toilet set up, and
I set up a
we
good
had
shitter.
mine was
It
up
was very
closer to the
good.
thing.
Good. It was a good scouting job. I like to pat myself on the back.
Mine had a tent around it. Well, I thought they got a tent too. No, it's just out in the open. So I walked down there one morning and
lots of void.
sit down, and you just look at the mountains around you
There's
while you're just
stubs.
taking care of everything as the
stubs.
sun's coming up. And
There's
that's
Andrew.
beautiful shit.
There's Andrew on mushrooms walking around right in front of you.
I was like, normally I just lean on like a tree or something when
Yeah.
if I'm like out camping or out in the
I've-
wild and I get shit.
Yeah, I had to do it when
The
we were
rock
we were
leaning.
hunting out in like eastern Washington, and it was after a snow too. So like, there's no easy way to have to take a shit when you're in the fucking wild. But I found a downed tree, so I just sat on that. Like
I've done that in
fucking-
Arkansas.
You just drop your ass on the other side, take
Perfect.
a shit.
No.
Luckily, I had Kleenex with me. Use
No.
that.
I'll
I
just,
did
like,
that
put
up
my
in
back on the
Arkansas,
tree.
like
Pretty
last
sure
year.
there was a guy though, like fucking 6
Watching
feet
you.
away, hiding in like the bushes,
Voying.
well, waiting for a fucking elk to pop out. Just so happened, I'm pretty sure I shit in front of him.
Man, I wonder if he stayed there after he just
Just
sitting
smelling
there
your shit.
smelling that.
I hope he
while
got
you're
away
still on
because
the hunt.
ain't no elk gonna come around my shit.
Like literally
Yeah.
just a steaming pile of shit off the snow, like melting, and the dude's just chilling.
Bro.
Like this is fine. This is normal.
and it
This
was
is
one of those
cool."
like I couldn't hold it anymore. Like it evacuated fast.
you come up with crazy things like when you're out hunting or you out on the trail, you're out
Yeah.
just running
Does the
around. You're in the
shit-
middle of nowhere.
Does the
You,
shit?
you come up with
does
creative
it, when
things.
it
to
steams, is it brown? The steam, or is it just regular gray steam?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever
No.
had a steaming shit.
I've
when
had
it-
it
when-
melt
when-
through snow.
Was it steaming when you dropped that one?
Oh yeah.
Was it?
I didn't look at it.
You didn't, why wouldn't you?
You didn't whiff that thing?
I
Just
was-
gotta check it out.
I was trying to finish my
It's like a-
job and get the fuck back up the hill in the snow. I was
finish your
not
job.
worried about.
I thought you
did.
said you were hunting.
Yeah, but I shit away from where I was standing.
Did you at least cover it up or anything?
Yeah, with fucking.
I wonder if you can get a
brush
ticket
and
for
shit.
You had
that.
to
If
look
you
at
like,
it.
if you're at a national or if you're at some place where it's okay to hunt, like the
At WMA.
yeah. If you're out there hunting and a park ranger pulls up and you're dropping a deuce, do you get a ticket like you
I
would
don't
in the
think
city?
so.
As long as you're cover it up or dig it and put it up
I
somewhere.
don't think
or
they would
pick it
give you a
up.
ticket. They know what you have to fucking do.
Animals do
Yeah.
it too.
And
so,
you
I mean,
know
come
the
on.
park
That'd be
rangers have had to
shitty.
fucking do it.
Yeah, I think that's in park ranger
It'd be a
school.
shitty ticket.
Like if you see somebody taking a shit, just look the other way.
No, I think they have to take a shit in order to get their
It's
park
one of the
ranger.
That's
things.
why
badge.
they're like badges.
Yeah,
Like I took a shit.
Yeah, because like,
I've shit in the woods
That's
with
the
a
type
bear.
of stickers we should sell about our adventures.
yeah, 'cause, like,
Like,
I
you know how you guys get badges because you went down the gap of the Black Gap, right?
Yeah.
So, hey, let's just make stickers that are freaking completely novelty about the same thing. Like, I took a shit. Oh, you got your shit patch from Turner
Well,
Falls.
It's also like El Cosmico had the little patches for different things.
right.
That you did there at El Cosmico,
Let's
like
make
where
our
you
own
stayed
line of
at, or
patches.
like I got one that's a boob. I don't
How'd
know
you-
why. I
how'd
thght
you
it was
get that
funny.
one?
That's pretty
I
funny.
didn't- I
Was
just
that a
thought it
state
was funny.
park?
Patch
Like a
that's
nude
one
state
boob.
park?
It's just a boob.
I
A
like
nude
that.
state park or something?
Oh, you walked around topless. I guess that's how you
you
get
get
it.
you get beads with it or anything, or just the
Was
boob?
there refreshments?
Which technically I
Different
did walk
type-
around topless going from
different
the
type
shower
of
back to the
beads.
teepee.
Was there any food and
So-
beverages
It's
involved?
the beads that go beads.
No,
Ah,
we were out
the
of
good
mushrooms by
kind.
then.
So you just walked around
The
with
ripcord
everyone walked
kind.
around with their tops off, and
Yeah, y'all
nature
left too
walk-
early. Because Friday night is topless night, or Saturday night's topless night at
in
El
my-
Cosmico.
Cosmico.
So you missed it all.
Wait,
Did
for
they
everyone?
fire up those
the fuck is El
oh no, they
Cosmico?
couldn't because of the fire damage or
Yeah.
fire warnings.
I don't know. Sounds like Texas. Is this in
Yeah.
Texas?
Yeah, down
Yeah.
by Big me and
Uh,
Marfa.
I don't know shit
Big
about
guy.
Texas.
You need to learn, son.
Nah,
you
I'm
need
good.
to learn.
No, he's leaving as soon
Yeah.
as he possibly can.
Oh.
Where are you going?
Get the hell out of here.
Anywhere but here. Or Florida.
Why do you hate here?
You
I just
don't-
don't like it. Not a fan. The weather sucks. The people are kind of shitty, honestly. Like, not even like the sports thing, just
Like-
the people in
Well,
general.
welcome to
Hey,
our
we don't-
show.
We're not any worse than Philly, though. Like
Yeah.
we are shitty people, though, but
Well,
we're not
he's-
as bad as Philly.
He's had way different experiences than I have.
Okay, so what do you think?
I love it here. I'm
You're
getting out
staying?
of the Navy to stay here.
See,
But
you're out.
he's had
Oh,
way
yeah.
different experiences with strangers at gas stations than I have.
Yeah, I get it.
So, like, my coming in to town, so for the Navy with the whole COVID thing, we had to wear masks everywhere. And I
Ugh.
was transferring from Washington, so I didn't want to get sick, so I was wearing a mask. And, like, I walked into a store, like, it's like right across the border coming in from New Mexico. Some dude, like, looked at me, like, why are you wearing that? And I was like, fuck, dude,
Well,
let me
small
mind my-"
towns will give you shit for it.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, whatever, like, minding my business. Some dude's like, we got freedom here. And I was like, then let me be free and wear my fucking
That's-
mask,
Yeah,
dude.
it's my freedom to wear this.
And
Cool,
then
neat.
We stopped at a rest stop on the way, and some dudes, I have Washington plates. That's where I lived at the time. He saw my plates, and he's like, oh, pretty far from home, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, when you going back? And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this is like coming into the state as I'm moving here, and I'm like, I already fucking hate it here. The people drive like shit.
That's
like,
a fact.
People have gotten way
Well,
worse since COVID too.
That's
like,
what I
it's
was gonna
horrible
say too.
here now.
Last night when was it? When we went down to Dallas, I hadn't been to Dallas in a while since I moved to
Jesus.
Arlington, and had traffic, like terrible traffic. Then on my drive home, we didn't leave. Like it wasn't. It was well after any traffic should be on the highway. Wasn't it like 10:30 when we left and went to go home?
Yeah,
360 traffic. And I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I was like, this place is, it's like everywhere
That
is
I don't
LA
get.
now.
yeah.
It's like LA is everywhere now.
Yeah,
Everywhere we
Sometimes
go.
they be shutting down part of the fucking highway. I've noticed that.
yeah.
You guys have
At
40
10.
highways in this metroplex, and they're all backed the fuck up somehow.
Yeah.
It makes no goddamn sense.
because
It's
everything's
stupid.
planned 20 years earlier.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
It's not built right.
then it
It's like
takes 'em
what
And
is the
they're building
the
another
philosophical
loop around
book where the
DFW
guy
right
pushed
now.
the story where the philosophical story where the guy pushes the stone all the way up the mountain and then it just rolls back down. That's his personal hell. That's the highway system in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking annoying.
So it's crazy. I used to love it here. I was here from like 2005, 2009, and I was like, oh, it's like I turned 21 here. I used to party and rage. I loved it here, and I was like, this place is fucking awesome. I came back and was like, why did I like this place again? Like I still love that time here, but I don't know. It's just not the same.
Maybe
for
that's
me
why
anymore.
it's changed for you because you used to go out all the time, and now it takes some convincing to get you to go out.
That does. I
It
believe that
changes
though.
it,
I
'cause
think
I
when
go
people
out a
just stay
lot, and
inside,
I
you start
love
to
it.
get angry.
Yeah, why don't you go out?
'Cause you're
and
sitting
just
there looking
check
at
out the city
TikTok.
and have some fun.
I mean, I do go out every now and then.
I've gotten him to go to like South Main and stuff. He likes it over there.
Yeah.
Like I got people here that I like. Like I like. Obviously, I've met you. I like you. You seem pretty chill. Just met you. Still
Mhm.
deciding. But
That'll take a while.
yeah.
And it's a balancing act.
The few people that I've met
Takes
are
a few
cool. I
tries.
feel like
Yeah, it takes.
a lot of people are cool once you get to know them, but
Yeah.
like I
It's
don't like the way
not.
people talk to strangers here. The way they interact with strangers. Like
Yeah.
in Washington, people,
Just left you alone.
yeah, like
Yeah, they
it was
don't
one of
fucking
those.
talk to you.
You'd say hi to your neighbors, they would just like avoid eye contact, and at first I thought it was super rude, and I was like, and now I get like everyone just wants to mind their own fucking business, and then I got here and it's like everyone all the time feels the need to tell me about themselves or tell me something like you're wearing a mask or why you have Washington plates or like some dude made a comment about my car. He's like, is that a V8? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, it's not a real Hemi. And I was like, how do you have a fake Hemi? It's a Hemi or it's not a Hemi. I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I explaining my car to some fucking stranger in a gas station? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
What are you
All
driving
the
a
fucking-
Charger or?
Yeah, I have a Charger.
Did
And
you
like-
did you hey man, like do some? I just live 1/4 mile at a time, bro.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you should say. I got this for family.
Yeah. This is my family.
It carries so much
Really?
Corona.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just all the time, dude. And
There are
it's,
times.
Couldn't agree more.
There are times I wish Fort Worth was a little like New York City, and people just leave you alone when you're
Yeah.
walking the street, and just
Yeah.
mind their own business. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's always like, "Oh, it's so great here. Everyone's so nice."
I
I'm
like,
like, "Get fucked."
like I said, you've had way different experiences than I have. I've also made a shit ton of friends since I've lived here.
Yeah, I don't want those.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you
And-
hate sports and you
Yeah.
hate friends.
I don't hate friends. I like a small group of people.
He likes to jack
like
off, though.
love that.
It's
Yeah.
true. That's
He-
why he only has
I think
a
we
few
all agree on
friends.
that.
If you did that more in public, you'd
That's
get a lot more
that's
friends.
all you have to
That's
do,
true.
man. When someone starts
Yeah.
giving you a hard time in Texas, just be like, whoa, 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 bro. I like to jack off too, okay?
I thought you were
And
gonna tell me
then-
to jack off on them.
No, well,
You
I
could
mean,
do
That's
that.
$20 is
I would say that.
$20.
Yeah. I'd say if you go down to Dallas,
Mike
that's
Patton
going to
would
be
say.
way more welcome.
Who was telling me that's how they avoid fights? I
By
forgot who it
jacking,
was.
by saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
I've seen
you
that
gonna
in
jack
the
me off?
I'll throw you
Are we
off."
going to fuck or what?
Yeah.
So there used to be a bar, Final Approach, like right down before on 183 in Camp Bowie.
Yeah.
And I used to go there all the time because it was like they always had military discounts and shit. And I got in a fight with the dude there once, and I was getting the shit kicked out of me. And I just grabbed this dude's belt, and I just pulled his belt off. And he was
Oh,
like, "What are
no.
you fucking gay, bro?" And like shoved me and walked away. And I was like, "Thank God." I would so much rather this dude think I'm gay than.
Did you give him
continue
his
beating
belt
the shit
back?
out- I didn't take it off all the way. I
Oh.
just like got it undone. I started like trying to tug on his pants, and he completely backed off the fight.
Was it as a
that's
shit
a
guy?
good move.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
It was a
That
shit
is
kicker.
pretty good move.
Huh?
Was it a shit kicker?
Shit kicker?
Cowboy.
Cowboy?
Like a what?
Oh no. He was military as well.
Oh,
Yeah, he was a
Oh.
Marine dude. And,
Oh, that's same
because
thing.
man,
Same
thing.
if that
I'm
happens,
surprised the
if-
Marine guy just didn't give in and be like, "Yeah, go
If
for
that
it, man."
happens-
yeah, that's what I was
That's
thinking. Like,
because the Marine wanted to suck him off.
yeah, he didn't want to
Oh.
get sucked.
But
off.
yeah,
Oh,
if those
okay.
rodeo dudes, if you did that to some rodeo dude, that'd be an ultimate fight immediately
Yeah.
because that's their big
That's
dick
their button.
badge. That's their badge. Yeah.
yeah, especially in there, those belt buckles.
and they
are too
like
big to
fighting,
get off. Oh
'cause
yeah,
it's
I've been to the stockyards. That shit is. Every time we used to go to the stockyards, there'd always be a fight. Every fucking time.
Well, it used to be okay, but now the fights still break out, but someone comes back shooting in about 15 minutes. So it's
Yeah.
like
That's the
you-
bad thing.
You
can't just have a normal fight
I've gotten
anymore.
into a good habit, I would say, lately of anytime shit popped off in front of me and I'm at a bar or club, then I'm like, hey, whoever I'm with, I'm like, let's get out of here.
yeah,
Let's just
Oh,
go somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Because it's too dangerous. And that's like, it's so easy, too. And you hear about it every single weekend. You're like, fuck, man.
you can't even go to a fucking outlet mall anymore.
No.
I just remember people just used to. You get in a fight, you win some. Sometimes you get your ass whooped. Your friend
Yeah.
comes and picks you
Nobody
up.
wants to take an L.
You
Yeah,
sound like a
dude.
Gen Xer now.
Yeah, and your friend was just like, "Hey man, you got the shit kicked out of you." You're like, "Yeah,
Just
I
move
did."
on down.
And then you buy him a beer, rub his back a little bit, move on with your day.
Yeah.
Usually, you'd get in a fight with someone, then the next thing you know, y'all are best friends.
That's
Or
what
that's
happened
the
to
way it
me.
works,
One of my
so.
biggest fights down in Tomball, Texas. Same
Like
that happened
this.
to me.
I
We
mean,
got in a,
you know,
I got in a
You
fight
get into a
with
giant fight like this.
I got in a fight with a shit kicker, and it was at school. We both got like suspended. Then when we came back, we had ISS too, and we became friends.
I think someone's at the door.
All right,
Let's see if it's
I shall
Dave.
open it.
Get the door, Lance.
I can get it.
All right.
Lance.
I'm
gonna get a beer,
too.
Okay,
Okay.
But
Yeah,
no,
I'm
that's
gonna
the way
go
it always
TT.
like I'm not a fighter. Like I know how to fight, but I don't like fighting.
Yeah.
But I like talking shit.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can't go to bars and talk shit and not be prepared to fight. So
Yeah. It was fun watching people talk shit and stuff, and then at the bar, they think they're playing around and talking shit and stuff. Next thing you know, everybody's beating the shit out of each other, and you're like, "Oh yeah, you can't really do that.
we were
It's
at
not fun."
2008. I want to say it was like pretty soon before I left, and one of my friends, we were at Billy Bob's, and him and this dude are like sitting there just chatting, talking, whatever. They were talking some shit, but it was like they were both laughing, having a good time. Well, the dude, I guess, had like tried to pick up some girl, and he made a comment about how he got shot down, and the dude just cracked him over the head with a fucking beer bottle. And
I've
just,
seen
like-
that happen so much.
But like he caught him from the side, so he didn't see it coming. So like his head hit the corner of the table and it like knocked him out. The dude's like, "Yeah, fuck you, pussy." I'm like, "You fucking sucker punch a dude with a bottle. Like you're not
Yeah,
a badass."
and now
for
he's got
that."
brain damage,
Yeah.
probably hitting the table.
He's probably a Marine now.
Yeah. Here's. Oh fuck! I put the mic back. I'm glad Dave's here now. I'm glad we weren't waiting to start the show for you.
Yeah, welcome.
Good grief.
You know I hate to be late, but I heard it's fashionable this season.
I don't think it's ever.
I don't think that was on.
I didn't hear him.
Get the memo?
Oh, we
I
can't
don't
hear
know.
you.
I can't hear you.
I don't know. Hold on. Let's see.
I think
Here.
your mic's off.
Talk again.
We fixed them all earlier when we started.
Huh?
So we fixed them all earlier when we started.
Yeah, it also I think it just got unplugged.
When you're here on time.
Check 1 2.
I
Alright,
hear
now
him
we can hear
now for
Yeah.
sure.
Sweet. Hey y'all.
See, we do all our mic checks before we start the show, and our show starts at 8 o'clock, and we always tell everybody to be here about 7:30, 7:45.
What time?
You
is
know, I was volunteering over at the animal shelter.
That doesn't work.
And
That doesn't work in here.
we lost one today, man.
Oh,
It was
I'm
right
so
before.
sorry, but this is way more important than any lost animal. in
Y'all
the
like Sarah
soul.
McLaughlin?
I like her music.
I don't.
Guys,
I
gals,
will
serenades you.
She's got one
remember
fucking song.
Yeah, it's the most beautiful song in the world.
Wait, no, that's not it. That is one of her songs. It's the other one.
It's the angel
In
one.
the
arms of
an
an
angel.
angel.
we're gonna get demonetized. Hold up, let me talk over this.
Oh, I think we already are
Really?
demonetized. I think Disney's gonna send us the cease and desist or
God
something all this time.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just Fight Fest
Are
here
they
on
gonna
the Stars game
fuck
now.
or
If you're
what?
watching, no one gives a shit. It's 4-0 Vegas,
Look
and
at
it's
Rob-
just everybody's beating the shit.
Look
out
at
of
Robertson trying to
yeah.
grow a fucking beard.
Yeah.
That shit is terrible.
I like watching Robertson try to fight. Like
Oh,
he's just a little
he's-
dude.
yeah.
Like you're not gonna fight. Come on. Speaking of fighting, we never really got to shoot the shit, but I wanted to talk about the show we went to last night, which was Thrice at the Echo Lounge in Dallas.
Okay.
And-
my report has, or my homework hasn't come out yet, but we can do that.
I just want to talk more. I mean, Thrice is Thrice. It was a good show. They sounded good. Everything sounded great. You
Was
know,
that the
was I
artist
gonna-
in the ambulance tour?
Fuck, I feel like
yeah,
an
I think
asshole.
so.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this
Come on.
camera's messed up.
Did they-
Yeah, I was
Fuck.
the venue is. It was my first time to go to the Echo Lounge,
Where is it at?
or is it the Echo and the Echo Lounge is in the
It's
Echo?
the Echo Lounge,
Is that in,
and
is that in
It's right
Dallas?
there in Dallas, right
No.
when you get in, right when you get into downtown where the Mavericks practice, and so
I gotta change this out because fucking cameras. God,
it's
this makes
it was
me
a cool
crazy.
venue. Like it reminded me of a lot of places that I used
Not
to
that one.
watch music
one.
when I was younger, except
There
the
we go.
actual lighting is set up a lot. Like there's more technology, you could tell, and that might be just because
It's Mark Cuban's joint. It's connected to the Mavericks practice facility
Oh, that's
where
dope.
the old community used to be.
yeah,
It's that same building. If you
Okay.
ever went to the old community, now it's all the old community and Mavericks practice and all their front offices, everything over there. And then, if I remember right, that space was storage or something for a bit, and they turned it into a club. And
yeah.
man, it's nice. I mean,
Yeah, we've been rough on old Cuban, the Cubanator, for a while because of some of the dumb shit he did towards
Well,
the end
fuck
of the
the
season
Mavericks and the shit he
COVID.
did.
The way he handled COVID, I thought was, he's like, I've been on to him a little bit. I've called him elitist scum a couple of times and stuff, but nice venue.
yeah, the venue's
I'll give it
freaking
a-
great.
it-
It,
what it-
sounded
it-
good in
it
there.
looks like
the
they went
lighting
in-
was fantastic.
It looks like he went in and like, I want this to be really good, a nice little place for good loud bands and stuff, any type of music, and just make it the best you can for me. Probably had a lot of ideas and stuff and bounced it off the right people, but it's a fucking really sharp little music venue.
What I do hate though about it from
Uh-oh.
a photography standpoint,
I lift him up for you to tear him down about lighting.
no, it's the stage. It's one of those. It's one of those. It's knee high, and it's
Knee-high.
very weird. Yeah.
I think it's
Sorry.
near
How am I?
You know what it felt like? It felt like I was at the Peach Pit after dark. You ever watched old 90210? That's what
No,
it felt
no, I
like to
haven't.
me.
Yeah,
It was all
It was the
nice
blues,
and swanky like
the-
that, and
the
felt
blue lights
cool.
and stuff.
But it was the club that Tiffany Amber Thiessen ran next door to
Mhm.
Mel's. You know,
I'm just
diner.
picturing any bar in any sitcom that they go to all the time. There's
Yeah,
light music.
that's what it feels like.
Cliche looking one.
But the stage was just it wasn't high at all. It wasn't a nice tall stage. So
It was like Andy's.
yeah, like anybody like. I can now see that when Wrecking Ball was there and half the crowd was on stage, I see why.
Because if you're
'Cause
not
you're
Well, they
6
kept
feet,
right
you can't
there.
see shit. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
well, they kept jumping on stage and jumping off onto people.
That
and
might be
stage diving and stuff.
That's kind of the thing at these kids' shows these days.
No, I
though,
get it,
is
and
like-
fuck the
Kids
originally.
shows.
But
That's
the,
how
these
Dada
kids
is.
today-
Dada is a very short
yeah, it's a
stage.
short stage too. But I get it for Dada. Dada's a club.
Yeah.
This is a venue.
Oh, it's like big as fuck.
So it's not like a
2,000 people, right?
oh,
1,500.
Is it? You think it's 2,000?
So,
I thought it was
let
more
me
intimate
see
than
what
that.
it
It
is.
might be.
Studio at the factory size or bigger?
Studio
It's-
at the factory
yeah.
size.
Okay.
Is
Right
exactly
around there.
Yeah,
right
that'd be
there.
weird with the
Yeah.
short stage.
With a knee-high stage.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
picturing
that's
like a
weird.
legit bar with a stage on it, like one of those wide
like
bars.
an
that
El
have a stage.
Corazon type thing.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing in my head. Not like an actual venue.
Sometimes they'll just have it outlined in tape, you know.
I mean, yeah, just a little marker.
Yeah.
Put those little barriers up that no one's gonna respect,
Yeah.
and then have that one
Oh
security
yeah,
guard.
during
Unless
COVID.
it's fucking
Dun, dun,
Ridgely.
dun, dun.
and
When
I
you're a
don't
band
fuck
and you show
Ridgely.
up,
I don't think I ever went to a show when they had you like where they had everything roped off, like taped off to where you had to be in a certain section. I don't think I ever went.
I went a
Wow.
little too high.
Wamu
It's
was like
1,000
that.
people.
That's what I thought.
1,000
Right around
people in there.
1,000 is
Yeah,
what
it was
I
like
thought.
Lamu had it. There was the one up front and there was the one in the back. Like they basically had the whole pit barriered off.
Yeah.
So like this is the pit, and if you're not in the pit, you don't mosh. And then they had like the two
Yeah.
side parts of some like bench seating in the back, and then another barrier for like the bar. Like everything was perfectly sectioned off. Like
But it
this
was
is
the
for-
worst venue I've ever been to.
Yeah, and
Really?
Every section's like you only do this particular thing in this section. You
Yeah.
drink here, you
Yeah.
sit here,
Yeah.
you pit here. Like your standing room is like on both sides, and everything is blocked off. And then there's even like barriers and directing you like out the back towards the
Yeah.
bathrooms. Like it's
It's not a good place.
Really.
And it's just it's
The sound was good.
The sound was fantastic.
The bass
in
was a
there.
little deep, but I think that's what the band that opened up
Probably
that Holy
wanted
Fawn
that.
wanted.
Yeah.
But freaking thrice, good gosh, man!
It sounded
They
fantastic.
got
It
exactly
sounded
those
good.
kids. They got exactly what they wanted, whatever the ticket was, because they were on fire.
Yeah, they were really, really freaking good.
they played Artists in the Ambulance in full, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've never
Yep.
seen them live.
If you don't, I'll say this: if you like the architecture and the vibe of the Ridgely, but don't like the the behind the scenes stuff, Arlington Music Hall is pretty much the same venue.
But it's all
Arlington
country
Music Hall?
stuff and bluegrass stuff.
You know, it
and
was in the '90s. They
download.
did that Johnny High stuff.
Where's that?
But
Where's the Arlington Music
Right by
Hall?
you,
It's kinda
by
on the
the
square.
Oh, you're talking about right there
Mushroom
by
Music.
the
Magic
Mushroom?
Mushroom or Mushroom Pizza or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Was it
Mellow
mushroom pizza?
Mushroom?
Mellow mushroom.
Mellow
yeah, that's
Mushroom.
it.
I
Mellow
thought that
mushroom.
was by
They used to have
TCU.
badass pizza
They have a
too,
couple of
man.
them.
Oh, okay.
I
The
saw
one in Denton was fucking.
My sister
awesome
played
for
there,
a
and
while,
it was.
man. The pizza was good.
It was,
I think they've shot them all down except
it
the.
was okay.
Yeah, I had it when I had it like probably 10 fucking 13 years ago, and it was awesome. And then I had it.
And they had
like,
changed things up.
Yeah, it just wasn't as. Maybe it was just I was super stoked about having it for the first time in Florida,
Yeah.
and then I
I think
years later.
I don't think there's
and it was
many open
okay.
anymore. I think they've pretty much been like.
Well, there's like what 2 in Fort Worth, maybe.
I
Is
didn't.
there?
I always
All
thought
I
there
know
was
know
there's
there's
the
one in
one by-
Arlington now.
There's one by TCU.
Yeah, and that's
in
the one
that
I've been to.
roundabout.
And that one used to be good, but I've been back and I don't think it's like
Yeah,
good
it
anymore.
wasn't-
Back in the day, it was good.
Yeah.
That was like our hangover spot. We'd always go there because we hung out with some TCU kids. And
Yeah.
we'd always go there because they always talked about how awesome
But
it
that-
was.
Fuck it, I'm in. August 18th, Petra. I'm so there.
The Christian band.
Yeah, they're at the.
God gave rock and roll to you, Petra.
Yeah. They're at the
I
Arlington
think
Music
that's
Hall.
the band that I told you the story about when we were at Big Ben. My first like mega dose.
Was with Petra.
I think Petra was the band that was eating the mic.
I go see Lori Morgan, Crystal Gale,
Just a side note.
Daughtry. Daughtry's
Daughtry.
coming to there.
Who's that?
You don't want to know.
Daughtry?
He
Nothing.
won,
Is that a
didn't
band?
he win American Idol?
Yeah,
Wasn't
he's
that
American
Daughtry?
Idol,
Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
he's the I'm coming home. That guy.
Oh yeah, that thing in the '90s where they all kind of sounded like Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
tried to
Yeah.
sound. That's what Daughtry sounds
Well,
like.
and
right?
it started with that
Neil
dude
McCoy.
from
Go see my boy.
Mother
Neil
Love
McCoy.
Bone,
He did the song. He was the one that did that like cover of someone else's song about like
Andrew Wood.
talking about the other girl or whatever, like
I
on the
don't know,
phone.
probably.
I don't know. I know the name. I remember from
She's
American
just
Idol.
You're not missing. Yeah,
girl.
it's who
Is
it
that
is.
Petra?
You're not missing anything.
Is that a new
Yeah, you
Petra
don't need
single?
to. All right, I'm in. Friday, January 12th. Well, this could be my birthday. Polly Shore, Stick with Dancing.
Oh,
Stories
what?
from my childhood.
Absolutely,
in.
I'm in.
I'll go there. Polly Shore in Arlington, man.
Oh
I'm in.
hell
We can
yeah!
take some.
100%.
Yeah.
In.
Sign me the fuck up.
I fucking can't stand that. Dude.
I love
Why?
Polly Shore so
It's
fucking
just so
much.
You hate the
Annoying.
wheeze?
You can't
so
hate the wheeze,
fucking
man.
annoying.
The
You
Leaning
can't hate
Tower
it.
of Cheese.
Yeah. The only movie I was entertained with him was
That'd be a
Encino Man.
hey.
That
That
was
would we need to try
Dude,
to see if
In
we
the
can
Army
get him on
Now
the
is
show.
so good.
it. No,
We got to try to
That
see if
would
we can get him on the
Son-in-law,
show.
Probably
so
could.
fucking good.
absolutely not.
Probably could
you're
reach out to him
fucking
this far out.
crazy. Biodome was
Yeah.
terrible.
Biodome was okay.
Biodome was greatness.
I hate
It depends on what state you're at when you watch that movie.
It's the Baldwin brother that ruined that movie for me.
All the Baldwins fuck everything up.
It's true. That is
Except
true.
for 30 Rock. Alec Baldwin was hilarious. in
Yeah,
that.
he waited till he left that,
That was-
show to
yeah.
shoot somebody
Yeah.
on set.
Can't believe they finished that movie.
I can't either.
Like,
Didn't he get cleared of that shit?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not that we're shocked, but
I,
I mean, they
mean,
finished
yeah,
The Crow after that dude died.
you pat enough hands, you get off.
it's because all the
Whatever,
bands on the
but-
soundtrack
Well, they also
demanded
had
it.
Yeah.
They had enough of him
Made.
that they could still
Yeah.
finish the movie.
Same thing with Queen of the Dam with Alicia. Was Alicia? Alicia, right? That died?
I don't know.
The
I've seen the
Anne
movie
Rice
one time.
movie.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Queen of the Dams, when she was like supposed to be the main character, but she
So-
died.
with the
Oh,
corn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they
the,
just
the Jonathan Davis soundtrack.
yeah, so they just
Yeah.
completely just like wrote around her not being in the movie. She's in like maybe like less than a quarter of the movie, and she was supposed to be like the main character, and they just turned the dude in the band into the main character. In it.
Oh yeah.
Damn, people are fucking leaving.
They are
pissed,
bolting
dude.
from the AAC.
Just think, man, you could be up there just.
You just get drunk at the
Fuck
Jack
you.
Daniels.
I wouldn't even
fucking
wanna-
bar.
I would pay
That's
for
what
a
I
ticket
do.
just to sit by the exit and just shake my head at people walking out like, your team fucking sucks.
I should never have come to this stupid.
And then so it'll be
game.
like, oh yeah, who's your team?
I don't
None.
know.
Whatever
None of
team
them.
they're playing is my team that day.
Yeah, I would be. Does it matter? Your team sucks.
Yeah,
That's
we
what I
were,
would say.
I guess I'm gonna have to get my Vegas hat out of the closet
Yeah, put it
and
in
start
the-
wearing it around.
like, we
Gross.
literally went to a game at like the Packer Stadium in Wisconsin, and I was like, "Oh, it's super cool." I literally got a cheese head just so they could have a bad play, I could take it on my head, but like, "Man, fuck this team." and everyone's looking at me like, "What the fuck?" No, man, I'm fucking done with these guys. Like they're all upset about it, and then, I mean, I still take it home.
Yeah.
But in that moment, it
That'd be
just felt
funny.
good to see.
You
all the
should do
fans
that with
upset.
the mask, the mask that we were just talking about. The what is it? The wrestling mask.
Luchador
mask?
Luchador mask.
I don't think we were talking about those.
Yeah, we were.
like a
I brought it
long
up.
But if
time
you-
ago.
It was
we were
way
talking
back.
about the.
If you were trying to pull that off
Cowboys
your head
fans.
though, and it got
Oh.
stuck,
Rewind the
you're
tape.
trying to get that damn thing off. trying to-
Only
so you
if
can
it's the
slam
one
it
that Rey
down.
Mysterio Jr. used to wear. That'd be the only
Fuck
one I
Rey
would rock.
Mysterio Jr.
What? The dude was a fucking badass.
Wow.
No, he's a bunk.
Oh,
bitch.
but I'm the hater.
I say one thing and I'm the hater.
So full of
suddenly.
hate, bro. Chill out.
Oh, dude, look, 3 extra bonus hours on the DVD of Yellowstone, man. I bet you they sell those out at Walmart.
Walmart.
Probably.
That and Metallica.
And yeah, Metallica,
72 seasons in Yellowstone.
Metallica metal and Metallica westerns, and then
We
also
got to get the Lil Jon Metallica collaboration. I feel like the Yaz would be out the roof. Like, you know what I mean?
hey,
That's
freaking
probably would actually be good.
tell them about the shit we heard a DJ do last night.
Yeah, so at the Echo, they have an upstairs area and they have a nice VIP bar, and we weaseled our way in there, and we're hanging out in the VIP bar, and in between bands, in between that Holy Fawn and Thrice, they have a DJ in there, and this DJ starts he fires up. He's like, "Oh, Holy Fawn's done, all right," and he runs over to a set and he fires this shit up, and we start hearing Tool sober, and we're like, "All right, cool, cool." And then it loops the whole intro, the whole bit. Dun 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 dun. It loops a couple times, and you can hear it.
So
You're
you
like,
think
okay,
you're about
okay.
to hear Tool,
Yeah,
or some kind of mix of Tool,
you know that it's looping for a reason. He's
Right.
Yeah,
about
like
to
it's
throw-
building to something.
right?
Well, then it rolls on through, and as like everything kind of kicks in with the guitar and everything, Run the Jewels over it,
Yeah.
and it was
Like one of their older songs. It wasn't off the new album. It was one of their older songs. It's fucking.
I mean, I like Run the Jewels, so I don't hate it.
I didn't hate it at
No,
all.
we
I
didn't.
thought this
fuck
was
with
cool
Run
as
the
shit.
Jewels, so
yeah, Run the Tools.
Yeah,
That's what we came up with.
Oh, is that
man.
what-
That
oh,
must
so
be
that was
Run the
one of the,
Tools.
that's where Run the
you
Tool
said
came
that earlier.
from.
I was like, who the fuck is Run the Tools?
Yeah,
It was an awesome, and then
Yeah.
I was like,
we need to
did
find
he
out
do
who
this
that
on
dude
his own?
was.
Because a lot of these stupid DJs are just grabbing shit off the internet.
Yeah.
These mix-ups.
I think after like Oh My Darling came out, I was like, all right, I fuck with this. Because I'm not a huge Killer Mike fan, but I fuck with Run the Jewels. Like,
Yeah.
super hardcore.
Run the Jewels is great.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was really cool.
Run the Tools.
The only thing I ever had on Shoot the Shit, do you want to talk about this weekend coming up?
Oh yeah, this is my last show as a bachelor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Getting married this week.
congratulations.
That's why I was
Yeah.
coming over here. It hit me. I was like, damn, this is gonna be the last time that I do a show as a single man. Well, not single because I've been with her for a while, but
She's like, listen, like, fuck this.
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, we
But
did
being
it.
a
That's
hitched
it.
man.
Yep, gonna be hitched next week. This time next week we'll be doing the show, and I'll be like, I can't joke like that anymore.
I'm sure there's like 2
I've
women out there
become
with their cats just so
sophisticated.
sad.
Huh?
There's like 2 women out there in Fort Worth with their cats just so sad that you're off the
Yeah.
market.
Just crying.
Yeah.
Well, either congratulations or condolences.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll be one of
The
one
choice
of.
is yours.
It's probably a bit
Yes,
of both.
bit of both,
It's
probably.
a bit of both.
We'll see. We'll meet back in a few years.
Yeah.
yeah.
This weekend's Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be crazy because
There's a
Friday
lot going
morning,
on.
I get up and my son graduates. He actually
Tight.
made it through school.
Fuck yeah.
Congratulations.
My daughter.
Today was
is-
his last day, and he's just elated. He was like, this is great. All right.
And
My
it's
daughter's graduating next Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff going on. Summertime stuff going on.
So I get up to go to the graduation, then I go to your wedding, your little marriage, and
My
then
little marriage.
Saturday
That sounds
is
so cute.
the reception, and then Sunday is the graduation party, and it's
Yep.
gonna be freaking nuts, man.
It's gonna
We're gonna
a
be
rough
either
gonna be
really
fun.
grumpy on Tuesday or really relieved and happy and
Well,
hungover.
you know, we did this when we left Big Ben. You know, there was this whole, or when we were there, we were the pack of doing this 75-day sober, cleanse up, clean
yeah.
things up, and everything.
That's been fun.
Yeah, that's been fun. So I haven't had
Mm.
anything to drink. I've cut out caffeine, which hurt. Like that was the
Nah, I can't
critical,
do
you
that.
already lost
critical
me.
hardcore headache.
Fuck
Sugar.
that.
I'm
and
weaning off
carbs.
sugar and carbs right now, but the thing is,
75 days.
I know, but on Saturday,
But you guys-
Oh, I told you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep doing it. If I'll try to stay on top of the carbs and alcohol on that day. But if I do end up, partaking over to the point where it kicks me out of ketosis, then I'm gonna not count that day in my streak on my app, and then add 7 days to our 75 days, so it'd be 83 days sober is the plan.
huh?
I don't think the math adds up
80,
on that.
82.
Was that Russian collusion?
Let him go 83.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Let him go 83.
Okay.
82, right?
It was
82.
It's
82
85.
or
It's
83?
85.
Yeah. The
But
threes
I don't
and the
even know.
The sevens and fives confuse the crap out of me. Apparently, a lot of people with ADD have problems with sevens and fives.
Being without alcohol realizes that I need chocolate bars.
Which is funny because I made a shot of text for chocolate
Everybody
bars this
has
morning, and he said, "Yeah, well, join the line to the left."
yeah. Oh,
Well,
man.
yeah, it's gonna
What
be
do you
a big
reach for? What do you
weekend.
go for if you're getting a chocolate bar?
Oh man, like a straight up one out of a QT.
Yeah. It's just some branding,
Man.
some promotion. Let's see what's out there.
Oh, not microchips or polka dots.
No, he's
That's-
we're
we're talking about real things.
We're talking about the real ones that you get at QT.
I was just
okay.
wondering which type of.
Not the fungi
I didn't know
ones.
which. Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
know which
yeah.
kind of chocolate bars you guys are talking about.
That's what I
I
was
guess it
talking
doesn't
about.
matter.
That's
They're
my
all owned by the
niche.
same
That's what I thought you were talking about.
But I would say my go-to. I like the sneakers with the almonds.
It's called a sneaker with the almonds.
Sneakers with the almonds.
Sneakers. In the Navy, we're not allowed to eat Snickers.
Snickers.
Yeah, not on Fridays.
Not on any day.
Why?
Because there's a superstition that if you're in aviation, it downs jets. And on
okay.
Friday, you get fucked and you have to stay
Yeah,
late.
because why would you eat
Uh,
a Snickers unless you're going to be here late and you're hungry? And I'm like, I don't know.
The
maybe-
logic doesn't make sense, but
Yeah.
it's happened, and I don't fuck with that.
I do.
I don't eat bars.
I eat them all the time.
I'll get
I spit
the
bars.
Reese's Pieces or the Reese's Cups or the Kit
You
Kat.
can do perks.
I can.
Little chip.
Reese's Fast Break is my fucking shit.
Yeah,
Those are
nice.
pretty
Those are
fucking
good.
That's my favorite.
Those
one.
are good. Yeah.
I fuck with those like all the
And I guess that's a bar. I mean,
Um,
yeah.
And you can't go wrong with the old peanut butter Twix. Mm-mm.
I'm sorry,
That's
what?
good. The peanut butter Twix.
There's a
Never
peanut
had-
butter Twix?
I didn't even know
Yeah.
that was a thing.
What the
We
fuck?
got cookies and cream Twix, man.
I've seen that. I've never seen a peanut butter Twix. That's life changing.
I had
I'm
the-
gonna
Yeah,
have
I need to go
that
find
shit.
this.
What was it? That
Man, that's like the
fucking
oldest
green
one they've
one?
had.
Like-
That one in the original, wasn't it?
What's the deal with Pop Rocks, man?
If Reese's and
Out.
Twix do a combination there.
I can't
Pop
find any
Rocks.
Pop Rocks anywhere.
Too many
Yeah.
exploding seagulls, man.
What's that green?
People
ice
are
cream
shoving them up
shit?
their
Like,
bum.
Or Fun BJ's.
they have in Japan that green ice cream.
They're selling
shit?
them in different shops now. That's
Moose-
what's
Mochi?
going on.
Mochi, yeah, the
Mochi.
mochi ones, yeah. They have like a mochi Kit Kat. That's pretty fucking bomb. The green one, it's
Fuck,
fucking
yeah?
dude, I
fire.
miss Japanese Kit Kats.
Yeah, they have like the randomest
craziest
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
flavors.
bro.
I used to get a whole bunch of those.
Yeah.
And you go to whatever that Japanese store.
H Mart.
No.
No.
Datsu or
I know what you're
whatever.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they'll have them in there.
Yeah, and they just like whatever it is,
awesome.
it tastes exactly like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Like I had it was like a Lay's potato fucking
I had
Kit
that
Kat,
one, yeah.
and I was like, it literally tasted like biting. It was a chocolate bar that tasted like biting into a fucking Lay's chip. It's the weirdest fucking feeling in the world
I
because
was,
the texture's off, but the taste is so fucking perfect.
Have you noticed that with sodas and stuff like that? Like there's stores in Denton, like Rocket, something like that, where you can just buy. It's got like walls and stuff, and they got every like flavor. It's like Birdie
Yeah.
Bots every flavored beans. Or,
Yeah, I had a
or-
bacon one like that, and it literally
It's
tastes.
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it literally tastes like someone like took bacon fat and poured it and carbonated it. It's
Mm.
fucking horrible.
I
Salt
accidentally
and all.
got it. Now you're talking about hating how
Yeah.
you're hating Texas again.
Yeah.
Central Market they had these beautiful looking brownies one day, and I was so hungry, and I might have even been doing keto at the time, which is what I'm
I thought
pretty
you were
much
going
doing
somewhere
now.
else.
And no, this was a non dosed brownie, just a regular brownie, and it looked delicious. I get it because I thought it had pecans on it. It had chunks of bacon on it.
Ugh.
It fucked it up.
Yeah.
Really?
It was yeah.
Because
it
chocolate and
fucked it up.
bacon goes together.
I
It
don't
does,
like it.
and
I don't
with the
like it.
millionaire's bacon that you can get at like Twin Peaks or something, I was like, okay, this could be really good. But then when I took a bite, it didn't hold up. It was
That
like this is fucking
sucks.
horrible.
Because like they have like the
Hold
the
up, like it's a movie.
maple bacon donuts and shit. That shit's fire.
Yeah.
I think they're
And they
fucking
do-
Like
trash.
what was the
I mean,
the
I won't
donut
go out
shop
of my
down
way
at
to
Deep
get 'em,
Ellum?
but they're
They got one like over there
Hypnotic.
on 7th Street again.
Hypnotic
talking
Arch
about,
Donuts.
Donut, yeah.
They had
They got one
that.
over there. That's
And
pretty
I
good.
just don't like bacon in my donuts. I think it's a weird mix.
The
It's
big
fine
donut
going
shop
forward.
downtown
Isn't the
too,
best.
on Sundance Square.
that
they
place
have
is fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that
Funky
place-
Town
Yeah,
Donuts.
Funky Town Donuts.
That
They
place
got
is
good
good.
I
shit.
haven't had those donuts.
That shit. They have a fucking
I'll drive
a bear
over there to
claw
get
or
'em.
an apple. They have an apple fritter that's like this fucking.
Yeah,
big.
it's gigantic.
I
my
got
I
it.
ordered it one
I
day
had
and
it
was
for
like,
like
whoa.
3 days?
Yeah.
Yes, I had it too. I
was
was like,
so
I didn't know it
good.
was
Did
this
it get
big.
better?
Yeah, and it
It's
was
like day two.
it was legit. Like
day
it
two
wasn't like
spaghetti.
sometimes when they make shit like extra big, it's not as good.
Yeah, the flavor
No,
just
it
goes
was
to
still
shit.
fucking fantastic.
That's it. I think the best day two meal that you can have, the meal that keeps on giving, is spaghetti.
Yep, I was
Because
gonna
you
say
can
the
do
same thing.
you know why? It's the day two spaghetti sandwich that you make, where you put the butter on the bread, put the butter on this bread, and put the
It's
full
Texas
on.
toast only.
You could do that's good too, but I just
Yeah.
go Mrs. Baird's and just slop that butter on there and just
I think
bam.
you could also get a lot with soup.
And
You know,
then-
soup like you just add to it.
Especially if it's
Yeah.
spicy.
I don't-
Anything
I don't
spicy
know,
for me that's not
yeah, I
good
heard
because
about
it, like,
that
it
the
has
other
more
day.
kick
Yeah.
to it.
Yep.
Some chili with some.
That's
I
the
ain't
other
tried
thing
no
is
100-year-old
the
shit.
you can put it in a bag like the guys in It's Always Sunny, in I guess people in the like all over the baseball league that we have, Major League Baseball, put spaghetti in the bag.
And they take it to
the
games.
game.
I thought that's what
Spaghetti.
we were going to do at the last game was eat spaghetti at the
We
game.
forgot.
Yeah.
We were
like
supposed
put
to.
in a Ziploc and
In a
like
Ziploc
hide it.
bag,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then
genius.
do you, like, do you eat it with a spoon or you
Genius,
just
man.
drink it out?
I mean, you could
You-
probably do whatever
most
the
people
fuck
just
you
do the
want.
spoon.
Eat it with
Ah,
a
okay.
spoon.
or a
I'm
fork.
just picturing someone like cracking a corner open, like slurping it in like SpaghettiOs or
I'm
something.
sure that's happened probably.
Mm.
That I think that's a Philly thing from what I heard, and it's like it's funny. Like ESPN will always film the guy that's got the bag of spaghetti, but I think Philly's actually done it for
Philly
a while.
does weird
Yeah.
shit though.
But
They'll
some
also
of
be
it,
doing
dude, some
milk
of it
steaks,
sounds
dude.
genius,
Milk
man.
steaks
Yeah.
though.
Like Philly's that trashy
yeah.
city that has like these great ideas. You're like, I'm kind of like ashamed that I'm doing this in public, but it's also kind of
Yeah,
awesome
but-
at the same time.
Right. Exactly. Everybody's like, dude, Stubbs. Like everybody that I know that's lived there or been from there is like, man, if you showed up, dude, there'd be some things that you would really, really like. And I think about some of the stuff they do, like the spaghetti in the bag and stuff, and just all the dumb shit they do. Sometimes I'll hear something, and I'll be like, doesn't sound too bad,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like this is probably dumb as shit, but I want to try it.
Yeah,
And then it always
yeah.
it fucking works out.
Yeah, white trash is everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
They are.
Yeah, and
I mean,
and
Kid Rock's got a show at Dickies. I don't know how.
that's Walmart rock.
Is
Kid Rock.
is it
I
even
mean,
rock?
he's
That boy's a
catering.
Yankee.
He's
Is he-
catering to
is
his
he not-
audience.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
not Walmart
He's,
anymore?
Nah.
He's more
he's
just
Bud
MAGA
Light Rock.
MAGA rock.
Yeah.
That is exactly
He's
what
Yeah,
turned
that
it
that
on
is
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
what it is.
Yep.
Man, I could do rock and roll and metal genres all day. MAGA rock.
Well,
Just
them and Five Finger Death Punch.
Five Finger Death Punch is
The
definitely
ex-
MAGA rock.
The exact same person.
It's
Ex-
terrible.
You know what? It's
Mm.
mega. It's MAGA metal.
And plus Trapped.
I was just about to say
Right.
them. Like, I was
Throw
like,
Trapped
didn't they
in
play at the
there.
Rail Club?
Yeah,
Yes.
but nobody listens to Trapped anymore.
Man,
I
you go
still
to
got
Walmart,
listening
dude.
to
Someone does.
Do they really?
Dude, you go to Walmart, you'll see some some Slipknot tattoos and like Trap right under there.
Really?
Like
Oh, that
bro.
demographic.
Yeah.
They were like
Yeah.
such a one-hit wonder, though.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true butt rock.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that shit was-
That's arena butt rock.
I
It's
did.
like
I did.
they're
fuck
the
with
ones
that
that
song
did
when
the
it came out.
Everybody did because we were all angsty and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll take you on. But that guy really believed that shit.
Yeah.
And, like he still
still
tours.
believes
What,
it.
Yeah,
what
and
was his
closes
deal?
out his
What was
tour.
his deal?
Huh?
Are y'all talking about the singer from Trap?
Yeah, like
What's
he,
his deal?
He's the
He's
one
like
who
a-
used to get in a
what-
fight with Riley.
He used to get in a fight. He gets
Yeah,
in a fight with
yeah,
He's fine
everybody.
with
on Twitter.
anybody.
He
On
got in a fight
Twitter
with-
fucking
Yeah.
argues with literally everybody.
I just. I
He's
saw-
like Ronnie Radke, but worse.
Those people need help.
I just remember seeing a clip of him like saying
accurate, though.
headstrong.
It
And
is.
he
It's
goes
pretty great.
headstrong to take you, and then like he puts the mic out, and no one
And
in the
there's
crowd
3
said
people in the
anything.
crowd.
And like he just like gets upset on stage. I'm like, yeah, fuck
Hey, that
dude.
reminds me. There was some band in my Instagram feed that I saw. I'm pretty sure they're local too. That I'm following. That played out at. It looked like Target on Roof Snow or something. It was like 377 over there.
Who was it?
Not Roof Snow.
Are you
377.
talking about the band that set up in front of GameStop?
GameStop?
Yeah, that wasn't here.
Dude, did you see the kids that were
Yeah.
running around though?
They were going nuts.
I thought it was here. I'm pretty sure that it was
Scowl
here in
played
this
in
area.
A,
it was in
I don't-
DFW.
I didn't think it was
Scowl.
here.
I don't know
They
what that
played
is.
in a Sonic in New Jersey.
That'd be awesome.
I support that. Remember that? Do y'all remember the
What the fuck is
Denny?
up,
Denny's?
It's
The
fucking.
Denny's
It's
video.
10 years old now.
So awesome.
That's been 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Good
there's still
Have you
a
ever
band.
listened to the rest of the music?
Uh-uh.
It's honestly pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
Is it good?
The
it
band
sounds
is
like
actually
that,
pretty
It sounds like
solid.
that band up in was it Wichita that you like? That core metal band that you stumbled across?
Powerlifter?
Yeah. Oh, is it Powerlifter?
That's a great name.
The
Yeah,
Powerlifter
that's kinda-
Is
were
it
the guys that
Powerlifter?
they were
That'd be
like,
a good hardcore name.
They were metal chip tone guys.
No, these guys were like it was like Alpha Wolf. Like that kind of metal.
Oh,
except
okay.
except
So they're
more dropped. It was
drops.
like an A, like drop A.
I think if I just heard of a band name, something like Alpha Wolf or something
Like
like, that,
Palapinto-
I'm immediately just like, I'm out.
Palapinto-
Alpha Wolf
something.
pretends that they're hard, and then
Or-
they cry when people fucking crowd kill.
Yeah.
Or
They're
you buy a
fucking
ticket and take the
pussies.
ride. And
I don't like Alpha Wolf because they're a bunch of fucking crybabies.
I would
What do
go-
they cry
yeah, I'm
about?
not gonna-
So they play music that's like perfect for crowd killing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then bitch when people crowd kill.
That's why they write the music they
They write
I thought-
perfect. Their breakdowns are perfect for
Yeah.
crowd killing. Like let the people. do
There's
what the fuck
crowd
they're gonna
killing
do.
bands, and then there's like Feldog. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Feldog.
No, it's
Y'all
a
know
good
Feldog?
fucking name. though.
Corey Feldman. Have y'all seen his band?
Oh yeah.
Corey Feldman has
yeah,
a band.
I saw him over at the Rail Club with Cody
What's
Lynn
his
Boyd.
deal, man?
It's
Is
crazy.
he mentally ill or is he just?
I mean,
like,
Yeah.
I think
he's
he's just,
what is he? Is he bipolar or something?
I think he's just
or-
rich and out and like not
Out
in the
of touch.
spotlight.
Out of touch,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I mean, he was touched by
yeah. Well, he
Michael
says he was
Jackson
touched by Michael Jackson.
and Charlie Sheen.
I believe that.
We didn't
one,
see any
yeah.
DNA, guys, so we don't know.
Yeah, so
Good.
Probably,
Let's
Ke-
back off
probably Kevin
that.
Spacey
I
too.
just feel like if
This Powerlifter
if
song
Michael
is
Jackson was gonna
13
touch
years
the people
old.
he
It's
would
not
touch Macaulay
Powerlifter.
I know,
Culkin.
but
it was
you made me-
like
you
the
reminded me.
Kilgore Junkies or something like that, dude.
It's Horse the Band.
There's
I
bands
fuck
that
this
are
one.
like
Find it.
worth,
Huh?
you
That
know,
Powerlifter?
stands as
Yeah.
synopsis for the,
This video's awesome. You got to
Is it?
check it out. It's called Buffalo, and it's just kids in a garage with crazy 8-bit chip tones and
Is
a
that
guy
the whole
walking around the
music
mic
is just 8-bit?
screaming. No, it's a guy screaming over it and everything. Here,
Do you
Screaming
remember
over
Horse
8-bit?
the Band?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. I fuck
I do
with
fuck with
this.
8-bit.
This
Yeah.
this and they're just having fun in this. I mean, they're just having fun, spilling beer all over each other and dancing and going
Makes-
nuts.
people make
and
fun of me 'cause I
making
like-
out. I love Powerlifter.
I'll find like old Sega soundtracks for games I used to like Sonic and Streets of Rage, and I'll like be gaming, like listen to, like old like fucking Sega Genesis soundtracks.
Yeah.
Friends like you can listen, like dude, this shit's fucking bangs, dude. You're
Dude,
talking shit. but
Double
somebody's
Dragon Bangs.
Yeah, dude, shit
Contra?
like
As you're running through it.
Contra.
Contra, man.
Holy
Contra was
awesome.
fuck yeah.
That had a
Yeah.
that was and it was
But I'd say between
that Euro
Streets of Rage
Euro
2
disco.
and then Sonic 3 and Knuckles are probably like my favorite two like old school soundtracks.
Mm.
So to like just have a background music, just I'll bang that shit all fucking
August
day.
Burns Red did an 8-bit like album.
Did
Yeah.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty fucking
Locally, Urizen did one. They
That'd
took
be
one of
so
their
cool if a
they
better
did.
band did that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You don't
Are they
like August
still-
Burns Red
Are they
either?
playing
They're
anymore,
okay.
or-
Yeah, they just did a show, their first show in forever.
I just wanted
saw
to be a
them.
hater, to be
I know
honest.
you do.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't-
actually like August Burns
They'll
Red.
be coming back.
I was gonna say.
I don't
that's
know if
news
this
to
has
me.
happened yet, but they'll probably like adapt some of that stuff with like lo-fi hip hop beats, you know, and like kind of create like a.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it's crazy like how that and vaporwave
mean-
and all that stuff has kind of come about in the past 10 years.
They have country trap now, so it's like
yeah, and it's fucking excruciating to
it's
listen
it's
to.
it's
What's
torture.
that dumb whore
Whoa.
that I was listening to the other day that I sent you guys? Hey, she
Time
is.
code.
She really
Andrew,
is.
time code. Thomas, time code.
Who
Are
are
you talking about the fucking that like white blonde bitch that was doing? Yeah, I
The
know
video that
exactly
came
what
out?
you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Does she?
That's
is she?
what came to mind. That
is
shit
she
is
local?
excruciating.
Is she
No,
no,
I think
horrible.
She's from Nashville.
There's
Yeah.
a bunch of guys.
But
that
she
do
tried
that
to do a
same
rap
shit,
album
man.
years ago and it didn't work. So now she does
Oh,
this
now
this
she's-
trapped country.
It's
Yeah.
so bad, dude.
Who is
that
this?
that one dude? I think the guy that does the Applebee's commercial. some country dude. He like it's like mixing Drake and country, and not good country either. The shit.
Well, there's no.
That's
good
what
Like
this
country.
shit
terrible.
There
is.
is good.
I sent it
There's
to you
no
guys.
good
It's called
Yeah, yeah,
outlaw
yeah.
country. My
I know.
friend.
No, there's
Like
no
it's a
good
thing.
country.
People are like, man, that song bumps, man. You better turn that up. That's a
Yeah.
thing. There are a lot of people out there
Yeah,
that really think that's
Nashville.
good shit.
Yeah, people in Nashville don't know what the
Shitty.
fuck they're doing.
Yeah,
Rap, country.
like, you know Hank Senior.
female
Like he's just googling everything.
singer.
I
You
bet
know,
you it pops up within the
I
first
bet it
three
does
of them.
too.
I do think it's a natural
You know,
progression
Hank
though,
Senior's
because you're
just
gonna
rolling over in his grave,
Country-
going, "Oh my gosh, this is terrible."
country as a music has existed for a long time, and then you combine that with beats and stuff. Like I can see why it came about, but that doesn't mean it's
It
necessarily
doesn't mean it
good.
should.
Yeah.
Dustin and I are gonna do a jizz pop country band. Just
Jizz
I,
pop?
I can't. So it's
fucking
Guar.
jizz pop. Right.
Yeah,
We'll
Jizz-
tour. We'll tour with Guar.
Guar is in. That's a show
Oh yeah.
Guar's great.
where they just spray all the fucking.
I got cummed on
alien
by
cuz-
Guar
Dude, it's
when
so
I was
dope.
like
Blood-
15
bloody
years
cum.
old, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Them
Yeah.
and like
You wear a white shirt and you get
Yeah.
blood and cum all over you.
I'm not a huge fan of their music, but the show was fucking
Yeah, like I've
incredible.
never
Mark.
cared for their music.
I don't like the music,
So,
but I
Andrew,
watched it at
Tom's,
Warped.
y'all get that one too.
Sounds like a terrible.
Feed that
Saturday
into
night.
your AI.
That's one of those ones where I'm like, I'm gonna be in the back. I want to watch it from back
It's
here.
fucking great to watch, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get covered in that any kind of
No.
shit at a concert.
It might be healthy though. It might be like Scope that they're shooting out. It's just dressed
They
up.
need
as
to be
jizz and
spraying
blood
like
and
fucking
urine.
Axe
Yeah.
and just deodorant.
Like a Juggalo
Yeah.
axe event
Yeah.
where all the Juggalos are there and you just hit them with a like. You know what? Let's
Okay,
just
we'll-
mark.
we'll-
Let's put them in a
You
train
get in there.
and it. Never mind.
I want to know where this is going. I want to know where this is going.
Whoa, I do too. You want to do a train?
you can get them into
Have
the
y'all ever
train
seen
with
Tila
Faygo.
Tequila at the Juggalo Fest?
You take them
Oh,
into
yeah.
a hangar.
Crazy.
Okay, now I don't want to know where this is
Yeah,
going.
I don't know.
Here it
I
is.
don't want to know
I
anymore.
found it.
There's no showers, right? Okay.
Is this that chick you're talking
That's
about?
where I was going though, but I was like, this is getting really dark. Is this her? What's her name again?
Whore.
I feel like if I Google that, I'm
That's
not
not the
gonna
whore
find her.
I know. Or whore I know.
Just look up whore.
Come on.
Come on.
Like that makes people. You know what?
That
video-
makes me want to.
It makes me
No,
hate
I was
white
gonna
people.
get dark there for a minute.
Just
I
watching
stopped.
her hand motions, and I'm like,
That makes me
that's
want. That makes me hate white
so
people.
up against a
uncomfortable.
fucking
Dustin,
truck
don't
and
play that
shit.
anymore.
That
Suck,
makes me hate
dude.
the South.
It makes me
Yeah.
become a Black Panther because that makes me
Yeah.
hate white people
It
so
literally
bad.
looks like someone
Oh,
out of
it doesn't-
Louisiana.
I hated white people well before that.
The
I did-
No, I
funniest.
know. Doesn't that?
That makes it worse.
Yeah,
for
it throws
sure.
some gasoline on my hate for white.
It's Katie Knoll.
Drive through white
Katie
settlement.
Knoll?
For
And the
fucking-
Now and then
song
just
is
look
called
across the
Southern.
field, and
There's a
like,
dude one too.
What
Now
Hold
do-
on, hold on,
Do
hold
the
on.
same thing except do dude.
The funniest comment on this video when I first saw it. Okay, first off, I've never seen a video have more thumbs down than thumbs up. Okay, it's very rare you
It's
find that
deserved.
on a music video.
I think I have one up.
But this one right here cracked me up. It said, "This song is a miracle. My dad has been paralyzed from the waist down for 17 years. When I played this song, he said enough, stood up,
away our checks.
walked over, and turned it off." Thank you, Katie.
Honestly, the
It's the
music.
best comment.
See,
It's the
hey,
miracle of music.
Now type in dude or a guy, male singer, trap, country. See what comes up with that.
It's that Morgan Wallen song or whatever the fuck.
Dude,
And
Wheeler
Morgan
Walker
Wallen.
Jr.
who I don't know,
Tra-
the country artist that did that fucking
country.
song with
Is Co Wetzel kind of trap country? Would you?
was it Co Wetzel?
Is
Maybe
trap
that's what it
country
is.
MAGA music? Is it in the MAGA music section?
No,
that's
no, I
too
think it-
progressive for
It's
me.
a-
It's
is.
in the same place, but on the other side. If that
She
makes sense, I
is.
think.
There are too many gang signs for that. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
Well,
work.
it's
it-
the,
we
it's
have
the
to keep 'em
MAGA
at separate
guys that are like, I have black friends.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Colt Ford,
You have one.
I don't have.
Demon Jones,
I don't have
And my
anything.
girlfriend.
I don't-
Upchurch,
I don't
count.
Nah.
Yeah, just do one.
A lot of those MAGA guys.
What's
will
the
probably fuck
highest
a black
rated
chick.
one?
Upchurch.
Let's hear some Upchurch,
They would
man.
hate fuck.
It's like one of the. It's like those things like you see like those porn
So
categories.
that they can show
And
power.
it's like in the South, it's always incest, and then like
What?
interracial is like number 2 in like most of the South.
All right, here you go.
That's what that sounds like a country trap song for sure.
Yeah.
This guy is.
Banging my black
This guitar is
stepdaughter.
playing while a Mustang 5.0 is just peeling out on a road.
Is it the
So
old
we're gonna
Fox
see.
body?
It's the old, yeah.
Oh, we got
Had to
the
be, had to be.
soulful rolls of the voice. So
This sounds like country. Where's it get shitty?
That just sounds like normal
Yeah.
shitty country.
Let's see.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
just
like
everyday.
his
That's
voice.
everyday Nashville.
Yeah.
That's everyday Walmart.
There it is.
There we
it
go.
is.
Hold on.
So if you just put like a kick and snare in it into like a normal country song, that's trap country. That's
I
just,
don't know what the qualifications
that's just-
are, but it's just
That's just taking a shitty song and putting a kick and snare behind it.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
I didn't hate
Yeah.
it. Like it wasn't terrible.
Oh, I did.
It was terrible.
I hate that twang in the voice when they do
Here we
country
go.
music.
This
fake
is
twang.
this is his big one. It's called Hillbilly.
Of course it is.
Oh, and it's the same shit. They're on 4-wheelers in the dirt like that dumb whore,
Oh, heck yeah.
and they're all just running around in their camo, and he is in a Dixie flag hoodie.
What's this guy's name?
Ryan Upchurch.
Is it Machine Gun Kelly's like other alter ego?
Yeah, the country.
I wonder if they've beefed before on Twitter. I bet you they beef. I bet you these guys are heavy into beef. Like,
They're both
what's his
like,
face?
I'm the greatest rapper
Right.
ever.
And
No,
they're
I'm the
firing
greatest
off
rapper
shotguns.
It's the
ever.
Chris Gaines of this thing.
I'm like the Eminem of country music.
There you go.
Y'all don't know about G. Y'all don't know about G.
This makes me want to
Go
jump
on.
off a cliff.
Chris
Go
Gaines
on
is-
Garth's
Who?
Instagram right
Chris
now.
Gaines.
No.
I want
It's
to
the
end
alter
everything.
ego for fucking Garth Brooks.
Y'all got to
Wow.
go on Garth's Instagram and just
Is
go
that when
through
he,
the
like, put on
comment
the wig
section.
and started rapping?
It's a beautiful thing.
Didn't he do that? He put on a wig or some shit like that and started doing music?
Sorry, G.
Gaines? Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
Chris
mean, he
Gaines
just-
is.
yeah, Gaines.
It's his
yeah.
goth
Oh,
version.
yeah. Oh,
He's
it's
just
goth,
like
okay.
dark. He's trying to
Ooh.
be dark and mysterious.
So
yeah.
now-
That's
now-
when he
not-
got off the cocaine and started
we
doing
at?
heroin
Nah.
for a
Yeah.
little bit.
So
Yeah,
it wasn't a
was
song
like-
about a twister. It was a song about a tornado, but at night. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm with
All right,
it.
before we get into chaos, Dave is here. He released a record
Dave.
called Summer Sweet.
I did.
It doesn't sound like any of the
It's
shit
not
we
like
just
country
played.
trap.
This is a fantastic transition.
We're going. I mean, you could go up against these guys. You need to make a video of hanging out on the beach
With
with all your
four-wheelers.
bros.
What kind of
Like
I'm
music
planning
is
on
it?
it. I'm-
Topless Jeep Day.
I might be going out to Miami in a couple of weeks to play a couple shows with some
There you
folks.
are.
So we'll start there, and then we've got a couple plans. I'm working on another single with Joe, and then Son of Stan, George Richardson, and then Pete I think is on that too. We'll be working on that.
Yeah, because this is very summery. It's very beachy. It's surfy.
Mhm.
When you say
Is it a single?
It's an
No.
EP, and it's
EP?
like a long single,
Alright.
like so it's like kind of one big song cut up into 4, and I kind of released it in different parts of different years. But yeah, it's kind of an EP that you can sit back and listen to the whole thing from start to finish. We cut out all the fat, this is all protein, as it were. But yeah, it's something that we really enjoyed putting together.
You gonna play some, Dustin?
Yeah, I want to know what kind of music.
would
it
you like
is.
to hear some?
Yeah, hell yeah, I do.
Let me voy it.
You want to voy it?
I'd
How about
like to voy
Summertime in
it.
the City? You want
Fuck
to hear
yeah.
some of that?
Let's- give
You
me
want to roll
hard.
that?
I like
Hit
Get
that
me
thing.
hard. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I'm trying to get horned up. Let's go.
It gets a little horny in here.
Oh, Mr.
Yeah.
Reese Bailey on the saxophone.
Some sex you up music.
Who's
Yeah.
that on the saxophone?
A cat named Reese Bailey. I
This
met it
is.
at the Grotto.
You
It
just
was
got
someplace
done
in
eating?
Florida.
You're back at the pad.
Oh, yeah.
Drinking a scotch.
Oh,
You
y'all
just
know the
poured
deal.
some drinks, lit some candles.
A little
Yeah.
smoky. A little smoky.
You're gonna be chilling out. You're looking out over South Beach
Hell yeah. I'm
as
in.
the sun sets.
I'll quit my job right now, dude. Go to Miami with y'all.
Yeah, you're just chilling.
How long would we last in Miami, Dustin?
Oh, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys are so fucking pasty. You're not making it down there.
I don't think they have enough suntan or sunscreen, to wear for us.
I don't
down
think you
there.
understand. I can blend in.
Okay.
I'm an international man.
I'm from South Florida, and I'm going to tell you, no, you can't. No, you can't.
I'll bring a python.
There's enough Europeans down there. I could blend in South Beach.
Maybe the
running
you
around.
fit in with the rest of the tourists.
When are you
Yeah.
going to go in there and go like, "G'day, mate"?
Yeah.
No.
I think they'd sniff us out pretty quick. No pun
Yeah,
intended.
the moment
either.
you leave that little South Beach of Ventura, like you're gonna stand out like a fucking fly.
I've been down to Miami a lot.
Especially, we'd be one. We would hit all the grub spots too. So we would go
Yeah.
deep.
so we missed our
deep,
opportunity. We were supposed to go to every Formula One race this year, and we already
Fuck.
missed Miami.
Well, we
That'd be
or
dope,
not
but-
all the U.S. ones. Sorry, not
Right.
all of them.
It's our budget
Still,
still.
Still, fucking Vegas is gonna be stupid expensive.
That's why we didn't.
We
pull
didn't
it.
hit our
We gotta wait a
projections.
year or two.
Yeah.
We
I want to
didn't-
go Austin.
We didn't hit
I
the
would
Jerry
love to at
Jonestown
least hit
Massacre
Austin.
projections.
$10,000 minimum for
Sorry, I'll
per
say it
person.
again,
Oh,
Susie.
Damn.
We
What?
did Oh, nothing.
predictions.
No, nothing.
Predictions
it's a joke that
is
I made.
Checo
at
is gonna
Big Ben.
win and fucking Max is gonna shit the bed, and it's gonna be so satisfying.
Fuck
So,
Checo. I hope Max.
Is this how the whole
Nah,
EP
Checo
is?
is
Real
the
chill
king.
like this?
So it starts off with a surf track, and it kind of goes from. Well, it starts off with an instrumental, and the instrumental is just kind of based. Every year, me and some cats from church would go and we do like a beach kind of a thing. And it's kind of
It's a
we'd go
tsunami.
out on the the sea wall and we would just
Yeah.
think for a bit, and then that's kind of the atmosphere setter. The second one, this one, Tsunami,
Got a surf
well, it's
rock vibe.
self-explanatory. It's got one lyric. Think of all these surf songs that have one lyric.
When it first kicked in, I was getting like a Deftones adrenaline
Yeah, that's
vibe
what I
for like a
thought.
Yeah.
second,
Yeah.
and then it kind of swapped over like a beat song. I was like, okay, that was a transition.
I like to also wonder about what would have happened if the Beatles never came along. It's kind of the same premise for Yesterday, that
Would've had-
movie. But you think about like the Beach Boys and like the whole surf thing was kind of going.
Beach Boys would have been king if the Beatles never came around.
What would have come of
Probably
that
so.
that kind of sound, But
Yeah.
I mean, the Beatles brought their thing. They did their thing.
We
But,
had to deal with the Stones still.
You like
Yeah.
Rolling Stones?
Stones.
No, I like Stones,
Oh.
but I kinda
Loudest
get
guitar
tired
I've
of 'em.
ever heard on a. I've been to several concerts, and that Keith Richards, that's the loudest guitar. Even over Eddie Van Halen,
Black
Keith has
Sabbath
the
would be a
loudest
lot
guitar.
different because Black Sabbath.
You
they
haven't
were
heard
heavily
Kirk Hammett.
influenced by the Beatles.
Yeah. You got to get you some of that Kirk Hammett
Well,
guitar
Yeah, I like
and
so
some wah-wah.
Yeah, some of that 72
Cry about
virgins
it.
or whatever
you-
it is, 72 levels or something.
Yeah.
What's it called?
72 Layers of Hell.
72
Because I had to
layers
listen
of-
through that record.
Yeah.
The did you record this with the BC Riches? There's some
no.
rich bitch, some Warlock.
we went with authentic stuff, so we used all
Okay.
Fender stuff on this.
Okay.
But yeah, we wanted to.
What's a Fender?
A fender is this thing on the side of a car, that keeps the wheel all right. But yeah.
No, that's a fun little record, man. That's cool.
Thank you. And then the idea behind it is like what it would be like to surf a tsunami. You ever seen these videos of like cats just surfing these like walls?
I don't understand that.
What is going on?
I don't understand how they live through that.
When they eat it,
When they eat it,
that's
how do
because
they,
they have a
live through
team
it?
that's ready on jet skis and shit that just go.
So I mean, they
try to go get 'em.
practiced for like years. Before
Yeah.
they
Well,
hit
and that's the other
waves that
thing.
big.
is
And they
like-
don't always.
So I can't just walk out and
But
practice on that.
that's the other thing they don't
I
always.
don't think they start on tsunamis.
I think
they
it's
build
pretty
up to
dangerous
that.
though, and they don't always make it too. Though is the thing.
Yeah, some guys die,
Some guys do
but
die.
not the fucking legends.
No,
Ain't that
don't
life,
those
baby?
people
I
that
don't-
become
I don't
legends
get it.
become legends dying surfing?
I don't even understand how the guys with the jet skis, like how do they
make it through?
How do they make it through?
Well, that
there?
device floats.
Well, that's fine, but it can get tossed around a whole lot. I've been
True.
on one that can be turned over a whole bunch.
What's that place like in Spain or something? That's or Portugal
in
or
Spain.
something. The one where it's like
100
once
foot
a
high.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine if you're on the backside of that thing on a little wave runner?
Fear
like one of them
boner
old-
the
fear-
entire time.
Dude,
Oh,
fear
for
boner
sure.
watching it.
Fear
Fear boner
boner.
watching it.
Not
Yeah.
a thrill seeker. Not a fan.
I don't
I'll watch,
need
I'll watch
that.
that shit on YouTube.
I used to
I'm
So
be-
good.
much adrenaline.
You know
love
what?
it.
Not so
That's
much
awesome.
these days, man. I'll
No.
stay on the ground.
I never have been. That's some.
Your options to jump out of an airplane.
Continue.
Yeah.
Some white people.
Continue.
That's some white people shit.
Some white people.
Okay,
It
so
is.
It is.
So
really
is going up and kissing animals and stuff. Like,
That's
oh,
so-
wow. No,
oh.
man, leave the animals alone.
Yeah.
Wait,
I cannot believe that.
What?
Listen,
Do you
I cannot
lick-
believe that
kissing
Big Ben National State or National and the state park have to post up signs telling people to leave bears
alone
and javelina alone. Why?
and mountain lion.
Are you serious? There's people that just go up and like, oh, there's a bear in the park. I guess he's pretty cool, man.
Those
Hey.
those dumb
Is-
old people that keep taking selfies with buffalo up in Yellowstone,
You're asking for it, man.
and they're
they
getting
die
gored.
all the time, don't they?
Yeah,
It's
Well,
stupid. Why do white people
natural
do that?
selection?
It
So
is.
I used to work with a guy, and they were like at Yellowstone, like in line. There was like some bison going through, so they had to stop and wait for him to go through. And he's like, just recording it, and then like you see the camera shift. Some dude gets out of his car and goes up, and he's like doing this, like yelling at the bison to get out of the way, and like goes up and like tries to like kick one and just gets fucking mauled into some other dude's car, and this bison's just fucking
Deserved it.
wrecking this dude.
He deserved
And you
deserved
can
it.
just hear the
100%
dude
deserved
recording
it.
it, just giggling the whole time, watching
Yeah.
this dude literally get murdered by a bison.
but why? You're at a national park. They have the right of way. Just
It's
chill
in the
out
way.
and watch them.
It's in the way. Fuck that thing.
And then some of the idiots that
gotta
are like,
hurry
I'm
up
going to
and
go
get to
jump
the-
in the hot springs that are like in Yellowstone just
3,000
melt.
degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just
Yeah, what? I didn't. I
boils
didn't.
all their
I
flesh
heard.
off.
I heard they do this in Japan.
Yeah.
Like jump in and dies.
Yeah,
It's like that fucking quote from that park ranger where it's like designing.
Next
the,
time I do
trash
something
cans.
stupid, that's what I'm gonna say
It's
though.
like that
I heard
over-
they do
like-
this in Japan.
Yeah, we have this huge overlap between like the dumbest tourists and the smartest bears, so they can't figure out how
Yeah.
to build trash cans for people.
Yeah. Well, I don't. We didn't do the. I guess some people would say hanging out at a bear box in Big Bend
Yeah.
wasn't the smartest
we
thing
had a
either.
we had a bear box at our campground.
What is a bear box?
It's where you put all your food and trash at night. So the
so
bears, when
they
they
can't
come
get-
into the camp,
Why did you
Won't check
hang
them.
out in there?
well, we
Yeah,
hung
we
out
were on a camping
around
trip.
it because it was a nice big elevated box with a nice.
It's like
flat
a bar,
top, and
reminded us of the city.
It turned into a bar. Basically, that's what it did. It turned into a bar at night, and then when you stack a lot of stuff, it
You
turns
stack a lot of
into-
vitamins,
You start thinking that the idea is, as long as you're touching that thing, the bears won't bother you.
but then really, in reality, all you have is what 4 grown men with their hands on a box out in the middle of nowhere, going.
Yep, we're just hanging out,
Yeah, 'cause
leaning up against
I'm
it.
sure most bears are
touching it.
like, I was gonna go maul them,
But
but
they all have-
touching the box.
they're
No
on
To
the-
problem.
quote an old joke, I don't
Touching
think
the
they're there
box.
for the.
They're like,
the
oh man,
box."
homies look like they're having fun.
Yeah, let
I'm
me
gonna
not go.
fuck
leave
off a
alone.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Let me not go murder.
I'll come back
them.
later.
I was
Yeah.
more worried about the javelina than a bear.
Javelinas
being
are
out there.
fucking disgusting.
They keep
Dude,
playing
they
cool
come out of
music and
nowhere
stuff.
and rip you to
Obviously, they're
shreds.
drinking
What's
some
a
beers.
javelina?
I've been there, guys.
They're just vibing.
It's just
It's a fucking
leave these
rat
guys
pig,
alone.
is what it is.
It is weird.
Yeah.
It is like a rat pig. You're right.
They're fucking disgusting.
it's a man bear pig.
Man, bear pig.
I got a picture.
good
of one.
beer.
Here you go.
Did you ever drink that?
That's
Oh,
a
that's
that's a
good beer.
javelina.
Is that a
right
real
there.
beer?
Lakewood put it out.
What the hell?
So I think
And
they
they
might
got
do it
these
every
Crazy teeth.
2 years or something like that. I don't
that
know.
looks exactly like Pumbaa. Like
No,
just
Pumbaa's a
big.
warthog.
Yeah.
yeah, but it looks similar
Oh,
to
I
like
know,
a Pumbaa.
yeah.
Now I'm seeing the.
Yeah.
It's like a.
Yeah.
Oh,
I shot that and
wolf?
stuffed it last summer
Ugh.
in the house.
You
Would
have
you
that
s-
inside?
What'd you stuff it
No.
with?
Sausage. Y'all want to get some heavy talk, or y'all? Are we
Nah,
just?
man.
Do we just have fun?
I don't know
Our
what
daily
that
lives
is.
are heavy enough, bro.
Where's heavy
I don't
talk?
need to come in here and have heavy
You get
talk.
nervous.
I thought it was
You
funny
getting a
that
fear boner?
Bud Light is now having backlash from the LGBTQ
For what?
organizations.
What did they do to them now?
They've been having backlash. That's been.
Well, they got backlash from all the conservative
Oh
people.
wait, what? Okay, I heard. you
Now
wrong.
the LGBTQ advocacy groups
They're
are
pissed too.
backlashing against Bud Light too, because of the way they handled the situation with the conservative people and trying to
Appease their
Oh,
fan base?
appease their
Hold
fan
on,
base
hold
and
on,
everything.
stop.
So
What did they do?
they
didn't
just
fucking do
stepped
it.
into a bear
sounds like
trap
a Twitter war
and
to
stepped
me.
out of a bear trap into another bear trap.
So you mean to tell
the
me
problem with
this-
pandering.
They didn't have a
this-
bear box.
No,
This giant corporation was focused on their profits more than people? Nah, that doesn't
No,
sound.
no,
that doesn't
no,
sound
not
like
at all.
a thing
What
at
the
all.
fuck?
Nah.
I don't know why people give a fuck.
Like,
I don't
They're
think
making
anyone
money
really does
either
though.
way.
The thing is though, they keep talking about these beer sales, and I don't know if this is the case, but beer sales across the board have actually gone down in the last few years. Like millennials was the last generation that was like, oh hey, craft beers, da da da. But the Trulies, the White Claws, the seltzers, all those mixed hard
shot
drinks
to the roof.
are going crazy,
Well,
especially in
since they're
college
making
towns
fucking
and stuff.
Everything now.
Right. So it's not just like I hear all these conservative people, and they're saying, "Oh, look at their sales! Look at their sales!" I don't think beer sales are at their peak right
Their
now.
stocks
any
went
period.
up, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Oh, they
I
did?
checked.
Yeah.
Their stocks went up.
Oh, but I mean, so think of it this
It's-
way. It
And that's the
happened
thing
with
about this stuff
Nike.
is like the
It happened with
overall.
You're
Gillette.
just
corporation,
getting they're
like-
getting more fucking
They're
like,
getting more rich.
views and
Yep.
and people that like to annoy people like us. I'll just
I
buy
saw-
it out of spite.
I think Bud Light tastes
Yeah,
like
that's
shit,
right.
and I started
That's
drinking
what he
the
did at the
fuck
Ranger
out of
game.
it.
It's not good
Yeah, I
beer,
don't give
but
a
it
shit.
pisses people off. So fuck them.
So like
I
Nike
didn't
did
give
it with
a, I was
Kaepernick,
double
and
fisted.
then
Wait,
everyone
hold
got
on.
24
mad.
ounces.
yeah, fuck
Too
'em.
many voices. All right.
Sorry.
Sorry
So,
about
like,
that.
Nike did the thing with Kaepernick, where like the whole taking a knee, and then
Yeah.
they fucking started selling shit and advertising him. Everyone got mad, and then people went and bought Nike products to burn them, and they made money off of it.
Yeah.
And then once people calmed down, they just went back and bought more shit.
Yeah.
It happened with Gillette with their razors.
Yeah.
People were trying to flush
What
razors.
was that about too?
Happened
What was
with-
the
happened with
Happened with
Car
the
was
Dixie
too.
There was a
trick,
commercial.
Jig-
They-
They had a-
Dixie chicks.
They basically made it was like an
That's right.
anti-toxic masculinity, but basically
Yeah.
it was like, don't be a domestic abuser. And a bunch of people were like, you're gonna tell me I can't beat my wife, and they got mad about it.
Hey, I don't know.
That's my right.
Have any of you guys just looked at something, like saw something on TV and then saw it in your pantry and were like, fuck this, and go up there and just get it and throw it out. I've never
They
done
already
that.
have your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got your money. Might as well
what
enjoy
you're
the
doing,
beer.
Yeah, just drink it.
And who gives a shit? It's light beer.
What I like is the people that go and buy the
depends,
product
like-
to
well, no,
destroy it. Like,
Yeah.
they're like you
They're the
left.
funny guys.
Yeah, you
yeah.
left your house
They
to
like-
go give them money.
Hey, you know what?
To make a video of
They
you
like
breaking it.
Walmart metal. I bet.
Oh yeah, those are like they.
100%.
Every one of those
They're into
videos, I just
Walmart
picture
metal.
Five Finger Death Punch going on in the background, like every single fucking one.
No,
of
it's
them.
Kid Rock.
Or
in
Kid
this
Rock.
situation.
Yeah.
No, I
Like,
can see.
hold on, let me give you a scenario. So, like that whole Bluebell thing, when the stuff with Bluebell went down.
When someone died.
Yeah. Did you throw out your Bluebell and like
well,
did you
that's
eat it?
something completely
death,
different.
though.
Wait. What
Well,
happened
right,
with
right.
Bluebell?
You don't
I'm
remember
just
that?
saying.
Hold up. What?
Y'all don't remember that?
So
It's
Bluebell
about,
a few years
there's
ago,
levels.
they
That was
got
like 10 or
whatever
15 years
bacteria.
ago. It was a while.
Oh,
back.
the
salmonella
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
I'm
it
gonna
that
throw
or-
out that ice
We
cream
were in
and go,
Washington,
you know,
right?
wait
Yeah,
till
they don't have Bluebell
I didn't
in
eat it again
Washington.
for about 5 or 10 years. It was a while before I started eating
Well, they
Bluebell
didn't.
again.
There wasn't any Bluebell on the shelf for 5 or 10 years.
Yeah,
like
didn't
it
they
took them a
pull it off?
while to.
Yeah,
they
they did.
shut down all the factories.
But
and
after
brought it
that,
back up.
even after that though, I
They
didn't
nearly
eat it
went
for
under.
a while.
I mean,
And now I want to try this.
that is
Dr.
the
Pepper
best thing
float.
Texas has is Bluebell.
Bluebell's
Like,
good.
I'm lactose intolerant. I will suffer that shit constantly.
just eat
Peanuts.
it. So good, man.
There's
Their mint chocolate chip is.
I do
the shit.
cookies
love
and
it.
cream is
I
much.
love
That
it.
and their banana
Rocky
split.
Road.
Cookies and cream is
Dude,
fire.
cookies
Yeah.
and cream, mint chocolate chip, and
The
even
Texas
the cookie
two-step,
dough. Even
where
the
they
cookie
mix
dough. is
everything
good.
cookie dough and the
Bam.
mint chocolate chip.
Right
I wanna
there,
try
man.
the Dr. Pepper one that
That's
just
what I
came
want.
out.
Yeah, I
want
want
to try
the
the shit.
float.
Dr. Pepper float.
Dude.
Mm.
The
Some
Texas two-step
ass
though.
shit.
That's Texas.
Yeah,
love
they
right
need-
there.
I think so what you're asking though, the scenario is I was out for good for a while because some people died. That's a little different. Well, so then they came back, or it went away, took forever to come back, and then I think I held out for about another year. Then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm getting some Bluebell."
I went right back.
It was
If I
like-
die, I
would've
die.
gone
So
fuck it.
so the other
You
thing
got to
is,
give it a couple years. you
what
know?
about what's your feelings on Chick-fil-A then?
I just
yeah.
don't think it's that good.
See,
I fucking
I love
it.
Chick-fil-A.
I just
And-
so at first I was like I
I
don't
couldn't
fuck,
make
I
that
don't
boycott.
I don't fuck with Bigot Chicken, and then I just started to not miss
Bigot
it,
chicken
and I
is
don't
good,
think
though,
it's
man.
fine.
I
Like
love
it's
it.
definitely better than Raising Cane's. That place fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Oh,
If I get a
Tapper
gift
Brothers.
card, maybe.
unseasoned fucking chicken
But you can always
with a
always
bunch of
give
sauce.
gift cards to homeless people. you know.
Here's the deal: if you start
Make sure they
breaking
have some
down
meat.
all these fucking companies and who they're owned by and
They
what's
all
going
suck.
on,
They're all rich and we're
everybody-
not.
Yeah.
well, not that, but they all have different beliefs than what you fucking believe in,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
probably 3/4 of them probably have shit you're against.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to live your fucking life unless you're a farmer making your own shit and building your own shit. Go be Amish.
Yeah, it's like
Go be fucking Amish.
I just
with the Amish.
there's a Whataburger
tired of
next to
stupid
fucking
people.
Chick-fil-A, so I'd just rather go to
Well, my
Whataburger.
thing
I
is-
would too.
At the end of
I'd
the
go
day,
on
like
there.
their commercials, they're pandering to a crowd. And
which
they're,
ones? Which
uh,
commercial?
Like the Bud Light one and all that shit. Like it wasn't even a commercial. They just gave someone that's transsexual
Let
a
her
beer
do
with
let
their
her do
name
a
on it.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she posted on Instagram.
It
and-
wasn't even on TV. It was just
It was
No,
on
no.
TikTok or something.
Yeah, it was a TikTok
Or
or
Well,
fucking
that's the thing is they didn't
Instagram.
even make. They gave her the beer for getting bullied, and then she posted on TikTok.
They made very few of those cans.
Yeah, they made like
Yeah.
very few. I think they just made them for her.
Yeah, they just for her, and then
I thought
weren't even
some
on the
markets
shelf.
had a little bit.
Oh, I never saw.
we
them on the
never had them
shelf.
down here. They're
I
not
know.
going to
I
put them
didn't
down
see
Yeah,
here.
that.
it's not gonna be. In
I could see
Texas.
maybe
Yeah.
Portland or
California.
Seattle.
I bet it's a collector's item now.
Oh, that's probably.
know?
yeah,
I would,
yeah.
and if I got one, I'm putting
I
that
would-
shit on my shelf.
no
just
shit.
for fucks.
Yeah.
Who
I wouldn't give a
cares?
shit.
I would never drink that beer. I would go with me to the grave.
Yeah.
I'd
Just-
get a nice like a koozie made of like mink and stuff and put it on. Like that's my fucking.
And I
Bud
like
Light.
their InBev's retort in all this. The new Bud Light cans are gonna be camo. We got
That's-
to put out a camo
Hey,
collection
while we're
because
on the
that'll get our
subject of-
guys to come back and
While we're
drink.
talking about
Really?
beer, how'd
That's
you
a
like
Natty
those
Light
$5
move.
beers up at the bar last night too, man? You don't get much of that in Dallas anymore.
Who? What did?
They had $5 beers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was the Red Ant Farm. I mean, it was local. It was local, but still, a $5 beer
Fire
is a
Ant,
$5 beer. I don't give a.
Oh yeah, they do the $5 tall Lone Stars at Ridgely. I mean, R.I.P. But still,
anytime,
Hey, and this is
anytime.
$5.
These
Wow.
days, anytime
Not
there's a especially if they're 16 ounces.
Yeah.
If they're one of those that do the the PBR and the Lone
Yeah,
Star for
yeah.
$5, I'm in.
Well,
I like the
Nickel
place.
City does that special for the shot.
Oh,
and
I
the
love their
Coors.
Boilermakers, bro.
Yeah.
You get a fucking because
Yeah.
they got what a banquet on tap, right?
Yeah.
I think
it's
I got
course.
banquet.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
course
I got
man.
banquet. So you get banquet and a fucking shot of gin, and it's $6.
Yeah.
They're just
That
sitting here.
reminds me of.
Amazing.
That
Everybody
just
reminds
drink
me of
3 of
VF
those,
You
you're
know what that
fucking
reminds me
set.
of? Is VFW.
Yeah.
VFWs,
yeah, they're
dude.
VFW
Yeah.
fees.
No,
or
just
prices.
no. The VFW. I'm talking about the shot in the Coors
yeah,
banquet.
yeah.
That just
Oh, yeah.
reminds me of
Yeah.
VFW.
Oh, they're talking
like
about
good
actual
times.
VFW.
Wait, can non-veterans go drink at a VFW?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
You
and-
just gotta like
they-
pay to get in
yeah.
usually.
But their prices are still better than going
Yeah.
to like Chili's.
Yeah,
And a lot of times you get some good fucking stories.
Yeah.
Great stories.
VFW Fleet Reserves. They sell enough just to more or less maintain and break even. They're not really
Right.
trying
Right.
to make a profit because it's just for the veterans to go drink.
Fuck you, Jamie Ben.
It's okay, Dustin.
No, it's not.
Like I'm
Sorry.
just randomly just
Cool
getting
it
angry
down.
still about this.
It's not over yet.
I'm angry.
technically.
That's why I'm angry.
The
is
series
this
isn't over
game-
yet, technically.
No, it's
this
over.
fucking game is over.
3-0.
For sure.
Going down 3-0. You're not coming back from that.
Look how empty the fucking arena
It makes me
is.
want to go
Holy
drive
shit.
a U-Haul truck into the White House.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a piss on that one.
Did
Andrew,
y'all hear
Tom
about that?
Cook?
I did.
Yeah.
I heard about it today.
How the hell this guy goes cruising up in there, and then they pull him out, and instantly it's just the only thing he has in his truck is a Nazi flag.
Yeah. It's proving a point. He wanted the attention.
Come on.
He wanted the attention.
Come on. And he's Arabic?
Was he
Huh?
Arabic?
Yes.
I didn't know that part.
I didn't know that
Do you
part
think he was a
either.
troll? Like,
I don't know what's going on, but
Oh,
man, he
no.
was really after it.
It's kind of like I fucking so was it like Idaho or whatever where those dudes were going up to like protest that like gay pride and like the FBI or whatever arrested them.
Idaho?
Yeah, it was like Idaho or some shit.
Who
There was like a
lives in
bunch of
fucking
dudes got in a U-Haul
everybody's
they-
got their own
and
private
drove up
Idaho.
to Idaho in it with like all these guns and shit, and they were going to go to some.
But they were all feds, weren't they?
well, the feds arrested the guys that did.
I
it.
thought there were a bunch of feds in the truck
Well,
with
some
them
of
too.
them were, yeah. But like, so one of the guys I work with, we were at work watching it on like BBC or some shit, and then he's like, that is my fucking neighbor. Like, legit, one of the dudes is from Texas. He lives like south of here, and like basically the dude lives like 2 or 3 doors down from him. He's like, I talk to that dude all the time. I had no idea he hated gay people.
Does he live in Burleson? Because then it would make sense.
Yeah, that's exactly the city he lives in.
Makes
Burleson's the
sense
one where you get on
now.
35, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have long conversation. You'll have like a conversation with somebody or something like that from it, and then they'll just say some ridiculous stuff, and you're like, I gotta go. I'm a-
Burleson is that place where like you
86.
drive down like the street and it's like just Trump flag, Trump flag,
Yeah.
Trump flag.
He's like
Yeah.
told me
and then a
multiple.
Confederate flag, and you're like, where the fuck am I right now?
Uh-huh.
I've like made jokes that like I will never go to your house, and he's like, "Why? Like you're cool." I'm like, "I just know where you live.
Yeah.
I know the area."
It's like
you
I'm
live
not
in."
gonna
And
enter
there's a
a
whole
white
trailer.
settlement.
There's a whole trailer park down there that's all.
So like one of my
Burleson,
neighbors
it's crazy.
has this fucking like one of those like Trump posts that he has like in his yard, and like kids or whoever like constantly come by at night like knock this thing down, and this old dude comes out there every morning. I'll be driving to work, and I'll see him out there just sitting in a chair staring at it, like trying to catch whoever keeps knocking it over.
the little
and
get
then-
off my yard guy.
And like so many times I've driven by and see it knocked over, and then the next morning it's back up with him sitting there staring at it, and I'm just like, it's cracking me up because it's been like I've been here for a
Just
year and a couple months, and that Trump
buy
post
it.
has never left, and
Buy a
he
Nest
will
camp.
not get rid of it.
Figure it
like,
all out.
Old
They
people
don't
don't
want
know
to
that.
destroy it; they just keep knocking it down, and he keeps putting
He
it
keeps
back
fighting
up.
the
So
fight.
awesome.
And he's like, Trump won, and I'm going to keep this thing up. And I'm just dying laughing. Like, bro, let it go. Like, move on. We've all moved
Where's
on.
that at?
Right off of downtown, off White Settlement.
Dude, he's fighting a battle.
What's the
Wonder how
super
many times he's
racist town
replaced the-
south of here?
Burleson.
No.
Oh,
past that.
Vidor?
No,
Vidor,
no, no.
Texas?
Down by
Is it Granbury?
Glen Rose. You're south of Glen Rose and
Cleveland?
Granbury.
The colony, like I don't know anything
Where the
about
Coffee
colony, but
Cup
the colony
Cafe
sounds
is.
like
You,
it
you
would be.
can't say racist town in
I don't
Texas
know,
and
man.
not narrow
I
it
know.
down because that's
I
like
know.
Cut and shoot.
That's like, there's a lot.
yeah.
Cut and shoot. My
And
one
I
of
don't
my-
mean to
definitely
put
a lot of
anybody down out in
racist
the colony, by
towns.
the way. I just the name.
Cut
one
and
of
shoot,
my,
Texas.
One of my buddies, he's from Cut and Shoot.
There you
He's
go.
not racist.
How's there
though.
no band called Cut and Shoot?
I don't
What's
know.
the name of that town?
It's
I
a
always
good
forget.
fucking. It's a good town. Cut and Shoot's like right outside. Houston.
Heiko.
Heiko's
Heiko.
racist?
Was where like the Texas headquarters of the Klan was
Oh,
in
damn.
Heiko.
I'd say that counts as racist.
And you have
Yeah.
a place called now it's just called the
It's called Wake
Where
Up.
was
Coffee
now.
the-
Cup.
where
but it
was
was
the
the Coffee
church
Cup
that-
Cafe, all with Case. I mean,
What
come
was
on,
the
that's
church
a-
around here that got into some shit right after the January 6th? Because they weren't just doing the January 6th shit. they were starting to say stuff about gay people and like
line them all up and shoot them.
Right.
That
Who was that?
was-
Where was that at?
That was in Watauga right here, and
Fuck.
that place is gone, man. They-
Oh, I imagine that wasn't good press.
What blows my mind is,
but all those people are back in hiding. They're back doing shit.
Well,
We
that's
gotta
where they
weed
should
'em
be.
out.
know,
We got to go.
hiding.
Get 'em
I
out
don't
of
know.
here.
There's literally a city called White Settlement.
Yeah.
It's like
It's right up the
yeah,
road.
I live right
does
off
that
of
happen?
White Settlement
No,
Road.
Look at the history. The history makes sense.
We still scratch our heads though.
The
how it
real
survived.
history or the one they put on their fucking website?
No, the real history of why. Like Wikipedia, and look it up. It's
Hmm.
because it was the only settlement of white people between
Yeah.
3 different Indian
Yeah.
tribes.
Yeah, and then,
And
like,
and it was named that by the Indians.
yeah, but if you look on like their website or whatever, because we were looking up and watching what
Yeah.
they were.
I
what
have
it's
to
Because
like-
I was moving here and they kept joking like, "Why don't you live in White Settlement?" I'm like, "I'm never writing that on my nail."
and like basically on the website it
the
was saying whatever website we looked up, it was saying like basically like, oh yeah, there was the white family, not saying like it was their last
Like,
name
their
that
last
moved
name
here
was
and
white.
settled it.
That's
I'm
not
like,
what it was.
yeah, it's on. We found it on.
There's
I don't
even
know.
historical
It's
markers
on
in
their
there.
been-
city fucking
Yeah.
Really?
website.
It was, yeah.
But there's
Swear.
been stuff way less offensive, just sounding kind of like white settlement that's been like taken down and changed and stuff like that. I have no idea how it survived.
Well, they
how
keep
it survived this
no,
long.
they keep wanting to change it.
Oh, they
and-
do get
Or it keeps
attacked
coming
about
up
it.
and everybody like they put it up for a vote, and everybody wants to keep it. I mean, where else are
I
you gonna
don't
have the
think-
ticket
I
Texas
think not
Civil
everybody
War
knows how to
Museum?
vote. And if we can inspire anybody to go out and vote, we can actually change stuff. We got that monument, the Confederate monument, off the city hall. Like I was there when we did that. It was me,
Where was
Jason
that?
Vasquez, and a couple other people.
Who?
It was right after the George Floyd stuff. But we can.
But it's not even
we as
that.
a people can make
when you
things
have an
happen.
entire town that does vote on this and is like, we don't want to change it.
Well, shit.
Early way.
Hey, look,
Sounds like an Amber
what,
Alert.
An Amber Alert in
Amber
Texas?
Alert.
No
Been a
way. Yeah.
But yeah, they don't want to change it. It's not going to change.
sorry,
I mean,
kid. Sorry, you got.
you don't want to
Amber.
live in White Settlement anyway. There's too many gypsies.
Oh, I always forget about that gypsy camp down
That
there.
Yeah.
gypsy camp
Gypsies
is
in
weird.
White
Yeah, you
Settlement?
got to be
No,
careful.
they're
They have
bad.
hairy nipples.
Yeah, you take that like 341 spur.
Houston,
go all the way down,
Texas,
there's like a trailer.
Be on
park
the
with,
lookout
like,
for
bunch
a
of gypsies.
Subaru Forester.
And
late
I've worked
model.
around it, and I've been in my truck
Um,
working, and my company
Somebody
vehicle
was
is a
last
big
seen
lab.
wearing a
that's-
black
like
shirt,
half-
blue jeans.
You don't need to
Black
fucking
shirt.
read it. I'm trying to tell a story.
I feel an
All our
obligation
listeners
to.
just heard
Jesus
it
Christ.
on their devices.
Yeah, listeners. By the time this comes
Yeah.
out, it's
I
gonna.
don't know.
But I have a big giant van, and I was in there working. I've got a generator, everything. I work in the back of it,
I like the attempt.
and I get a knock on the door, and this lady's standing back there, and she's like, "Oh, hey, we just wanted to see if anybody was in there." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in here working. Do you need something? You know what's going on?" She's like, "No, we just saw this truck sitting here for a while, and we didn't know if anybody's in there or not." And I lean out, and there's a guy standing on the corner,
Oh, they're about to rob the fuck out of you.
and I was like, "Okay, so what's really going on here?" And she's like, "Oh, nothing. It's all good." And I get up, and there was another guy standing at the front of the truck too, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, they're about to jack the shit out
they're
of you.
about to jack shit." And I was just 200 yards from their freaking little trailer park.
The
It's so weird
gypsies.
because it's
The
like right off the
gypsies.
Lockheed plant too. It's like so close to it.
Yeah.
Right beside the Lockheed
Yeah.
plant. And they that Walmart over there off of whatever that is.
It's like the 341 spur or whatever the fuck it is.
the one that's across on 820, more into White Settlement on the what is that?
Oh, yeah,
exit?
Cherry Lane.
Is it White Settlement Road?
Mm.
Yeah. There's an Albertsons and there's a Super Walmart. Clifford Street, White Settlement Road,
Yeah,
back over
okay.
there. That place gets raised
Yeah.
all the time by them.
You know, my grandparents
just
told me,
grab
"Hey,
stuff.
don't fuck around with a gypsy family because you will be having issues for a good long time."
Gypsy curses,
Like they
bro.
don't
They'll curse you
that
and come
he
after you.
he believed in that
Curses,
shit
bro.
too. Is like the women will curse you and the guys
Mm.
will stalk you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to see those dudes because I used to like they would come in town for like the season or whatever, and then
Yeah.
they'd just be like tearing up bars and shit. There's like a time of the year I'm like, we're just not going to the bars. I'm not. They always want to fight and get drunk.
Yeah.
See them like kissing each other and shit, and then it's like, all right, I'm fucking out, dude. This shit is weird.
They get wild. I was. I mean, I
Oh.
used to, but like I'll say that like an alcohol Roma traveler. I'll reference them as that because I believe that's what they want to be called. I get that it's a term. And it's
Oh,
weird
do
that
they, do
they
they
I don't
don't
give a
like
they
being called.
think-
But that being said, it's weird
do
that
they
we don't
think
call it that
gypsy's
anymore.
offensive?
Yeah, no, I
They
think
think
it's a
that-
beautiful term. Like,
Do they
if
think it
anything,
is?
it seems enchanting. But
Do they think it's? Do gypsies think that the term
I-
gypsy is offensive?
We
I,
used to
They
like-
call
I've
each
seen
other
people
that.
get
Because I've
right.
used
Well,
that
and
way
like
too
Skinner
much.
Bros.
I mean,
but,
I have a friend that's a gypsy, so I can say it.
Word.
Walt?
That's
Yeah.
I think
that
it's
is
a
the Great
beautiful kind of a
Equalizer.
description. But that being
I
said,
watch
like
Peaky Blinders.
they're
I'll
still
call 'em what I
humans,
want.
and
I've
you know,
seen.
I don't know. They get wild though.
I love
They
that
do get
fucking
wild.
show.
Yeah,
It was good.
So we used to work with
Yeah.
a dude that's a gypsy, and like he would just say the wildest shit ever. Like that he just didn't understand. Like we were talking about like tax season one time,
Mhm.
and like
He
he'd
said
been
he-
in the military for like 3 years. I'm like, bro, have you never like filed your taxes? He's like, why? They take it out, and I'm like, yeah, like you never do your taxes in the year. He's like, no. Like he's like, wait, I have to do that. My dad never did. That's like your dad never had a job to pay taxes,
So,
dude. Like
I worked with one, didn't know he was one forever until it all came up, and that's how I found out about all the shit that happens in White Settlement because he lived over in that camp, and same thing. Like we're just talking about stuff. He's like, "What? Huh?"
yeah,
And it's
Yeah.
like, "What? You don't do this? You don't?"
yeah, just the weirdest shit ever. Like he was talking about like they lived in a van and they just moved around and shit.
Down by the
and-
river.
So like he had this like just straight up hate of Jewish people. And he always like would talk about it. It's one of our other friends, Kyle, one day. He was like, why do you hate Jews so much? Like what's
He was
your
very
deal?"
open about
Did he
it.
Yeah,
sing
like-
"Throw the Jew Down the Well"?
Oh, I mean, it was bad.
Whoa.
He was like, he'd like find out someone Jewish, like, fuck that guy. Or like, bro, like, calm down, Nazi. And he's like, no, I'm fine with everyone else. So apparently there was these two Jewish kids that lived near where
Just
they
those
parked
guys.
their van. And so I guess one day they were trading cards, and one of these kids like punched him and stole a Pokemon card from him. And then he was just like, yeah, all Jews are terrible people. And from that
And
day
that
on,
was it.
he just hates. and, like,
Swear.
That
He
was him
he
getting
was
kicked
like
out of art school.
25, 26 years old, and he still
Really?
hated
Yeah,
Jewish
and like he
people.
told us that story, we're like, bro, like that's one, it's not cool to hate Jews in general. Two, that's the dumbest reason to hate. an
Did you reverse it
entire-
on him?
Every Jewish person
No,
I've
we're
ever
just-
You
met
didn't
has
go.
always
You didn't just
been
spit out and go like,
amazing.
"Well, I'm a Jew," and see what he says.
Should've.
I don't
Should've.
get the hate.
And then so he's literally like, so it's not cool to just hate them. Like my dad hated them too, and I'm like, no, bro, it's not cool to.
It's
just
not cool to hate
And-
anyone.
That was like
Period.
our first deployment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
And
hammered.
He was
drunk.
like bewildered that we were explaining to him that like it's not okay to just write off an entire group of people, and he was like, I think you guys are wrong. And then, like the
Yeah.
next day, he's like, I think I'm maybe I've been a little overboard my entire fucking adult life.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Just-
dude, maybe a little bit.
Be glad y'all didn't get deployed to Israel. He may have got
Oh
all
my God, he
excited.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Been-
open season.
Been on the other side, like cheering him on.
Yeah.
Like, burn
Yeah.
this country down.
Well, was that in the Borat movie or was that on the TV show
Which scene?
Ali
Where-
G into house.
Which part?
where he was playing the
Probably
song
Borat.
at the bar? The throw
Oh,
the
that
Jew
was
down the well.
when
that
he was doing the that was the same
the
movie
first
as the
Borat
one he
movie?
did with I think it's the second one, wasn't it? But it was the one where he went into the hotel room with the politician and started
Rudy
like
Giuliani or
undressing him.
whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to undress, wasn't it?
That was the
Because they
that
did
was the
they did a
second one.
rodeo thing too, or a Trump rally or
Well,
something,
the
and he
rodeo
came
was
up
the
and
first
said,
one.
Okay, so it was
Yeah.
right after the rodeo
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was in the
Okay.
first one.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's when he made like the "kill the Jews" comment or
Yeah.
whatever in
Yeah,
the rodeo,
and that's the one,
and then
yeah.
everyone started cheering, and I was
Yeah, and
watching
they're
like,
like,
"What the fuck?"
Yeah, because it was right after that. Like they're in the bar playing
Yeah.
the song, and he's teaching them,
Like
you know,
that.
that he knows country music, and it
Yeah.
plays the song, and they're all like, "Yeah, man,
Yeah.
yeah."
"Now you're
And
getting
they're all getting into
laugh."
it, and then they show him at the rodeo, and he's just like, fucking,
That dude's got balls,
"That's big
man.
balls, man." That is
Yeah,
so huge.
I used to love the Ali G
You
show
got them
because like he would
AC/DCs.
interview like real like politicians in England, and they would take it serious. He would just say the dumbest shit
Yeah.
fucking ever because nobody knew what he was really doing at the time.
That's
Yeah.
genius.
Do y'all use HBO Max?
I do.
I do.
Did y'all get fucked up today, like I did?
I didn't even try it.
Why? What happened
What's the
today?
deal?
You
They
gotta
changed it from-
you changed it, and you gotta re-download now another app called
Yeah.
Max.
I already have the app, Max app.
You do?
I
Okay,
did
so
you have
luckily
the
it
new
loaded.
Max app
Oh,
because
it
they
is a
took
new-
out.
It's a new
so
one.
it used to be HBO Max. Now it's just Max.
and it's a blue
It's
app.
blue, not purple.
Oh no.
Does
I
your
haven't got
account
it anymore.
does
Yeah,
your account
your
transfer?
account
Okay.
transfers
Yeah, it does
over.
it,
You just
but-
gotta log in one time and it brings all your
It
shit
pissed me
over.
off when I was trying to watch on
I'm
my
gonna tell
iPad.
my people
I was
to have
trying
that
watch
taken care of
the,
by the time I get home.
the West Wing. You know, I'm still going through it for the first time, and I was like, man, it won't fucking work, and it kept crashing, and finally, you gotta get the new Max app. Apparently, Warner Brothers doesn't like the HBO name being attached to them, so
Yeah, it's like a huge thing. 'Cause I know a lot of people have been talking about like, oh, look, Max, and like they pulled a shit ton of shows and stuff like that too when they like did the crossover.
yeah.
Because I downloaded the new one on my Xbox, but I don't really watch it on my phone very much. Usually on my phone, if I'm watching anything, it's anime.
I don't think you can
Same.
get. I haven't gone through there and looked, but you could get when it was HBO Max. You get all the Cartoon Network stuff. You know, the
Yeah, but they
Adult
pulled a
Swim and
lot
They
of
stuff.
that
pulled
shit
a
off of it.
lot of that.
So
And,
that's not
did
on there
they-
anymore?
They pulled
A
all
lot of
that
it's
off.
not.
Not all of it, but a lot of it.
Yeah, because it used to be pretty much anything Warner Brothers owned or had rights to was on HBO Max, and now it's just HBO.
There's a shit ton of Cartoon Network stuff that just got put on Netflix.
It might be why.
Like a lot of stuff.
So I
was
can't
very
go back and
confused.
watch Metalocalypse.
Well, I was gonna tell you I did watch the first 2 episodes of He-Man, the fucking
The new one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of the universe. Yeah, that was pretty solid.
it's pretty
Was it-
decent,
It's
right?
super
I didn't-
corny, just like the show
but it's
was,
good-
but
it-
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I did too.
There's a level
I'm
of
d-
camp that's like, you can endure.
Have you tried White Man Can't Jump yet?
I have.
Oh, the new
No,
one.
How
I
is
heard
it?
it's,
Is it
I heard
terrible?
It's awful.
I
really?
enjoyed it.
I
It's
haven't
not.
tried it.
It's not as good as the first, obviously,
Yeah.
the
but
movie was,
it was still
fantastic.
enjoyable. Like I didn't expect Jack Harlow to be funny. He was actually pretty.
Is it the
fucking
whole
funny.
thing up
Hmm.
right now? Or do
Yeah,
have
it's
to
on
do- is
Hulu.
it-
No,
is
it's
it-
on
oh,
Hulu.
the whole thing is?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if they were doing the week because I keep seeing it advertised when I'm watching
No,
my
it's
King
just
of the
a
Hill stores.
It's a full movie.
Oh, it's just a movie? I
Yeah,
thought it
it's
was
the
a
movie.
series.
So is it like a
So they
remake
just-
or is like is it a
Yeah, I
completely
thought it
different
was a-
story?
It's-
I thought it was a
I
series.
thought it was a series too.
No, it's a movie.
Okay.
Is Woody here? Is there
Yeah.
any cameos?
Does
at
Wesley
all?
or Woody make it? No.
No, no cameos.
what's her name?
Did you
It
see
was-
Wesley Snipes in
what's it?
Rosie
in What
Perez?
We Do in
Yeah.
the Shadows?
I
He
fucking
doesn't
love
ca-
what we do in the
Did you
shadows.
remember Wesley Snipes in that?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
No, I
That's
don't
one of my
remember that.
favorites.
Yeah, he comes in as Blade. He's on the
Yeah.
council.
He's on the
Yeah.
Vampire
I'm
Council.
gonna have to
Yeah,
rewatch
it's
that shit.
so
I think
awesome.
I was drunk when I watched
Dude,
it.
that shit is
That's
hilarious.
that's the greatest show on
They
TV
brought
right
every
now, man.
TV
I think.
Like vampire,
Vampire
into
into
council.
it.
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, it's a different kind of comedy though, man. You can't compare Ted Lasso to. Well, I guess you can because
Yeah,
they got
you
that
can't-
empathetic.
I mean,
weird.
And if you're saying
humor.
on TV right now, I'm
What we do
Yeah.
in the shadows is basically just The Office or Parks and Rec with vampires.
And it's
Right.
but it's
well,
freaking
Parks and Rec is
hilarious.
good. The
Yeah.
Office is not.
I
Yeah,
just
think The
saw
Office is trash.
when
It's straight
Which one?
garbage.
The
The
Office?
Office is garbage.
I'm not a fan.
Oh my god.
I think it's
It's
like
good background noise. It's like
right.
a lo-fi hip hop kind
It's
of.
fine
Yeah.
if it's background noise.
right. If you're
but
checking
even
your
then, it's
your
just,
news stories and stuff on your phone and all
Yeah.
that, doing
I've definitely done it as
brain
background
stuff.
noise, but I'd rather just go on Netflix,
What about,
throw on
um,
Seinfeld, and that'll be my.
Our Flag
background.
Means Death.
I
That
haven't watched that.
oh my,
Never seen
that's
it.
one of the. That's a newer HBO, right?
Isn't that
Yeah, they did one
Pirates or
season.
some
Yeah.
shit?
Yes, it's just like What We Do in the Shadows, except it's a group of pirates that don't really like pirating. They just
They
like
don't like
hanging out.
violence.
They're just bros that like.
they just
want to
hang out.
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
that fucking
Mm.
Star?
have a boat.
pirate show. Black
Flag.
Black
That
Flag.
shit was
Yeah.
badass.
That was good. That was
Javier
good.
said Shrinking is amazing. It is.
Shrinking's-
I went all
it's
the way
growing
through it.
on me.
I
loved
watched
it.
one episode and I was like, "Oh, this is
So
fine."
what is
It gets
Shrinking?
better too. The first
I
episode, I
heard.
was kind of like, eh. And then, but now I've watched
It's
a
got,
couple, and I'm like, it's
fucking
alright.
Jason Segel and
Harrison
Harrison
Ford.
Ford in it.
What's it about though?
They're
He's
shrinks.
A fucking
Just
shrink.
Oh,
like
I
a-
want to see it with
He's
Steven
a shrink
Seagal.
that stopped being like giving the shrink fucking answer and started just
being real.
being a fucking human. Like
Oh,
if
it's on
I'm your
this.
friend, this is how I'm gonna respond to you.
I absolutely would not want that if I was paying money.
It was on this.
Yeah, they
They've
better be-
all from like in the first episode, like everything really went well for him. I assume that doesn't always happen.
There's
Nah,
a
it's-
special
Oh, you
episode
look
of
at that.
Letterkenny they just put up.
Cool.
Oh, I'm not caught up because
not at
I
all. I'm not
fell
either.
off after season
I think
5.
3 or 4 is where I fell off.
I don't know. I get them all confused because they're just short little. Like here's 4 episodes.
kinda
Here's
rinse,
6
repeat.
episodes.
Have
Here's
you
10
watched
episodes.
Shoresy?
Yeah, Shoresy.
That shit's amazing.
What?
Yeah, everyone says Shoresy.
Shoresy
What's that
is
on?
so good.
On
That's
here?
Hulu.
I haven't seen it.
I've watched that show. What?
Who's
There
in
was like
that?
6 or 8 episodes. I watched it
Yeah.
like 4 times.
Yeah.
It's so good.
When,
So
who's
you know
in it?
his character on Letterkenny, Shoresy?
right?
It's just
just a
his
spin-off?
side of the story. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I wasn't like a huge. I watched like 4 seasons. I think I just burnt out because I was watching it so
Yeah.
fast. I
But
watched
that's
like
the
4
thing,
seasons
yeah.
of it, and then
That's what happened to me.
it's funny, but it's one of those shows where
It's
a lot of it's very
repetitive.
You get
repetitive. Yeah,
right. You get enough of it after a while. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
take a
everyone's
break.
like, it
from
stays
this.
so good. I'm like, yeah, but it's more of the same. I'll go back eventually, but I was like, I need a break from this. Actually, that's when I stopped out to watch The Wire, and I that's what killed me.
Where you at
Everybody
now?
talks
Are you-
about
have
The
you
Wire.
finished
I've
that
never
yet?
Oh
seen
yeah,
it.
yeah. This is
No
like
idea.
2 years
Man,
ago.
you gotta watch The Wire.
Well,
It's
I'd already
it's
seen
like-
it, and I was going back and rewatching it.
I
The
think
thing
I've
with
watched
The
it 4
Wire-
times all the way through, except
I've
the
only
second
watched the
season.
I got
I
halfway
love the
through the
second
second
season.
season.
That's
and
the
I gave
loading
up.
dock season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
gotta
wasn't a
tap into
huge
The
fan
Wire.
of that one.
The second one.
Second season
fell off.
wasn't Yeah, I was not into it, so I
it
stopped.
wasn't. It wasn't. It was definitely the worst of the three, but a lot of what happened in season 2 really was important for season
Yeah,
3.
but it was one of those things where like season 1 was so fucking good, and then
Yeah.
season 2 I was like, what is happening?
Season 2
That's
almost
like True
it's like a build
Detective.
up.
True Detective did the same
Oh
thing.
my God,
Season
the
one was
first
fucking
season was
amazing, and the
so
second one you're like,
Fargo
I
too.
didn't
You remember
finish
when
it.
they made Fargo a show?
Mm.
The first season was incredible. and the
FX,
second
right?
one-
I
yeah.
never
Yeah.
watched the show.
I didn't
was
either,
so
and
good.
I've heard
Was
it's
it?
amazing. And that's what the True Detective, this next one that's coming out, reminds me of. Is
Yeah,
Fargo.
in Alaska, the Endless Night or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like what was that one with Steve Buscemi? Boulevard something.
Oh,
Boardwalk,
Boardwalk
Empire.
Empire.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that one. Yeah,
That's
I
really
loved the
good.
first season, and then like I just
I
never
fell
went
off.
back
I
and
fell
watched
off.
anymore.
I've still watched all of it, but I wasn't into it as much as I was first.
I feel like
season.
most of those gangster shows I'm like that. I really like the premise in the first season. Same thing with Peaky Blinders. I love the first season.
no, I
And
watched
then
the whole thing.
wherever they end up, like on the racetrack, was that season 2 or whatever?
I mean, the whole show is about
No,
them
but
being on racetrack.
have you-
the end of it
Have
where
you
they go
finished the
nuts.
series?
I don't
Have
want to
you-
give anything
Are
away,
you
but
I've never
complete?
seen
Is it a series that's still going on, or is it over now?
What?
Peaky
Blinders?
Blinders.
it's done, right?
done?
They did
It's-
a movie
'cause-
to end it up.
Yeah.
Kind of like
No,
the
there's no
Deadwood.
movie. It just,
It's like
it-
Deadwood.
It's one of those. You remember how Dexter ended when it originally ended, where it was like, "This is over," but it might not be. That's kind of how
What they
Peaky
did.
Blinders ended. It was like they left it open for potential.
Options
that
are
they
good.
shouldn't
Kinda
have
style.
done that.
Yeah.
Options are good, especially now with this. What they're still striking, right? The Writers
Yeah, it's
Guild.
still going
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah.
That's why we
Like-
can't do this show. We don't. I mean, the show's
We don't
weird
own the
tonight
ri-
because we didn't have
We-
writers to put it together, and the shows for the next few weeks are
They're
gonna
out.
be
They're out
weird until we
protesting.
get this union
Like
done.
what started that?
They're not getting
The
paid
union-
enough.
Yeah, not
AI?
getting paid enough.
I do think that
Oh
some,
yeah,
I
that
think it's
was what
always-
it was. It was the fucking AI shit that came out, and they were like, "Nah, dude,
Oh,
if you're
right.
gonna
Well,
start
they-
taking our shit."
Oh, we
yeah,
got a
but
voicemail.
it's also that they have never been taken care of or paid very
Yeah,
well.
I
It's
think-
like
but that
they've always
was-
had a gripe
that was
with
the
the AI.
final
Was like,
straw. Yeah.
we've got to protect. That's what I'm wondering about voiceover work. What's going to happen with voiceover work now?
I
There's
don't
so
know.
many things that
But-
AI is about to change.
Right. So like I understand that you could like obviously you have Andrew talking about fucking tight buttholes. But like you can't really get the
Earmuffs,
like
mom.
you can't get the I
You
don't know,
can't
the
get
emotion.
inflection
You can't
right.
get the inflection and the emotion
Yeah.
properly.
Well, see,
Like you listen to God damn it, Luke Skywalker, Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, who would play the fucking Joker, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're not gonna get that from AI.
No,
Yeah.
you're not going to get
No.
all
All
that.
the
Well, and-
anime voices,
and I'll
you're
say
not
this.
getting that
Feeling.
from AI.
No.
this is a big topic in the music industry right now. Everybody's talking about it. You know what is going to happen next with all this stuff.
I mean, it's
And it
hitting
can write
every
it.
industry pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just the field I
I
know.
think it's gonna push. It's gonna push back on musicians and artists, and there's gonna be a fucking ton of great live stuff now.
That's what I'm saying. So it
So
can
it's like-
write it, but it can't perform it, and it can't take care of
Well,
uh,
the big legal
but-
thing too is like it's not really AI. It's not creating something. It's just an algorithm that goes on the internet, pulls a bunch of shit, and just like this sounds like this sounds
Right.
like that, and recreates it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like I know there's like a huge thing we talked about on our podcast was like someone made an anime with it, but all they did was take one specific anime and had it recreate that art style. And so like if you start selling that at that point, like are you infringing on that copyright? Because they literally just took an anime Vampire Hunter D
Yeah.
and just had it recreated.
Well, here's what's gonna happen. I bet. Here's my prediction. We're gonna have a Metallica Napster type thing that happens. Some musician, some artist is gonna get fucked over by something, and they're gonna be like, "This isn't right," and then all of a sudden, that's when that's when the politicians be like, "Oh, I guess we need to actually look into all this shit and try to make something happen here." And they'll-
Well, what's
'cause
fantastic?
they have the politicians don't have any
But
idea how
you're
powerful
talking
this
a-
thing is. gonna
You're
be.
talking about something that it doesn't matter what the fuck you do in this country. It's got to be done worldwide because you can do it outside this country.
Exactly.
Japan has had pop stars on the top of their pop charts for years now.
Dude.
That
We're
are
in the middle of a
AI
K-pop boom.
singers.
You don't think
They're
you-
AI singers. They're AI female
Dude,
singers that are just.
you don't think that
they
there's these freaking hackers in the Ukraine right now just going, "Ooh, yeah."
If you want to make a movie done by AI, you just leave the country. Who cares what the
Yeah.
fuck this country
Well-
does? What are you going to do? You can't
I don't
you
think it'll work.
can't
for
govern
long
the
run.
world.
What do you
Yeah,
think is
it's
going to
not
happen?
It's not going
I-
to
I-
crash
could-
anything.
yeah,
it's,
I-
just
I
gonna,
just-
it's going to be a phase.
Yeah, because
So you
Like
don't-
everything else, it's going to
It's
be
a
fucking
phase.
phase.
all they can do is recreate what exists, and that and like that the the flavor of the art isn't there. It's just gonna all it can do is it'll be great for the nostalgia craze we're in right now. But when people get tired and want something new and inventive, it can't create new. It
But
can
I
just
think
we
simulate
we
it.
as
that's not-
humans have to feel that there's
I
a
don't
human
think that's the
element to
worrisome
it.
thing about it, the whole AI thing at all, though. What it is the rate that the AI algorithms and everything are gaining intelligence. That's what's freaking everybody out more than anything. That's what people need to be freaked out about.
Well, that's
honestly,
the other problem
that.
is there's a lot of stories coming out.
Sorry, man, I cut you off.
About the resources these farms are needing in order for this AI to work, and it's going to reach a point to where you can't power it. You can't supply what it needs to keep going.
Is that what
Because-
Dvorak and Adam Curry were talking about?
Yeah, and there's more
how
and
they were
more
gonna test
tech
it?
articles coming out saying that this is just hogging. You thought data or mining for Bitcoin was a big resource hog. This AI stuff and having it available is
energy
just
hog?
sucking everything down. That will bring
That's
it
what.
to an end.
Well, see, that's what I think AI is going to cause a freaking black hole. I think it's going to just suck all the energy out of the universe pretty soon. Here in about 3 months, it's going to. We're just going to
I
be gone.
fucking hope
I'd
so.
be okay with dying.
Yeah, I don't have to go to fucking work anymore.
That's
We've
when you
got-
know we've had a
We
good
still got 4
podcast,
billion
Dustin.
years, I think,
Yeah,
or something.
fucking take
When
me,
we-
baby.
I could go ahead
Take
and just
me.
cash it in now.
Yeah,
But that's, I mean, and so that's like the long term goals and stuff like that. I could see a band like Kiss putting together an album that was like 10 tracks of just AI
Ace Frehley.
generated stuff.
AC/DC
Ace
could do
rock
it
and roll
'cause
freely.
AC/DC's
You see,
every
he's
song
gonna
sounds the
play
fucking
Echo
same.
yeah.
Lounge.
You just take 3 chords and rearrange them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
AC/DC
ZZ
has
Top
been doing
pretty
it
much.
for years.
But ZZ Top rocks. That's their thing, and that's really all music is 3 chords and the truth. I mean, in prog music, you got like
ZZ
10
Top.
chords, But I mean, that's-
Japan has already been doing this for years.
What's
But
our
They've
ZZ Top?
already got.
But most of their like what we
What's the
call
ZZ
AI,
Top
there's
Christian
still a
band
human
called?
influence in it. Like they use like the whole hollow dive and all that with like the VTubers and all that. Like there's still someone behind the AI because it's not real AI. It's not learning. It's just
they prompt the songs, but the songs are then created and sung by.
oh yeah. But like there's
An
still someone
AI.
writing the songs. It's just
Yeah.
artificially sung. But that's what I'm saying. Like you're never gonna get rid of that human element. Like you can create like a anime waifu, whatever the fuck, and then have it like with a fake voice, but someone still has to write that song. Like if they had the AI itself write the song, nobody want to listen to that shit. So I think that's the part that I get why the writers are upset because if they start pushing towards having the AI write it, I just don't think it's gonna work. I don't think
Yeah.
people will enjoy it.
What's the thing Jesse posted today? Did you see it on Facebook? He posted an article like this guy wrote 100 books in a year
Damn.
with the help of AI.
I mean, I can see
100
that.
novels in a
Yeah.
year. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, like that's like a big thing. Like same thing with YouTube, they're bitching because like they're using Chat GPT, like people are using it to write their scripts and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, is YouTube dying now because of this? And I'm like, it's a fact.
YouTube's never going to die.
Well, the
Get
thing is,
over it.
once this AI sources all the information that's out there, if the art form or whatever genre dies, and there's nothing for it to pull from, we're gonna need people to step in for the AI to have something to
Sounds like a
steal.
virus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it needs humans
needs a
to
host.
create.
It'll hit
something
a
for it to
wall.
steal. Yeah. Like once it's run out of material to steal, then
It's
where
like
do you
being
go?
back in 95 when you could actually reach the end of the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going
You
like
needed more
from
content.
wasn't very far.
Yeah.
No.
parameters in like music is like 3 minutes and 30 seconds is like a really good like time frame for a usual song. And you've only got 12 notes. So and like, the alphabet is only so many letters, and so many like inflections on the stuff. So how many songs can really be written with that? And I
Only
mean that's
12 notes.
somebody
that the
out there is
human
going to do
can
the
hear.
math and put in the comments, I'm sure, but like that is an interesting
I mean,
topic. And then with AI, it can just write all that in like 5 minutes, or
but I
something
mean,
like
you
that.
say that, but I mean, look at the progression of music throughout time. Like, it's changed
That's
so
true.
much.
That's true.
And I mean, you take that
Look what Ed
that
Sheridan just
time,
went through.
those 12 notes, and like we've done with human influence
lawsuit.
so much shit.
He just
with
mailed
that.
it in too. He's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Pretty
That's
much what he
basically what he
said.
said.
Yeah.
I mean, they thought he was infringing on some old songs and stuff, and he was taking a court about it, and he ended up winning. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing."
It was
I'm
one
just
of
putting
Smokey
stuff
Robinson's songs, wasn't it?
together." I forgot who it
Pull the
was.
old Vanilla Ice.
Something like that.
That announcement
was-
happened, and then we went to the desert, and everything was erased.
And then we came back,
Never mind.
different people.
We have a voicemail. I
Let's
want to
listen
play it
to it
real
like the
quick,
Doors.
and then we need to punch the hell out of here.
Yeah, I
got
gotta go.
something I wanna throw at y'all before we quit. But here's the voicemail here. Let's see.
Hey there, big fan, first time, long time, 24/7, 69. I'm watching your live show, and you got a ghost over there wearing a hat. That's kind of crazy. Is a ghost on your show? Buzz got a pretty weird mustache, I tell you what, and then got that there black fella too. Looks like one of them Urkel fellers.
Tell me
But
you got to go overseas
yeah,
for that shit.
man, can't wait to finish listening to this show. I hope they don't try to come here with their
Bigfoot?
democratic communism. Also, listen to the Funky Panther.
I knew it was on here the whole
Mondays,
time.
8 p.m.
As
on
soon as
YouTube.
you call me
Bye.
Urkel, yeah. As soon as I said Urkel, I was like, it's that
pretty
piece
good.
of shit.
Yeah.
Pretty damn
Dirty
good.
bitch. He started texting me while
I
we were
love
on.
it.
I just knew it was him.
All right, two things. Real quick. F1 returns this weekend after taking a
Monaco.
weekend off.
Fuck yeah.
They were kind of forced to take a weekend off because of Italy was just destroyed by massive rains. The track was underwater. The
fucking paddock was
paddock,
underwater.
the pits,
That was a wild
everything was
scene.
underwater.
That was
man.
wild.
It was really, really crazy. And the rains they got there, they said it destroyed towns and stuff that have
Yeah,
never
I bet.
seen rain like that ever.
Where you want to watch it? Actually, I
Um,
won't be there, but
on Sunday, I'll have to watch it out of
I'll
my
be there in
mom's.
spirit.
I'll be on a plane Sunday.
Getting
Yeah,
the hell
this
out of
Sunday,
Texas.
it's the race of races. It's Monaco.
So here's my thing with Monaco. Beautiful.
So hard.
All of the
looking.
fucking F1
So hard.
drivers love it and want to win it, but it's fucking out of date, dude. It was made when the cars were half the fucking size. These cars are way too fucking wide. There's
You can't
what,
pass.
two
You-
places to pass.
Yeah,
Cars
when
look
you
all the same
qualify,
nowadays,
pretty
though.
much.
If you qualify in the front
qualifying
line,
in the front of it,
you're gonna win.
Yeah,
Was
you're
it
gonna
last
win.
year? It rained the whole time and like
Yeah.
was a
But
shit
that made it
race.
awesome.
And guess who won? Motherfucking Checo, baby.
That was what made it fun.
Checo's
though.
the shit, dude.
I love Checo.
He that's
I
the
got
thing that's
money on
funny
Checo
is
this
everybody's
year.
like he's done this throughout his career. Just showed up on a team
Yeah.
and they put him on that team as number 2, and he just comes in and is like,
Good.
I need to be number 1
If
So-
he wins the title, I get $2,000.
That's not
from
bad.
Vegas.
That's pretty awesome.
I put $100
That's pretty
down on
good.
him when the odds were.
So that's
So-
why you give a fuck. So
Well,
much.
and I also like him. He's a
He's
good
yeah, he
person.
seems cool.
And the way that his dad and Lewis's dad get along, you could make a whole other show about it.
So Hamilton's contract is up at the end of this season, right?
Yeah.
And there's talk of him and Charles swapping spots.
I could see Hamilton racing for Ferrari for
Can
sure.
you imagine that shit?
I could see Hamilton at Ferrari.
That's funny
That's
too.
rock
Because
star.
Toto keeps talking big stuff about
Well-
Charles and everything. He's
Well,
like,
and the problem with the only thing that held him back last year was fucking Ferrari's moves never made any sense. Going to pit,
No.
talking about Monaco, going to
Yeah.
pitting both fucking cars at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Shaw could have won how many fucking races? He
last
probably
season-
could have won the title last year because he was driving out of his mind. The
Yeah.
Ferrari car was the best on the grid.
Remember his radio too all last season?
He
He was
was
like,
pissed
"Fuck,
because-
What are y'all
guys, come on,
doing?
what are we doing here?"
Leave me
They-
alone. I'm racing.
All of their fucking calls were bad.
Yeah,
All of them
He
were
could have
bad.
won.
yeah. If he just managed his own team, he could have won.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I feel bad for both
don't
of
know-
them.
I think-
Signs doesn't bitch nearly as much, but
he does.
knows he's
He'll get on
number
the.
two.
He'll let people know.
he'll let people know
yeah,
when
on
he
the
has to.
radio.
Not as much as Shar though.
No, not at all. But Lewis Hamilton, I think that would be a perfect fit for him, though. That whole scene,
Yeah.
man. That Ferrari.
In at Ferrari,
Yeah,
that's not a bad move.
I love Ferrari's
He
cars.
could win, if he
man.
could win with Ferrari, that'd be cool.
That would be
He'd
cool.
My
like a-
favorite is just seeing Alonso this year, just having
It's
fun.
been
crazy.
amazing,
and
dude.
being like,
It's so crazy.
Coolest race car
He's like-
driver, I think, on the circuit.
he's
right
so
now.
much fun, and he's fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
know, there's
Watching his brain
also-
work.
There's also talk that Danny Rick could come back halfway through
yeah.
the season because DeVries is straight dog water.
Yeah.
He's literally
Yeah.
20th on the grid. Danny Rick coming back would
Remember how
be
cocky
I
he
love
was?
Danny. I
I
love
do too.
Danny.
He's-
Danny's great.
especially before if he came back for Austin,
yeah,
The place would blow up.
bro.
Yeah.
I don't see you guys
Bro.
keep up with all these fucking
He's an-
sports.
man. You just get into it and start playing it on.
I
your
just
game.
have
I started.
selective ones.
I did. COVID is what got me into it. When we were
Yeah.
out on COVID, I started watching that Drive to Survive,
to
and I was
Survive
like,
got me.
dude, this
I
is
watched when I was a kid. And
I didn't. I mean, I
Yeah,
caught a
I was
little
kinda
bit
raised
on
on-
like Sports Center and shit.
Like I'll
my
watch
stepdad
F1.
was big into motorsports. Like NHRA was a big thing. Didn't watch NASCAR at all, but and it was NHRA and Formula One.
You didn't watch the Winston Cup?
Nah,
I remember the Winston
the
Cup.
old Winston Cup.
I remember when it was called the Winston.
I think the
Cup.
first,
Yeah.
what are the two first races out at Texas Motor Speedway was still the Winston Cup.
They may have been, yeah.
They were everywhere at the Flintstones and
Yeah, it's one of those things like I get watching it, but like people that like follow like all the shit going on, like people that'll sit there at home watching ESPN all day, like they're taking notes.
I would
and
do
I'm
that
like,
on F1.
I can't do it. Like I can watch a sport and be entertained, but like like you got to know every player,
I can have-
stats, every move, and I'm like that just sounds.
I
like
can have
fucking
F1
work, dude.
on, and I can have soccer or football on any time of the day. Like I, can
could
have it in the middle
I
of the
could do
night,
that too.
middle of the night, early in the
Well,
morning,
my
late at
thing-
night, whatever.
I can't do it with just any fucking football game. It's
Man, I'll
if
even
it's
get
n-
caught up in some of the.
If it's not Liverpool, I don't give a fuck.
I can
I'll watch
go
some
back and
Prem
forth.
matches,
Like I'll watch
but-
some shitty Liverpool games. and Stuff.
I'll even
Some
watch a
shitty
college.
Liverpool- yeah,
I'll even
you
watch
know.
college, like a college game every once in a
I
while.
have,
Like,
and
fuck,
I'll,
this
you
looks
mean
badass.
the MLS? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've watched MLS. It's free.
I was talking about the actual
I
NCAA
know. I was just
too,
giving
though.
you I was just talking shit about MLS.
Dude,
'cause
I'll
it's
even
not-
watch Formula E every once in a while because that's just weird.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I've never watched
fucking
that shit
weird.
before.
So are the
Dude,
indies?
they do
the
these
indie-
weird boost things with their batteries and
Yeah.
stuff because it's it's all electric and
Right.
small track and they're doing this
It's a
weird
quiet.
ass shit.
It's quiet too. It's a quiet.
Yeah, it's
like
listening to a
everybody's
bunch
just
of
kind of like
golf carts driving around. It's weird. It
feels like a bunch of
really
golf
fucking weird. They go
clapping,
fast.
too. They go
but,
real
like
fast.
they go around this weird corners, and at certain corners, if you take the outside, it boosts your battery for so much, and it triggers something, and
The
you get a little boost. For,
F1 basically does
So
the
it's
same
like
thing.
their,
They're basically doing
It's like their
racing.
DRS, basically.
kind of, yeah.
I'm just
It's that
picturing
boost-
Mario Kart in my head
Those
right
boosts
now.
that they hold, that Max has completely mastered. Him and Checo have completely mastered how to work their DRS.
I just want Max to fucking DNR or DNF.
That'd be great.
Like
The problem
3 of
is-
It'd
them.
mix it up.
He's really
time.
fucking good.
I know,
mean,
and
you
it's a
just
problem.
get into it.
I just hate how cocky he is.
He is, but I think that's also just being Dutch.
And his dad's a fucking humongous piece of shit.
But that's also being Dutch.
Yeah, I guess that's probably.
I mean, that's a lot of it.
Gotta be,
A
but-
lot of the way they are is being really cocky,
Cocky.
and really assholey.
All
They're part of
Europeans,
that
man.
cocky part of Europe, but he is really, really fucking good. And
He is
like
good.
when everybody's around there going like, yeah, they've got the car, but he's also really fucking good at what he's doing. He's doing stuff that Hamilton did, when he was younger too, reading and just making moves on
He drives
people.
balls
that's
to the
like-
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is like if these other drivers drove the way he did, yeah, they could get that out
I think
of the
that's
car.
part of what's. I think Hamilton's getting old and he don't want to drive balls to the wall anymore.
There's been
It
could start
pretensions.
getting the
If
worry.
it's Silverstone, he will.
Yeah.
Silverstone,
but
he drives
he
out of
lives
his
on that
fucking
track.
mind.
I mean, that's
And Brazil,
yeah, those.
two, he's
But
just.
I mean,
yeah.
that's where their factory is. They live on Silverstone, running everything all the time. So you should know that one inside out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Last thing here. There's a conspiracy floating around. I don't know
didn't
if
do
it's
it.
real or not,
Wasn't me.
but it's popping up in all sorts of weird places. That even it's popping up on real channels.
What?
That there's a possibility the internet could go dark this week.
I've not
Dark?
heard this.
Thursday, Friday. Just
Buy my album now.
internet.
You know,
gone.
before the internet goes down, what you can do is you can go on iTunes, Amazon, and right here it says Summer Sweet. Summer Sour.
Because there's gonna, there's always new
Inside.
music on Fridays.
Yeah, so they're talking about like Thursday, Friday could go down.
Hackers or just there's technical issues.
Y2K stuff.
Technical.
Y2K stuff.
If you want to get technical, they're initiating the ISO 2022 protocol, which is an IT protocol to help financial institutions start getting
Ready for paperless.
currency, world currency and stuff.
Invest in
And
Bitcoin while you
It's going to
can.
have a huge effect on the internet, and it could bring it down to the point that
Flights and
they
stuff.
offered everybody in Capitol Hill satellite phones.
Offered or gave them? Issued them?
No, they offered them to them. If they want them, take them. Why you? Just in
Sat
case
phones?
all shit.
How do
hits
they
the
not
ground.
already have sat phones? They're the head of the, like they're our. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
I
going to
mean,
get down.
They
Going
don't
down
actually
that.
want to have to do their job.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
I don't know. I didn't hear this, but my immediate thought I was like, oh, so Y2K again. That was
That's what
such a
it
big
sounds
deal.
like.
Yeah, like
Every time
remember
they
that.
do like a big they increase like the IPv protocol and everything, there's
HPV.
always a way that like you get a couple of digits off here in code and it just fucks up the whole internet and everything goes down.
Yeah, like I mean, I just don't picture the entire like people talk about the internet like there's some server somewhere running everything. Like
So there's a
they'll-
doomsday scenario,
Well, this
right?
this
I've seen
is-
Eagle Eye. I know
This
how this
is
works.
I mean, this is one
It
of those
sounds more
things
like
that happened.
GoldenEye.
The last time it happened, or was like 2015, 2016 when they rolled out IPv6, something or IPv8, one of them. But anyway,
There's some
this is
serious
basically what this
sicknesses.
is. This affects the whole internet, and it could cause
I just-
everything to
I just-
crash.
I just
So
don't
what's
see
the
entire
doomsday
internet crashing.
scenario that that people are saying is likely?
Well, you lose the internet. How many places
Flights?
on vacation?
No
how many
flights?
places did you pay cash at? I paid fucking nowhere. Everybody out there wanted cards. Everybody was cashless.
So
Internet
commerce,
goes down.
commerce is done.
Commerce is done.
I mean, yeah, the internet goes down, the world goes down pretty
Yeah.
much at this point.
Yeah, it'd be time to take it out to the country quick. Like
There's-
load it up, get it out.
Don't be in a plane on Thursday or Friday.
Oh, I'm trying to
Hey, at
think
least
if
I
can
don't
do
have.
that.
I mean, the
Man,
ATC doesn't work
oh,
works through other stuff.
Looks
but
like
still,
fucking
Is
not
my marriage gonna
working
count?
Thursday and Friday.
my
I'm already not.
Maybe
working
not.
on
Count?
it, bro.
Like so.
Yeah, we're
oh,
off basically.
maybe I should
Friday,
keep this.
They
on the
may not
download and Play
graduate.
this
but-
card.
No
Some
command indot
like,
on Thursday.
hold this
Tight.
card till it's time to play it.
yeah, but
We were never married.
I'm just gonna
Internet
be,
was down.
I'm just gonna be bored. That's my big complaint. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's gonna be bad." I'm like, I'm just gonna be bored.
I guess I better download some stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna download a shit ton
Y'all
of
can
anime.
download-
get a bunch of
Summer
stuff on your
Sweet.
iPad.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah.
The album looks like my shirt.
Yeah, they're saying Thursday, Friday. The ISO it's 2022 or 222. That doesn't go live till June 1st, so they could be getting it ready, pre-stuff that could make it go down this week. I don't know,
I'll be out
but
in
it's pretty
nature.
interesting when you see stuff pop up on Twitter and people are just talking shit, but then all of a sudden news outlets start actually talking about these sat phones that were handed out and who could take it just in case.
Yeah, but also
Uh,
too, like the main news stories, like they hear like this tiny blurb, and then it's like the world's gonna end. Like it just one person says one thing, someone else says
Yeah,
something.
you're
and
right.
it
Then
escalates.
they turn
You're
it to
right
politics.
until you can't fucking download anything on Thursday.
I mean, yeah,
Your Xbox network, your
I mean-
PlayStation network don't fucking work.
I think they're gonna blame it on. I think they're gonna
no
blame it
raid
on the.
Thursday, big.
What they're gonna
boss.
Yeah.
say is it's a
fuck.
it's a Republican
Yeah.
trick, and what they're gonna do is to say, see, we didn't get the what are they trying to balance the budget or something like that? They're gonna be
Increase
like
the debt
yeah,
ceiling.
the debt ceiling. They're gonna like, see, this is what happens.
If we would have
The
had
internet
money.
government had to shut down the internet because they couldn't afford it.
Well, someone will
Vote
blame
for Trump.
Abbott because the power grid.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, it'll be
And
Fuck
then-
for Trump.
and
See,
then-
fucking
this what
Trump.
happened. Trump
Fucking
would be that
Abbott.
man.
If Abbott would have sunk more money in the
fucking
power
vote-
grid, the internet
so-
wouldn't have gone down.
Vote for
Hey, man,
Beto.
if you ain't right, you gonna get left.
Yeah,
I just
that's
pic-
what it's gonna be, man.
I just picture like Al Gore just showing up on a hologram and like, and this is why we need to fix global warming. And then
That would be
all of it leads
Dressed
to
up-
everything.
dressed up
That
as a
shit would have been
Jedi.
so fucking
Yeah.
funny, actually.
So, let me ask you this: the scenario and all that, like that aside and everything, what did you think about? Because I'm talking about No Agenda again. Before we go, real quick, the theory about how the media is propping up and making this nuclear, like this tension between us and Russia over Ukraine, and like and just throwing gasoline on it, making it seem 10 times worse. So, because they know Biden has nothing when he comes back to run for office again, that they'll be like, we can't take him away now. If we do that now, and all of a sudden we put in a Republican, you do not want to do that, public. You do not want to do that, because if you do that now, we're gonna have a nuclear war. They're saying that that's going to be the Democrats' play on the next election.
I
What do you think?
the Republicans
is
are
it
doing
gonna be for
plenty-
sure those two against each other again?
I think DeSantis
DeSantis.
I don't know. I think
Okay, I'm not-
DeSantis is the guy.
DeSantis is a fucking
Or in
idiot.
clown world.
I bet you he's the one that ends up.
DeSantis is worse
Well,
than Trump.
I think Biden's big play here is to just be like
Biden will be dead. I keep telling you
Yeah.
guys this.
All he's got to do is just
Still
point at
hologram.
whoever the Republicans put
He's
out and
not-
like, it's me or that, and then every Democrat's going to go out and vote because.
But that's what the Republicans
That's
did
all you have to
against
do.
him the election before, and he won. Like, it's the same thing. It's just flipping. Like,
Well,
it's like, do you want this? That's what we
That's
did
the
the last
easiest
3
way to
times.
do
Man.
it.
It's like
that's how it
fucking-
always happens.
Yeah.
though. Like
It's
especially
terrible.
especially if you have a, I think was it like Bush Senior and like maybe one other person were the only time like someone went 2 terms and had the same party win the election afterwards. Like whoever wins, everyone hates because they blame him for everything except Reagan. Fuck Reagan. The dude's the devil. I'm gonna say that now. But
I'm a
don't
Reagan era
think-
conservative.
I don't
I
know.
don't think anybody's disagreeing.
drop
with
from
that.
Reagan economics were pretty fucking good.
yeah, it's going great.
Have y'all even
Reagan
seen his
era
movies?
economics.
It's going so great.
What,
But
you mean the
and
actor?
I mean, Iran Contra was fucking awesome.
I mean,
Poor
yeah,
Ollie North.
Yeah, nothing bad happened. There wasn't like a crack
Is he still
epidemic,
around?
like an AIDS epidemic or
He was.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great if you weren't black. But, I mean,
Facts.
Yeah.
you put a lot of energy into making sure black people didn't go up.
I
in
don't
that
know.
time
I was
period.
like,
Go ahead, go
4.
ahead.
There's no racial. Ronald Reagan. What was his racial record? Like, is he one of the good old boys of the Republicans?
I don't. Think,
I
mean,
thought he
I think-
was a Democrat that flipped to Republican
yeah,
just
yeah,
to win the
yeah,
party.
yeah,
California?
because of his
He
wife.
might have
yeah.
been.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, because
He was a flipper.
What
it
do
was
you
like
think?
one of those things like
Well,
his
Trump
wife's-
was too. Trump was a Democrat
they,
forever, and then
they
flipped
see
to
they see the
Republican.
money, so they flip sides.
He knew he could use God to get him fucking votes. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, I remember when he was running for office, he'd show up at all these churches and be like this, like
Yeah, and then the
hol-
picture
holding
of him,
hand, like.
Holding the fucking Bible.
Trump
The
or
he was,
Reagan?
cultism
he
was
was like
weird.
upside down and shit.
Around
I'm sure
that
Reagan
whole
did
thing.
it too, but
Dude,
Yeah.
fuck.
I mean,
Yeah.
Reagan. I will say this: they did a smart thing. He played money. Like it was from the end of the Cold War. It was us versus the commies, and he look at capitalism, look at money, look at how this is going to get us out of the Ruskies, and people ate that shit up. And all these rich people were like, "Fuck yeah, we'll support that." You want to worship money? Hell yeah, we'll throw money at that shit. And
That's-
we just haven't stopped since.
they
Can we
better
just-
start getting people better get educated because the gap between the intelligent and the not intelligent is growing extremely, and
Thanks,
the wage
millennials.
gap too.
Yeah,
the,
fuck
Yeah, you millennials
Yeah.
fucked this up.
And the
Well, it wasn't us,
Amish.
man. Gen
and
X,
fucking
man.
Jamie
we just smoked too
Benn.
much weed and drank
Are
too
you
much
guys
beer.
Gen X?
Yeah, we're Gen X.
What year are you guys? Well, you guys were born in the 70s?
77, yo.
75.
The
Oh,
greatest
shit.
year ever.
Holy shit, you guys are old
Star
as
Wars.
fuck.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. We're
Yeah, we're-
millennials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Fuck
know.
off.
We know.
We just depressed all the time.
Yeah.
Because of you guys, by the
Maybe-
way.
you know what?
Just
I'll
get
tell you what,
depressed
though.
and listen to lo-fi.
Maybe we dropped the ball on the parenting thing. Okay, I'll admit. Okay, maybe
Facts.
we did.
Holy
Like I
shit.
love all these
But
old
let me
people.
ask you this.
It'd be
Let me-
cool if
I
y'all
wanna-
could do cursive.
I want to give you.
I
I
can
want to
write-
give you
Hey, I
credit.
do
can.
cursive, but
I love
why?
memes, so I want to give y'all credit for that. I love memes. They're fucking awesome. It,
I mean,
it
I
was
would say a
life-changing.
lot of our
I love
music is
memes.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Music's pretty good too. I'll give you some of that. There's
It's
some
just
good
one of those
music.
things.
Okay.
But still,
Millennial
the Gen
music
X
is
music.
good,
Gen
but
X
the
music.
new shit is.
Yeah. But I feel like that's every generation. Like you guys basically, you guys created the internet,
Yeah.
which is what made us millennials. And
We
like,
fucking made E.T. We fucking made Star
There we
Wars.
go.
We gave you Jaws.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Star Wars. You could
That
have
was
stopped
Steven.
after Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's
But now it's
Fucking
like,
Chuck
and
Norris.
then I remember growing up like these
All right, well
fucking
played.
millennials
Walker,
and their
Texas
internet, and it's
Ranger,
like, thanks,
fucks.
you created
Pee Wee
it.
Herman.
Yeah.
Eh.
I wouldn't take
We-
that
we'll
one.
give you all
just keep
that one
them out
back.
of fucking theaters.
Yeah.
Dude, we
But
gave you Corey Feldman.
Once again,
I saw it at the other side. Pee Wee Herman coming to theaters. I said, "Oh hell, not this one."
All right, I gotta go. I'm starting to
Goonies.
stink. I
and
gotta
the
go
same
take
thing
a
like
shower.
with the new generation, like all these kids are on cell phones. It's like you're the parent. You gave
You're the
them
one
a
that
cell
did it.
phone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in the generation before them invented it. Like, and people are like, these kids are so lazy. They just want to do things online. And it's like, yeah, because you gave them the internet. The fuck else were they gonna do?
Y'all gave us Marvel. I'll let y'all have that.
Oh, well, I mean,
Take
Marvel.
Star Wars over Marvel.
I think-
I'm just
Well,
saying.
no,
Yeah, I'm with you
Well,
on
y'all-
that. There's
y'all
too many
kinda did
Marvel
take
movies.
over Star Wars,
I
by
don't
the
mean to
way.
offend anybody.
Yeah.
It's-
Millennials did
There's
kind
cool
of try
fandoms
to
everywhere.
Yeah, like-
take over Star Wars.
Yeah, we make it seem like
And they
we're the
fucked
generation
it
that grew
up.
up with it, and it's like that shit was already like,
Dude, I'll say that I'll fucking go and pay like not have enough money to pay for like a pack of cigarettes and be like fucking millennials or something like that, dude. I'll blame anything on a millennial.
you're welcome. And the thing
We're
is, like,
just living in the houses y'all made.
they look at someone that's like 18, like this fucking millennial, like that's not
It's
a
like,
millennial.
You don't have any mayonnaise in packs this week? Cause fucking millennials.
I
when,
do.
man.
when everybody's
I
pointing
do
the
have to
finger,
blame
nothing
boy
gets
bands
done.
on y'all.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
we
well,
dominated
hold
boy
up,
bands.
hold
We
up.
dominated
No.
boy bands.
I don't
Y'all,
know, man.
look, y'all
Backstreet
got
Boys and
Backstreet
NSYNC
Boys, New Edition,
were
NSYNC.
fucking fire back in the
Dude,
day.
Marky Mark still
Marky
like
Mark.
cut
That was your
rip, dude.
generation.
Yeah,
Marky
that's
Mark
what
is
I'm
a
saying.
piece of shit.
Yeah, we were like
Man,
5.
My boy bands
What?
were Poison.
We had
and
New Kids
Warren,
on the
Guns
Block.
N' Roses.
I'm
Alright.
not bragging about that.
I still want to see
Poison,
Poison
bro?
cover
I'm pretty
Poison.
sure Gen X still gets credit
Slaughter.
for Britney and
Nah, that
NSYNC
was
and all
us.
this.
That
No,
was
I'm
all
pretty
us.
sure we get credit
That
because
was
it was
all
in
us, baby.
'99. It was in
Dog.
'99, right?
Yeah, but millennials started.
Millennials
Started
are
in 2000,
No,
right?
millennials started from
No.
1980.
Sir.
It's like
I don't know,
1980 to 1996.
I feel like we should get credit for
It's-
some of the
it's
NSYNC.
like- yeah, it's like-
That
Yeah,
sounds like some
and
Gen X shit.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
like
yeah.
blame all the
Wait, hold
problems
on,
on
hold on.
millennials.
I do.
thought the definition of millennial was you were born in the 90s and spent
No,
your
no, no.
teens in
So-
2000s.
That's That's what people. That's
It's
what
like
your
early
generation-
'80s.
That's our
It is, huh?
interpretation.
It's literally, I think it's like 1980 to 96. So millennial was the term for people that grew up with technology, that
Right.
was like internet, and then your generation just started every couple years reframe what millennial was to what you hated, which is children.
That's exactly what I do, man.
Like you guys have a bunch of kids, and like I fucking hate kids. It's like stop having them then.
Yeah, for
I'm
real.
going.
That's
to
a good-
call it.
Hey, that's a good comedy.
The
bit,
Book of
by the way,
Knowledge.
because that's exactly what I do.
I don't know. Like I
I'll
think we're
see
really
a-
Gen Y because like why? You know? No.
You ever thought about it?
No. It's I remember when they dropped Millennial. I was like, Gen X sounded really cool. Like I thought that was gonna be dope.
You ever just thought about it, man?
Well, the reason they dropped it is because they realized Gen X was kind of fucking trash looking back.
Yeah.
Gen X?
Yeah.
I don't think we look trashy. Do
I
we?
didn't. Not you.
Oh
look trash,
shit!
you
Y'all
are
got
trash.
like 3 decades to work this with.
That's what-
Millennials, dude. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I thought it was the 1990s and through the
We grew
2000s,
up
but
in
it
the
says
90s.
1980s, the mid 1990s, and early 2000s is the birth years were 1980s to the mid 1990s,
Yeah.
and the in birth years were the early 2000s.
Yeah. 'Cause I heard someone basically say like if you were,
1981 to 1996 is basically where it sits at.
I got it exactly.
You
on
are
the
the
mark,
reason,
baby.
did.
Millennials are the reason that the Cowboys suck now, for sure.
No, Cowboys are the reason the Cowboys
No.
suck.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
We didn't start sucking
I take
until
no
millennial
Actually, you know
players
what?
started
You
getting
know
on
what?
the
I'll
team
take
and
credit
making
for that.
decisions.
Yeah.
and
I'm going
stuff,
to take
man.
credit for the
Proud.
Cowboys
Thank-
I
suck.
don't
You're-
interfere with
You're
rituals. Like
You're welcome, everybody else. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, man.
Free agency fucked up the Cowboys, and I blame that on millennials.
I'm out of here.
Wasn't it like
Fuck
Jerry
this. He
Jones'
did-
thing?
It's definitely Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
is
Jerry
the
Jones was the
problem.
one that pushed
He
it.
wanted it.
See,
Yeah.
y'all get every bit of the
All right.
buck here with the Jerry Jones Time Massacre.
Here's the end. Promote your shit. You
All right,
first.
here we go, y'all. This is Summertime Sweet. Summer Sweet, sorry. But yeah, we got Anthony Coker on this joint. We got Justin James, aka Smoke Instrumentals, Dope Cat. We got my brother D Harper's on there. James Norton. I could go on and on, but the best way to experience it is just hit play on that first track, listen to the very end. In your car, at home, wherever. Get you a nice drink.
It
nice
all
little
runs
vibe.
together very well.
Thank you very much.
And then you guys.
We are the Emo Otaku Podcast. You can go follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We usually use Instagram a lot more. We just did a merch drop, so go check that out. Hit me up. Hit up the page if you want anything. Go listen to the podcast. We talk about nerd shit and talk shit to each
Yeah,
other.
mostly anime and metal.
Yeah.
That one's some other music, but mostly metal, deathcore, metalcore, that kind of scene.
Yeah.
It's good. Hook up, subscribe, grab it. It's on all your podcast apps. And yeah, until next week, fuck you, Jamie Ben. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Yeah, fuck you.
And we're done there. Asshole. Fuck the whole season up.
Like that tool is late.
Okay, just like at one point you just randomly screamed that during the recording. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Thanks for
replace
having
it.
me.
No problem, sir.
Time to fiddle.
In the street. You may want to go walk in the house.